Snark Tank. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raygun, Derek Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Snark Tank Podcast. It's me, Chris. It's him, Sweeney. It's him, Derek.
Awebo.
Whoa.
Awebo.
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 Awebo. Oh, that damn bird. I was thinking about that. I had a nightmare about that bird.
You had a night where it's picking your eyes out. Awebo. Awebo. Oh, wow. That's
I done sneezed.
that was a harsh sneeze.
Yeah.
Awebo.
Show's over. I promised myself I wouldn't record if I sneezed.
Goodbye, everybody.
And the end credit song.
I don't want to wait. Oh, wait, that's a credit. The intro for Dawson's Creek. Is that it?
No, Dawson's Creek is
Is that the right song?
what is it?
It is. It's
Oh,
Dawson,
yeah.
Dawson.
I
Cut
can't
the
hit that,
Dawson,
no.
Dawson, fucking Creek.
For our lives to be over.
I don't want to wait.
Right now.
Yeah.
Could it be? I watched every episode of that show.
You would
That's
have.
crazy.
That makes sense to me.
It does. It's gotta be. You watch Supernatural. You watch other shit, teen stuff. I wonder why you're such a.
Did you watch all of
fucking
Arrow?
Woman.
No,
Watch what?
That's surprising.
no. I
Arrow.
don't care about.
Arrow. Oh, I
And Dawson's Creek wasn't on.
I tried.
It wasn't on WB.
I tried. It started
What
off
was-
strong.
Dawson's Creek was on UPN.
What? Dawson's Creek?
It was on UPN.
Oh, I thought it was on a.
It was on UPN with Buffy the Vampire Slayer
Really?
That
and
can't
it
be
was
right.
and Veronica Mars and everything.
Well, hold on. It was on it, or
I watched it on there.
Okay, so that's
watched
a
it on
different.
there.
Okay, yeah, because
'Cause I
I've
watched
seen
it-
Seinfeld on Comedy Central, and I'm like, no.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like that
you
makes
I've-
no sense
it
to
was-
me.
it was-
There's another
like
show
least-
called like Project Veronica, something like that. There was a lot of shows at that time. There was another show where this girl like had a best friend. I forgot what it's called. Something like Crypt Finders. Oh god, I watched all that shit because I had no control of the TV.
Right.
And like I had a 12-year older sister, so I like the TV would be on. I'd be watching. She'd be like, "No, you're not," and it's changing. And I'm like, "All right, well, I guess I'm watching Dawson. I'm watching One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill.
I watched Charmed,
That was
One
the one
Tree
with
Hill.
the dog eating the heart. Or
Yeah,
Which one was that?
Yeah, that
was
scene.
one?
I saw that scene when it came out, and I was like,
Was that One Tree Hill?
"That was One Tree
It
Hill."
was- I
That's
remember
so
it was
crazy.
one of those things. And then there was a Seventh Heaven thing too. That
Seventh Heaven was on Channel 11 as
we
well.
were like
too.
tripping on something on Seventh Heaven too.
Oh, something like there was some crazy thing on
There's
Seventh
yeah,
Heaven.
it's all mixed
Like a
together.
child
to me.
exploding in like an oven or something because it locked from the inside like ovens do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like yeah.
I
would do
auditioned
that.
for One Tree Hill actually.
Did you really?
Yeah, actually,
For like
How old were you?
what kind
I
of
was
role
really
was it?
young. I think it was like a kid role for some
Okay.
reason. I do remember this. Because they just had like they were just holding it in this like random place that we happened to be, and I was like, oh, I might do that. I didn't set out to do it. It was literally just happening.
Oh,
I think they were just looking for people like extras or something.
oh,
Is what I would imagine.
okay. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a very old school style. Hey, you. Hey,
It's very old,
We
yeah.
we need you. Get the fuck over here, and then
Yeah, get over
obviously,
here. You got a face.
Sexually harassed
No
immediately.
fucking no.
You got a face that would look really good out of focus in the background.
Yeah,
You got a really good out of focus face.
gonna pay you in a fucking gift card or whatever.
Yeah, it was like a Chili's gift card for $5.
I did that one time. I did a role. It was a speaking role, and they paid us in Red Lobster gift cards.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I'm like, all right. I was like, it was
Red
like,
Lobster's gone now.
It is
If
gone.
you saved that gift card, you would have been shit out of luck.
It would have been, yeah, it would have, yeah, that'd be crazy to save it.
Are
for
they
like a
gone
long
for real
time.
now? Are they like actually there's no more of them?
I'm pretty sure they're completely
As far as
gone.
I'm concerned, I never tried looking them up since I heard they were like, oh, we're shutting down.
There's
What
the only
about
place
the 4 of them in Maine?
there's four in there's probably more than 4 in
I think
Maine.
in Maine probably.
But-
I feel like Red Lobster's probably trash in Maine. You know what I mean?
yeah, because
think so?
it's either trash or better.
No,
Well, it's probably better, but I imagine that the people of Maine probably don't go to Red Lobster to get their seafood.
like they're not the same quality.
it's either worse or better. Like
Well,
those are the only
No,
options.
I understand
they're
what he's
not,
saying.
They're not the same quality they are rest in the country.
the Red Lobsters are better in Maine, but I imagine the Maine-ites, what the fuck, Manians?
The main ads.
The maniacs?
The
Is that
maniacs.
it?
The main ads.
The maniacs wouldn't eat. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
Sure.
you can go to a burger joint and then you
No, Mexicans here still eat fucking Taco Bell all the time.
It's
And Chipotle.
They do eat it, but they don't.
and let me tell you something. It's way better here. It's way better.
Taco Bell here is better.
Taco Bell and Chipotle are way better here than they are in New York.
Consider it like Mexican food, but yes, they still eat it.
Yeah, that's
They're like,
dope.
it's different. I like it, but if you're gonna give me a plate of Mexican food and I'm craving Mexican, they'd be like, well, not that,
Right.
But yeah, I stay away from Chipotle for probably a decade or more because the first time I had it was when I was in New York.
Yeah.
It was just happened to be like it was on the tour thing, so we're like, oh, let's try Chipotle, and it was fucking so bad that I'm like, it took me probably 20-something, 2020-something for me to try Chipotle again.
Dude,
I was like, oh, it's actually not that bad.
I didn't have Chipotle until I got here.
Same.
Like, I think it was the first
No,
thing I
maybe
had
one
when
time I
got
had
here.
it in Connecticut. That mall in Connecticut, Danbury. Had it in Danbury once.
Oh, in Connecticut?
It's like the worst place. It's just like, it sounds like the worst place.
It's
to
just
try
a mall there. That's it. It's just a
But
mall.
like just you saying Danbury, Connecticut sounds like I would never want anything remotely close to Mexican food.
It sounds
over
like a place where Stranger Things people would grow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just just nowhere to kind of
Beans, what are those?
beans.
I've never had a bean before.
I've never seen anything like this.
Frijoles. What the heck?
the fuck is happening here? One person eats it and starts coughing up blood and disappears.
But that's what I think. You know how people always say they're like, "Oh man, Taco Bell gives me the shits," and I think it's just people that don't normally have fiber in their diet, like beans. Even though their beans are kind of like
Whatever,
they're
yeah.
like they're not the
Paste.
best beans. I think they're like you add water to a fucking powder or something.
I'm pretty
and
sure they're
beans.
just like really wet coffee beans.
It's
I don't think they're real like protein beans at all.
yeah. But I just I've never gotten the shits from
I
Me
definitely
neither.
have.
I
have, but it, like,
You have?
it makes my tummy hurt in general.
It genuinely
But I
doesn't
also
do
have
shit
it
to
late.
me.
I think that's
Nothing
why
at all.
I have it late always. And I probably pass out before I'm done digesting.
There is something
it's like-
probably to it, you know, by eating late. And also, one thing I have noticed, if you don't eat all day and then your first meal is really greasy, that's an easy way to get the shits. Just like, I've noticed, well, at least for me.
It makes
I
me
don't know,
upset.
it's
Because this week I haven't cooked in the house at all. And
Yeah.
I kind of want to really bad. I'm sick of eating out. I'm like, I'd rather just eat food at my home.
I don't know, man.
And it's annoying me.
I slaved over like two hours plus making zuppa toscana. And, it was great,
I
but
love
also...
this kinda-
I ate it in like 15 minutes, and I'm like, this just doesn't feel good at all.
It's not rewarding even slightly. Yeah.
I don't understand why people make soups for dinner. That shit feels so insane to
Well,
me.
this is like a especially
Zuppa Toscana's pretty good.
yeah.
I think it's delicious,
chunky
right?
ass potatoes, big, especially the way that I make it. First of all, I don't put the potato skins in there because I'm not a fucking psychopath.
Oh, I love potato skins.
I like Band-Aids in them.
To me, that is the equivalent.
I love it.
Like to me, I feel like you're
like
a
it.
peasant that likes eating dirt
Yes.
because especially if it's ordered out. Like if you go to Olive Garden, they're not rinsing those fucking potatoes properly. There's no way.
No, why would you?
I eat the thing that what I do is I get all of the fucking film of it, then I put it over the top of the thing and I suck it through so I get all the nutrients out.
Just like that, you throw away the actual parts of the potatoes and just can the skin and then the
Suck
film.
all the color of it. By the time it's done, it's like a piece of tape. It's fucking bland.
Yeah, I am gonna cook more, but also it's mainly because I know RFK Jr. is gonna ruin the Food Drug Administration. So like I don't want to like get food poisoning like much at an increasingly rate. That's like the big thing that I'm like, oh, let me just have stuff, and I know that it's thoroughly been washed and cooked instead of like going out because I know if they. Think of it from the perspective of you. Would you give a shit? You're working a job and you know they're not paying you enough. Are you gonna make sure it's all perfect and shit?
I don't even make my own food perfect. I'll eat salad dry.
Well,
I cut corners
that's
on my
cool.
own food like I won't figure out I'm doing it.
I don't put dressing on salad.
That's crazy.
I don't rinse my
I
chicken.
don't have what's the point?
You ever rinse your chicken? You know, it's a little slimy. It's a little, you're like, I think I can see the salmonella in it. And you're like, that's
Yeah.
all right. You can throw it in the oven
Sometimes
for like
I rinse it.
about 5
Sometimes I'm
minutes.
like, I'll chance it.
I just brine it. People, y'all don't do that?
5 minute chicken.
Brine?
And,
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
I brine all my chicken
Why?
to make it taste better and to clean it.
I could give a fuck.
wait
I
till-
mean, if I'm cooking for myself, it's literally just for sustenance.
I feel like salmonella gives it a little pop.
That's crazy.
true.
I brine all my chicken. And I taught Lily to brine her chicken too.
That's why you shit when you eat Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause my stomach is not
Your
as
stomach's all,
insane.
your stomach's all fucked up.
What do you brine
brine
it with?
I brine it with a little bit of orange peels, a little bit of salt.
Bleach? I thought
That's called bleaching. That's
I
not
thought
called
that
brining.
Oh, my bad. I thought that this entire time.
You can bleach and brine.
That's what I thought.
You can do both if you want. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm more of the orange zest kind of brine kind of guy.
I'm more of the Clorox.
I'm more of the Clorox Ajax.
Ajax.
A little bit of Ajax on my chicken.
You ever had borax, dude? That's old shit, dude. Our
I know what
grandparents used borax.
I know what borax is. Why my grandma didn't live as long as she's gonna.
Dude, you remember?
I was exposed to that. That's why she's gonna pass away soon.
I remember there was somebody in my Twitch chat once who was telling me about like how their grandmother or somebody in their family used to wash their chicken with soap, like Dawn. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure Dawn is like crazy. I'm pretty sure Dawn has like a secondary use case that's like next, like you douse yourself in it in the middle of like nuclear radiation, and you're fine, or some like weird shit like that.
I've heard
like,
about some.
You know what I mean?
I've heard some wives' tale like about that.
About Dawn.
Yeah,
where like Dawn gets out. I wish I could remember exactly what it is about Dawn.
I know it gets out oil slicks.
That might be what it is. Like, that's what it is because they used it
for the ducks
for the
and shit.
fucking oil spill.
Yeah, it gets oil off your body.
It gets oil off ducks.
Yeah,
perfectly.
No, it gets oil off of things.
Right.
Well,
but
sure.
But specifically ducks, though. It's even on. There's ducks on the fucking logo.
The duck is like,
literally.
Yeah, I'm not even joking.
And that's why.
Yeah. They're like, oh, here the
perfect
oil,
for washing
oil
your
tycoons
duck.
fucked up the ducks again. Let's go get some Dons. So it's a good like balance. Like Thanos, Thanos was like, fuck, this sucks. Get some Dawn. That's all he wanted, really.
Right.
There wasn't enough Dawn to balance.
When he was talking
Thanos.
about a new Dawn, he was talking very literally.
I hate movie Thanos. I always have a hate boner to movie Thanos.
I just like I like him because I understand there are people in this world that are that insane. So also because it's stupid, but I'm like, oh, you're just a crazy person.
Right.
It is just that you're crazy, but you think you're righteous. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, and he's too strong for anybody to be like, no.
Yeah, to like just put him down.
So insane.
He's like Scarecrow in the fucking animated series.
Oh,
in the Batman animated series. You ever see, in Batman the animated series, Scarecrow, how thin and frail he is? Do you remember that?
I remember him.
I watched that episode recently.
I remember him being a scarecrow-like man.
Bro, he was like so thin. And
I just wonder how like he ever did anything successfully.
Yeah,
I feel it would be easy just to bully him to not do anything.
Yeah, he's like a professor. Just bully him.
Yeah,
what do
like you push him really hard and he's done. He's not doing any
but then he
psychological
becomes Jordan
shit to
Peterson.
you.
Oh,
I think.
Well, yeah, that is true.
I think of that often as like,
I love
how
fear.
come no one's ever like just killed some of those bad guys from Gotham?
Well, that's the thing that annoys.
Whatever.
That's the thing that annoys.
That's gonna lead into other.
That's the plot armor that annoys me.
They'll talk about
obviously
that's how everything works.
If it was realistic, there would be a lot of people like, oh, you killed my cousin, uncle, you killed my wife, you killed, like some guard that's working at the asylum would just murder all of them and be like, yeah, that was highly worth it. Oh, you gotta go.
He'd be like a highlight Luigi Mangione. He'd be like, yeah,
like, oh,
awesome.
Thank God. Fuck you, Batman. Fuck you to death.
And we're gonna fuck you to death. And they all hoard Batman and try to rape him.
Alfred.
They're pulling.
Alfred, they're
ripping
pulling apart the
Batman's
Batmobile.
You break the rape in case of emergency glass so early on. You don't even attempt.
They're pulling at his clothes.
The rape is funny.
Alfred, they're getting into my pants. Hurry.
Fucking lazy ass.
He calls the fucking Batmobile and he tries to jump and someone pulls his pants off while he jumps.
So the
flip he does?
He narrely escaped getting sexually assaulted.
Alfred, we gotta leave the city.
Alfred's on the passenger seat and Batman's dick's just out. I don't know if it's safe. I think we need to go to Bloodhaven now. I think Gotham is full of rapists. Very good, Master Wayne. Is he very good, Master Wayne. I know this is the animated series, but my voice is recognizable as because no one gives a shit about a British Alfred other than Michael Caine.
I don't know. I think people don't give a shit about Michael Caine now.
Ah, you're right. Probably.
It's been a while.
We care about it because we
It's
saw
not like
that movie.
we remember it.
Yeah, nobody. That is true. I mean, I don't
know what the default assumption of Alfred is right now.
I think it's like
probably not
Jarvis.
even real.
It's like not Jarvis, like the helper. I forgot what his name is. The famous one from like
the hamburger helper. What are you saying?
It's like the British constable's like, very good, Master Wayne. I'll go do that right now. Like very like just the typical What is like the famous butler from like old British television called, or like books?
People call him Jeeves usually.
Jeeves, I think that's what it is. Yeah,
You
there you go.
You're talking about butlers and he forgot Jeeves?
I know Jeeves as Ask Jeeves only. That's why.
Oh, marvelous.
Oh,
Very good, sir.
I've drawn you a bath.
It sounds... Having a butler is kind of
And then
weird.
he pulls up a drawing of a bath. He says, "I said I drew you a
I
bath."
drew you
April
a bath.
Fools.
Oh, that's
literally real, by the way.
hilarious, Alfred. What do you mean that's real?
That's a scene in the Batman the Animated Series.
That Alfred did that?
Yeah, he said, "I drew you a bath." And then I was gonna call him Master Wayne. Bruce walks in and he goes, "Hey, Alfred, what's the deal?" Because the tub's empty, and he's like, "I said I drew you a bath." April Fools.
What happened? Did he kill him?
It just cuts to Scarecrow or something.
Like he's so upset he actually he breaks his rules and he shoots Alfred.
His dad. He shoots his surrogate father. He loses his fucking cool and he kills his surrogate father.
Why are you saying surrogate?
That was so stupid.
Oh, is that not the right word?
I let it slide the first time because I thought like, oh, whatever.
Adopted?
Is that not the right word?
It's surrogate.
Surrogate. There you go.
Oh, I
Surrogate.
thought you had a problem with
I
the
mixed them.
term.
I mixed them both up.
Yeah, you said surrogate, and I was like, oh, maybe it was like a
Oh.
misstep. But then he said it again. I was like,
I thought it was just kind of like a Tesla thing. I was gonna
Tesla.
ignore it.
I
Yeah,
love
was-
Tesla.
I thought they were. I thought they were the same. I knew they're different. I know each meaning, but I thought the words were the same.
I see.
Anyway,
I love Tesla.
I love Tesla. Welcome to the Snark Tank podcast. Go over to patreon.com/the Snark Tank.
Tell him.
Ooh. That's what he does.
What
on
tiers
stage
do we
now.
have? What are the tiers?
I think it's $1
Yeah.
gets you, I don't know, ad free or something.
Elon, tell him about the tiers.
Tell him we have $1 tier. I can't say anything quickly as him.
His fucking path.
$1 tier, no ads.
Crazy.
So I know a lot of you are sick of the ads. So are we. Everybody hates ads. So $1 you get the show ad free, no interruptions at all, except for when he interrupts. With a fucking dumb meme on his phone that you guys can't see or hear.
But then I tell them about it and they think about
You
it.
don't tell them about it. I describe it so that they don't attack you.
Nah,
No, they
they're
don't
fine.
attack you. Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
they're fine, dude. They're fine. They love them.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of tiers over there. Go check it out. So I don't know. What do we want? There's like a handful of things that we want to talk about.
I saw that. I did you? Because I know we talked about it briefly. But he also said Pillars of Eternity or whatever the fuck. Was
Yeah.
Path of Exile too. I saw the stream.
Oh, the stream of Elon playing?
it was-
I didn't see it. I
was
just
re-up-
heard about
It
it.
was
Crazy.
re-uploaded to YouTube.
What happened in it?
So funny.
What happened
Because
in it?
he sucks, but that's not the funny part. It's the chat because he keeps trying to ban people that are just flaming him, constantly just saying things about how fucking ugly and stupid he looks, especially in the dark and the angle because he looks terrible.
It's a rough angle.
It's a terrible
The
angle.
screenshots that I saw were really like.
People saying they're that Ashley St. Clair, they're coming to collect the money. He's the latest one that he impregnated or whatever.
Right.
Just every horrible insult you can think about was in the chat, and then he just kept trying to I need to ban these, and after a certain while,
started
he
ignoring
just the connection cut out, he was defeated. It was great seeing so many people come together, and there was almost no positive feedback. There was
Right.
almost no positive, oh, I love you, Elon. It was just mostly like, you suck so much, die and shit. And I'm
Right.
like, dude, worth the watch.
That's awesome.
It's worth the watch.
It's how long is the stream?
I don't know if there was the entire stream or something because it was just a few minutes of,
Right.
I think maybe compilations I was watching.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I saw some chat things pop up, but I wasn't sure if they were meme Photoshop or whatever.
oh yeah,
So I wasn't sure how crazy the chat actually got. But it's an amusing.
it got pretty. It didn't seem like there was any punches pulled. So that's what
Good stuff.
I don't understand why he would even do that.
Yeah.
It's like okay. I understand he is on the spectrum because seems like somebody would not understand how hated he is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't get that somehow, I guess. Where even I was like, is he serious when he's talking about I don't understand why people are being so mean to me in Tesla? And I'm like, what do you mean? You're gutting our fucking government.
Yeah,
Why would people not
yeah.
be upset?
And not only are you gutting the government, you're also unlikable.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even like that. It's not even what he's doing.
think
It's not like
that's
that
the
he's doing. It's that he's doing what he's doing, but he has zero charisma. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The thing is that people don't like him. I think that's the biggest problem. He wants to be liked so bad.
It's
does.
really
He
embarrassing.
wants to be cool.
But it's stupid
He's like,
because
"They're
he
not
used to be.
cool."
That's the thing that's fucking retarded. He used to be.
Well, that's then people
He
found
wanted to
out
be
about
liked
him,
more.
and then people are like, "Oh, you're not worth liking. You suck. You should take your
You
own
see that
life."
Zuckerberg bought a fucking mansion next to the White House?
Of course he did. It's just like fucking.
insane.
This is just like when Epstein bought a house next to Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah,
It's like the same fucking thing.
yeah.
I love that people just don't know about that shit or care.
It's crazy.
It's like, hey, you got the Mar-a-Lago, then the most notorious fucking like sex trafficker in America that we know of. Just a stone's throw away from Mar-a-Lago, essentially, by the house. So obviously they would congregate and share women all the
Yeah.
time because they've talked about how much they both like young women.
Yeah, they had like one of the two cups in the string in between their apartment.
Epstein, Jeffrey.
I
I forgot. His voice is way higher than it should be.
not now.
Well, maybe his last breath was extremely high.
Yeah,
Everything starts cracking on people.
he was damn near whistling.
He tries to. He uses a siren scream before he dies, and his head blows up. Did they show his body? Did they
His
show
head blew up.
No, there was like I remember there was like photography of
Was there like an autopsy or something? I don't remember.
I remember there was like a photograph of like them pulling the body out, and it was like kind of blurry, and then like you saw. I remember that you saw his ear, and they were like, "That's not his ear." I remember there was like a whole conspiracy about that.
I don't.
It's really funny how like
That's not his
it's
ear.
funny how he hung
Which,
himself.
like, I don't know, maybe. I
He
don't know
hung
who
himself, but he
fucking
had like
knows.
35,000 bullet wounds.
He says he looks like Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't believe he hung himself. Wow.
Yeah, he was more whole than Epstein.
yeah.
No, in fact, he was opposite. He was less whole.
Classic no end. God damn it. All right, let's talk about something else, I guess, because that robbed the inertia out of it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He was the opposite.
Yeah, okay, no end.
In
I know your rules.
And in fact, he was. He was.
I want to talk about The Last of Us 2 first because it's quick and easy. We'll get over it really quick.
Kilu 2.
So The Last of Us Season 2's, I think, about to be out
This weekend.
Oh, it's this weekend.
this weekend.
It
So
debuts on the weekend?
yeah,
Yeah, Wednesday, Sundays.
Sundays. Okay.
Sundays.
Sunday.
And
Cannot wait to see John Wheeler again.
I can't wait to see him
Hello,
die.
sneeze,
I
Doreen.
cannot wait.
It's gonna be in the first 10 seconds. You're gonna see the HBO logo, which takes about 5 seconds, and he's gonna be.
It's actually gonna be
Bink, bink.
it's gonna be built into the splash screen for the logo. Not even in the story. It's just like it's assumed. But yeah, so fucking I don't know, man. It's happening. They're doing it. I think they're gonna restructure that this next season a lot. 'Cause
2,000,000%.
I think they even said that season 2 is going to be or Last of Us 2 is going to be season 2 and 3. So they're already like
so
they're already
adding
fucking
on.
with it. Yeah, I think they're gonna delay certain things a little bit later on because I think obviously why wouldn't you do that?
We've already seen Abby's
Yes.
actress, right? Right, we already got her.
Yeah,
right?
and she looks more like Ellie, and then Ellie's actress looks
like.
like Gizmo.
Yeah.
And so like we kind of gotta look.
That's
I
always
don't
been-
look. I know it's mean. I understand, but like she just doesn't look.
She doesn't look like Ellie.
intimidating at all. There's a screenshot going around from like I don't know if it was like a teaser trailer for The Last of Us Season 2 or what, but it's like it's Ellie with a gun and held to the camera, and it looks fucking laughable, dude. Like if that was in front of me, I don't even think I would be. Even if that gun was loaded with bullets that would kill me and then kill my lineage,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be afraid. Like I don't know if I could find fear in me.
Yeah.
It's the least intimidating actress you could have possibly chosen for this role, especially knowing it would be one thing if there was just The Last of Us 1, right? And you were like, let's make a TV show of The Last of Us 1.
Yeah.
I could see it maybe because it's like, oh yeah, she's like young looking and you know timid or whatever. But then, like, with the knowledge that The Last of Us 2 exists, knowing that she's gonna have to play this character after, I don't know why you would have chosen this person.
It definitely.
Like, it's just bad casting.
It is. It's one of those things.
What is
where,
the time frame between 2 and 1 again? 1 and
I don't know.
A while.
it's a
I
bit,
think
right? It's like
she's-
6 years, right?
I mean, she's a lot older. I
Yeah,
know that.
like
for
6
I think
sure.
it's like
right?
5 years or something like
Yeah.
that. Because she's like what, like 14?
She's like 12, 13. In the
She's
first
like
one.
13, 14, and I think she's like over 18 in The Last of Us 2.
So that's Chat GPT.
Yeah, ask ChatGPT. Let's use this is the best use for AI, by the way.
Dude, ChatGPT has been solid for me except for like one thing so far. And I always try it on Google afterwards just to see.
It's night and day.
It's goddamn. It's really unfortunate because, but anyway. So the question is, how old is Ellie in The Last of Us Part 1 versus The Last of Us Part 2?
Yeah.
How old is Ellie in The Last of Us Part 1 versus Part 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shut up. Great question. 14 and then 19 and
Yeah.
2.
So there you go. Look how quick that was.
It's
by the
so
way.
quick and so unnecessarily thorough.
Yeah, I usually tell it after I'm done. Like, just give me the details I don't need.
Yeah, because
Just give me the answer. I don't need any
like
flourish.
in conclusion or so, and then it gives me that. But you could have just put that at the top.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's still better than Google, where it's just like, how old was Ellie in The Last of Us Part 1? And then it's like an essay about The Last of Us Part 1. It's like, Neil Druckmann was 5 years old when he first thought about killing an older man's daughter. It never stopped. It never left him.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah, so it's a while. A while passes, and she still looks like a baby. In fact, she looks younger somehow in season 2. They could have at least put makeup on her face to make her. So at this point, she might as well look like an old woman.
Yeah,
So
they did some wild restructuring as far as the plot goes and how the length of it. So obviously, it's probably like a year or two later, or something that they're gonna spin it. I imagine. That
would be crazy, but yeah.
I mean, but like, how is he going to justify her looking exactly the same?
I don't know. I guess they're just gonna hope you buy it because she is that old. She is older, in fact, in real life. So it's like maybe like, well, I mean,
we have to do that for Stranger Things, like where they all look.
Yeah.
The last season,
Finn Wolfhard looks like
dude,
he looks like ridiculous.
I was like, wow, and I don't see
Particularly Lucas, the black kid, looked way older in the last season. I'm like, he's a young man now.
Millie Bobby Brown's supposed to be like a child, and she's got
Millie
a rack
does not
now.
look like Millie does not look like because like all I see on Reels is like she's always advertising. She's making bank advertising stuff. Like soulless advertising. I'm like, I wish. But yeah, it's always some stupid shorts and stuff, and then every time too, some lipstick. Never wears a bra. And I'm just like, she's so, I think, purposely trying to be like, I'm not 11. Stop. Yeah. Stop trying to think of me as
Drake
11.
is in the comments.
Yeah, dude, probably.
I can't wait to buy these.
With sock account that his name's like raked.
It's just not
Drake
Drake.
backwards.
Not Drake.
It's
Stop with this backwards shit.
E-card.
E-card.
Sucks.
E-card. Yo, it's me, E-card.
Yeah.
You're so hot, but I liked you, a few years ago better.
That's wild.
Thought a snake touched me.
I mean, imagine, because he doesn't seem like he's talking to her now, but he was her fucking best friend when she was a kid.
Yeah, she was giving her help with boys or something.
Boys advice. Imagine even weird. I think we talked about this once because it's like it's borderline weird to give your like say cousin advice like that. Like if you had a baby cousin and she was like want to talk to you about boys, you'd be like, okay, we're blood. I want to make sure that you don't get fucked over by some dudes or whatever. I think that's like the line. Well, now imagine if it was like
I think if it's your cousin, I think
a neighbor.
I think
it was like the neighbor girl or something.
Right.
You know what
right.
I mean? Then it's like
it's different.
She's your neighbor, but also doesn't she have siblings? Doesn't she have a mom?
I think it not being related to you is like a hard cutoff, right?
That's what I mean. Like
hard.
I say the cousin thing just because like I it's around the country, man. There's some people that's not even a line. You know what I mean?
For even it's
little
like my
people are too friendly with their cousins. You know what I mean?
Definitely is weird.
It's true.
My nephew, when he had girl problems, he was like, "King, what the fuck?" I was like, "Look, dude, you're asking the worst nigga ever about this. First and foremost, I have one sex relationship and that's it, and I hate it sometimes." So, and he's like, "Isn't that all of them?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I don't know." He didn't have our grandpa. I was like, our grandpa was good at that, and he's very dead. And he's like, yeah, I'm aware. It's like, so I don't know, man. Yeah. Ask your mom.
Man, for socially, it's different though. To
just ask the internet.
Part knowledge on ChatGPT.
Just ask ChatGPT.
Ask Andrew Tate.
That's actually kind of interesting. Yeah,
ask Andrew Tate.
Probably back in the day he would have, because I still find this wild. New listeners, if you didn't know, I first discovered Andrew Tate on Your Mom's House podcast. He was the first guest in their brand new studio when they moved to Texas. And this was before anybody knew who he was. So I was like, who the fuck's this guy? I thought he was a complete joke. I thought he was like literally putting on a I'm a character.
Oh, like a satire.
Yeah, I thought he was
everybody thought
satire.
that.
I was like, oh, this guy's hilarious. Like, I love this guy. I went to follow him on Twitter, and he was following me already. And I was like, what the fuck? His name was Elvwoodon. And apparently that was his second Twitter because the first one got banned. So I was like, oh, man, dude. I was like, hey, man, I didn't realize you were following me. Like, you're hilarious or something. And he said some stupid Confucius shit to me. I was like, what the fuck? This guy's weird. But anyway, I feel weird about that. This super rapist sex trafficker guy was actually serious the whole time. And I'm like, oh, why was he following me?
I loved what you had to say.
And I was like, that's what I was like, dude.
Imagine
what the fuck does that say about me?
That'd be funny if like I checked my follows and Myron is like one of my likes every time.
Dude,
every time I said, I'd be like, oh no,
Myron would hate you.
I would. He would.
He would absolutely hate you.
He would hate. Well, so y'all, if he discovered you through Snark Tank and he heard some of the shit that you would say, against them. He would be like,
which
oh yeah,
them? Several groups of them. Apparently,
everybody knows what that means, brother. Do I need to add some parentheses on it? Some brackets?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
But like Myron, because we've heard how much he's. I just don't understand the openness of doing it.
He's on like. This would be an all-star run if it wasn't just bigotry. Because it's like, what are you like, dude? Chill, my boy. Like that's enough.
Like what? Who
every
hurt him?
day he's on something new.
Is it because he's like Sudanese or something? Isn't he from like Sudan or something?
He's a Sudani, I think.
Yeah,
no,
like is it like? I thought he was Sudanese.
I think he's what's the other one called?
I don't know any of these
Chat
people.
GPT.
I still have not seen an episode of Fresh and Fit or any of these
Is
things.
Myron from Fresh and Fit? Oh, oops, I'm using the wrong one. It's where it's recorded.
I think he's Somalian.
Oh, is he Somal? He's a pirate?
He might be.
Oh, wow.
Somalians are pirates.
That's right. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, I don't know any.
Caribbean.
I don't know any different.
Is Myron from Fresh and Fit Sudanese or Somalian? It caught almost nothing but from Somalian. Cool. Maybe.
All right, well.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's.
Hey man, props that like at least they're not. Oh, we need to get some, like if it was like the reverse, like if it was like reverse Uno Bryan Singer, and they were like, oh, let's hire someone who's like, oh, they have the those type of young girls that as soon as they turn 18, bam, like that kind of thing, and people get very creeped out about. Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're saying.
And so I said reverse Bryan Singer, meaning that like Bryan Singer would work with like young boys, and so he's a fucking pervert. So there would be directors and producers that would work with young girls that they're kind of like, it's almost like a grooming situation where they're almost kind of like keeping them around. Or it was like, oh man, this girl's like, you're a beautiful young lady, but then they're kind of like chomping their bits to like waiting for them to grow up and shit, kind of a thing.
That's so weird.
To me, this just seems like here's this. I'm trying not to be mean, but here's this ugly young girl that's just a good actor. This is great.
Trying not to.
But I'm just like, it's not. I'm saying kind
She
of.
looks strange. She does.
She does.
Subjectively, it's okay to admit that.
She has a unique face. She looks like a character.
She knows that.
She looks
She
like.
must.
She looks like
How do
someone.
you not?
She knows what she looks
She's
like.
clearly British.
That's wild.
She's clearly British.
That's excellent.
She's
I'm just
clearly
saying.
It would be
from
like
my-
me, like not knowing I was short. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
what are you saying?
Exactly.
Like, of course.
What do you mean? I'm short.
I
What
just
do you
think
mean?
I just like I'm so used to there being so much like perversion and a lot of like Hollywood stuff, especially when it comes to young people, that this feels like the complete opposite, where it's like
Feels
this
like
is purely
inclusion.
casting. It kind of does in a way that like how many unconventionally like. I'm not. How many ugly people get these starring roles? You know what I mean? It doesn't happen very often.
Ellie is also
Sure.
meant to heavily not be sexualized. I guess
That's why, like, I feel. That's why I feel like it's kind of cool in that way.
I don't like this avenue of conversation though, because like I've seen that it's like, oh man, people are annoyed that like they don't want to fuck the main character of The Last of Us. Like it's literally, brother, she's just not. She just looks distracting.
I think both
and
things can
she's
be-
not imposing.
I think both things can be true.
Yeah.
Like
One doesn't
there's
have
some
to prove
people.
the
There's
other.
people.
no, but I think a lot of people think that that's the only criticism.
Well,
that
those
people
people
have.
are
wrong.
stupid as shit.
Well,
because
I'm talking about it.
well, right, but see, to me, it's like I don't want to not go in that avenue. I'll want to clarify and be like, no, normal people are just like, oh yeah, she's ugly, looks weird. You know, it's just like
And some
I'm
people are
sorry.
like, why can't I fuck her?
And then you
Why
have
can't-
the guys that are typing on the forums and stuff. You see them; they're the ones that are upset she's not hot, and I'm like,
sure,
yeah, you're fucking weird, dude. Who gives a shit?
That is
Granted, I wish every female character in the game was hot, but like,
oh my god, I saw this YouTuber. I don't know who this guy is. He's blonde. He's like wearing like a suit. Fucking kind of ugly dude, but he acknowledges it. He's like, I know I'm ugly. He made a video talking about Andy Pants Gaming. Remember that dude?
Yeah.
Holy shit. He made a video. Andy Pants Gaming made a video about Monster Hunter Wilds.
What the fuck could he possibly have to say about Monster Hunter Wilds?
He's inventing outrage. Like, I didn't see. Maybe you can find it somewhere. I did not see anywhere anyone talking about.
Let me guess. Let me throw out a guess. I've only played Monster Hunter Wilds for about...
I'm sure you're going to get it right. There's
30 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
There are black people in the desert.
Oh, that's a good guess, but no. Actually, see, you would think he would have a problem. His problem is he says the woke are mad about Monster Hunter Wilds because there's hot women in the game.
Oh, what?
I have not seen one person complain about this.
Yeah.
I've not seen, actually, as a matter of fact, the game seems to me to lean more towards quote-unquote wokeness because there's... like there's prominent females in the stuff. The men look like twinks in the game.
Yeah,
there's diverse fucking like a brown kid. There's like it's
right.
It doesn't. If anything,
I thought that would be an issue because like
there's
even though obviously they're in the desert.
They're in the desert, but there's quote unquote from their perspective there's DEI in the game. But no, he invented a scenario that the wokes are so mad, dude. It's to the point he took a Steam review.
Oh my god!
Cropped out the username,
right?
And was like, "Look at this woke person complaining about hot people in the game."
And it's him.
So it wasn't him. That would have been hilarious. It was a guy that's clearly trolling, who has a Clint Eastwood. If we're saying, "Oh, this is a woke guy," his fucking avatar's Clint Eastwood. I'm like, yeah. You know how woke progressives love Clint Eastwood?
Yeah. Everybody, everybody loves him.
And then you looked at the history of his reviews of this person. He just goes and trolls. So he sometimes pretends to be like anti-woke or woke. And Andy Pants Gaming knew this enough to crop out his name so you wouldn't go find out for yourself. You wouldn't
go find it, yeah.
And I was like, this guy is the shittiest grip. Like, I know we've said that before, but it's like unbelievable that he has an audience. It's unbelievable.
It really devalued like, I don't know, man. That kind of thing made me feel like an audience isn't valuable. It's because it's so easy. Like what even is the, I don't know. Like what even is the point? If it's that easy to do.
I really, there was, we talked about doing our things. I didn't push, doing the Grifter channels. I just can't do it.
I did one video and it got like 20K. And I was so disappointed by that.
It really got 20K?
Yeah, with no subscribers or anything. And I was like, I'm just deleting this channel. Like, this bothers the hell out of me.
That's excellent.
No one ever found it, by the way. No one ever. But what I loved about it, too, is like, when I decided to delete it, I was like, I love the idea that people are out there looking. Because like there's gonna be there's gonna be like real videos, where people are gonna be like, "Is this Chris?"
Yeah,
and those people who make those videos are gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
There were screenshots that seemed kind of plausible around the timeline.
Yeah.
Oh, this channel just started, and it's actually really should show you that how funny it is that there's people that are grifters are aware of this. They're like, "Oh, these guys are grifters. I can do it too."
Right, exactly.
And so they're propping up all the time, and that's why they're like, "Oh, is this you guys?"
It's like the gold rush or something.
It 100% is like the gold rush. Yeah. It's fucking 1849 right now, dude.
Anyway, we can move on to DMC. Last of Us, whatever. I don't know. I think it's bad casting. I think she's just like, she's not imposing in any, like there's a lot of very specific imagery from The Last of Us 2 where like they even do it like the poster where it's the cover of The Last of Us 2. They did it with Bella Ramsey, and it just looks fucking comical. Like it looks like she looks like a cherub. Like it's the least
she looks like
intimidating person you could possibly.
Like someone that would be like the transatlantic slave trade. It was not a bad idea if you really think about it.
She just doesn't look right. I'll see it. Maybe the show's better. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm sure.
See.
Like, I enjoyed watching the show.
I think the show is a good show.
I think the first season of the show is good, but I also think the first game is better. So, like, I do think that's probably.
I need to play the.
We'll see.
I haven't played the first game since it came out, so I actually don't. I have to play it to do that.
I think the game
is
a better game.
You're saying the game is better than the show.
I think
I'm saying, well, yes, certainly, but also I think.
What were you saying? I didn't.
I was just saying, like, I think The Last of Us Part 1 is just a better. It's just better as a.
Oh, an experience.
yeah.
Oh, overall,
As a
compared
story.
to the second.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Oh, gotcha.
And so, like, I
Understand.
think like season 2 just inherently is going to be like.
I'm
kind of
excited
problem.
because I feel like this is an opportunity
To fix the narrative beats of season 2.
to make it.
That's true. Yeah, they could do that.
Because that's my.
I
jargon.
still like and think that's a good game with a good story. But my
Sure.
problem with it is just that like it feels disjointed at the worst moments. Like the moments where things should come together, it's like switch, and it's like no, not right now. Not right now.
It completely reminds me of my Assassin's Creed Shadows experience, like beat for beat, where there are parts in the game where I'm feeling a little bit like there's immersion. Actually, I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying this. And then it rips me out to some stupid flashback or something dumb, or
No, I'm a black person.
things
What
are
the
happening
fuck?
in a weird way that I'm just like, I unfortunately am not enjoying this as much as I would like to.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt playing The Last of Us Part 2, where I was just like, I'm not, especially the crescendo really was Joel getting beaten up. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
what is going to be more crazy about that? And you blew your load at the beginning
Yeah,
of the game.
it never really gets
The little
there.
kid,
The little kid getting punched in the
by a
face is
grown man.
hilarious.
Getting leveled by a grown man.
I can't wait to see that in live action.
I'm gonna record
They
this.
better do that.
That's good.
What game are you waiting on the most? Like, what game are you most excited for in the future?
Ooh, it's interesting.
Oh, that's a good question. Oh man,
I know what mine is.
There's a
It's
couple.
probably pretty obvious what mine is.
Baldur's Gate 4,
No,
Kingdom Hearts 4,
Kingdom
No.
Hearts 4?
Pokemon,
it's a numbered game for sure.
Pokemon. Oh, I thought
Call
it
of
would
Duty
be.
Black Ops 7.
Yeah, Black Ops 7.
It's a game that
Earth
nothing.
Defense 6?
Digimon
7.
Story Cyber Sleuth
That already came out. That existed a while ago.
2,
Samurai Warrior 6.
No. What
Animation
game?
3,
Okay, I'm done. That's enough. That's enough.
5.
I actually can't wait for Animation 3, the remaster. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Obviously, it's Resident Evil Remake 5.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
No game
I don't think
has
it's that
me-
obvious actually.
Every
necessarily.
time we
I just
talk about that game, my eyes light
Right,
up.
I just forgot about
I'm
it.
so excited for it.
I really want to co-op with Corey Taylor, the Slipknot singer's son, Griffin,
Yeah.
because he's never played the Resident Evil franchise. It was crazy. So his mom-in-law convinced him to play, so he's playing through it. And I was like, bro, if you need co-op for 5, bring me. Like
That's hilarious.
An experience. I've never played that game with someone who's never played it. That's got to be fucking
That
great.
game
That's got to
is-
feel.
That's got to be a
That is
wild-
definitely
yeah.
one of my top 3 video. Like, me and my friend would play that game and blast Lil Wayne and Drake and play that game. Like, we're high
It's a
as
sleeper.
kites.
That
It's
seems
one.
like such a vibe killer.
It's
Like
such
Lil Wayne and
it's
Drake
su-
during a
it's
Resident Evil.
Such a vibe.
The vibe is already.
The vibe is
It's so
insane.
goddamn sunny in the beginning of the game. It's all
Right.
like it's such a different fucking tone, and when you look at the user reviews, it's kind of unanimous. Where people are kind of like, well, this is so far removed from like what I kind of wanted,
Sure.
but I had so much fun playing this. You know, it's like that.
Yeah.
I love that game so
I feel like that
much.
was Infinite.
Oh, Bioshock Infinite?
Yeah, I feel like that was the same kind of a thing where
Yeah.
so far removed from like the
It's so
Rapture.
different from the original Bioshock, yeah.
Yeah, but also I have so much fun
killing
playing
those
that game.
Africans.
Dude, hopping off
was a
that skyhook and
ball,
like
bro.
beating people, like jumping on that rail and like jumping
Oh,
off and
man.
beating people and then shotgun and levitating somebody and then shoot. It's fun, man.
It's fun
I don't.
shit.
I really don't understand the
Fucking-
criticisms about that game's combat.
fucking
I really do
reverse
feel like
you-
it's a skill issue for a lot of people.
It might
must
be
be.
that. Because I had so much fun. I
give
love
that.
the fucking. I want a model of one of those Patriots because I think that's the most silliest fucking.
Oh,
thing.
it's so cool.
Like a
Yeah.
George Washington Gatling gun thing.
It's so
crazy.
ridiculous. So Resident Evil 5 for you?
Yeah.
I think it's like a mix of GTA 6. I'm just so curious about.
Yeah, I want to get it over with. I want to experience it. Already.
Judas. That's the Bioshock guy
Oh,
making a new thing, and Marathon probably just out of sheer curiosity. I must know what they're doing. The stream tomorrow. I'm gonna be streaming that, by the way. By the time you hear this, it'll be over. Oh, so it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna be streaming that because I have to see.
ooh,
But those are the only 3 in my mind right now that I can pull out.
that's interesting. I definitely agree with you with GTA 6. I agree with him. It's fun. I agree both of you with that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Resident Evil 5. That's gonna be. I don't play a lot of co-op. I don't do a lot of PvP. I don't do a lot of. I usually just play with myself. You know, while I'm playing a video game.
Sure.
You know? So. Yeah,
I want to play that game with Lily. I want to play Resident Evil 5 with Lily.
I'm gonna force
see her
JoJo
and see
to
Lily
play it.
because she can't play games like that. She does not have.
That's great.
She doesn't have that level of awareness for video games that she can't do it.
Yeah,
That's
like,
great.
Watching her play a shooting game is like what it's like giving a cat a pencil and telling them to solve a math problem.
It's that bad?
Like taping them down.
It's that bad.
It's insane. Like the cat might move the pencil.
I feel like since we're around the same age, it shouldn't be that bad. I feel
She
like that's
never
reserved for,
played
like, a
games
boomer.
like that. She never played games like
But
that.
like she understands the concept. Okay, you're just like it's like a cat trying to. Okay, so I'm gonna quit. Okay, all right, fair enough.
It's crazy. Like, and it's crazy is that on PC she actually has good aim. Like we did the
So she's
the
just-
the Kavastov, whatever it is the
So she's okay
aim
with a mouse and
simulator.
key.
The thing that like shoot targets, like target appears on
Aim
screen.
Labs.
Aim labs. She was like cold. Like it was like like on
So she can
percentile.
just-
So
She
you
can
just
do
can't
mouse-
move around.
She can't move around and stay calm long enough to execute a plan that can protect her.
Well, Aim Labs is a PC game, right? You can't start a fucking 20-something-year-old off on a PC game. Like it's ridiculous.
no, she can't even do it on console. She just
Console's
can't do
built
it.
for that. So like, I mean, if she can't do it on console, she's not gonna be able to do it on PC.
She can't she can't see an enemy.
WASD to move around is just objectively stupid.
It's
so like
definitely worse.
you're not gonna get.
I hate it so much, but the thing is, if you grew up with like say JoJo, she's only mouse and key.
Right.
So it's funny watching her play. Like when she bought a Switch and she's like, okay, I'm gonna dock it, and she's like. It took her a while to get used to like stupid Joy-Con shit.
But it's
She's
easier.
Like,
It's easier, but it's
like
aiming feels horrible.
she's
on
like
it.
she's like, oh, I'm gonna play fucking like I'm a whoop what was it called that Hollow Knight. Yeah. So I whoop it on with fucking like just pressing key, and I'm like I was
That's
like
psychotic.
doesn't that feel gross? But like no, not to her.
That's like that's like playing like Gran Turismo with like a DDR pad or something. Like I don't even understand what the fuck you're doing.
You're getting it.
I mean I feel you because especially since I went the opposite where I
Right.
had to get used to playing on a mouse and key. Where
Well, me
I remember
too.
when I first started emulating.
I can do it
like,
now.
Oh, I have the first fucking like Mad Cats and those fucking controllers were so fucking shit that it was just
they were
better
so
to
bad,
play on
yeah.
a fucking mouse and key.
Yeah.
So I'm playing Mega Man X and all that shit, just like which still feels disgusting because if you need to,
I would have rather played on a Wii controller than the fucking Mad Catz version of anything.
yeah, no, for sure.
The control is kind of fine in its own terrible
Are
way.
you
You just
crazy?
hold it sideways.
It's a rectangle
It's-
remote. Are
it
you joking?
feels so stupid.
It's the process of using it feels as dumb as it could
It's like I'm
possibly
playing
be.
on a robot's cock.
I think that's the
dude.
worst controller
It's crazy.
I've ever used.
Keep going.
I'm
Almost
about to
there.
finish. Wiggle it a bit.
Don't forget the head.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I really hated the Wii.
Yeah,
I
I
really
just
hated using that.
I
thing.
am. I saw a video. I just started because of my disdain for Nintendo. They recommended me a video that's going pretty viral right now from a guy named Bearman3600. It's just simple. Do not buy the Switch 2. And
Oh yeah, that's gonna work.
I know it almost has 900K. It blew the fuck up.
Yeah,
And I watched it, and like he just goes through all the beats that we kind of talked about already.
sure. Yeah.
But like in a very compelling and this guy, I've never heard of this guy before, but I was like, oh, he's one of the better talkers that just like no bullshit, no fat. He's just going through. He's like, stop giving these niggas so much money, please. Like just it's almost like just a plea of like, stop. We'll get better shit if you just stop fucking buying this shit.
I think that console is going to still sell decently well, but it's not gonna.
It will. It's not
gonna blow up.
it's not gonna hit as much.
It's not gonna reach. It's not gonna reach the Switch heights and like stuff like that.
No.
well, that's
because-
not going to be possible, really.
right. But like
I
it's
think-
Nintendo never does that.
Well, like 2 in a row. Like two.
Well, Nintendo traditionally always like they hit a spike and then they trail downwards.
because wasn't
The NES sold more than the SNES.
Yeah, it
The
makes sense.
SNES sold more than the N64.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
the
the
GameCube didn't sell well.
and the N64 sold more than the GameCube.
Yeah,
And there was the Wii that like blew up, and the Wii was really only big because it was cheap,
Yeah.
and it appealed to like grandmothers and moms. And
Everyone,
shit.
everybody
So, like,
had one.
That's true,
the
but, like-
and the Switch also is like they had the Wii U, and that was like a fucking traumatic dip.
Right.
And then the Switch was like that was a new thing at the time, and everybody was curious about it. It's like, oh, what like a it's a console, but it's a handheld at the same time.
But that's half of like the whole, because of every portable console sold better than the last portable console.
What do you mean?
The Game Boy didn't sell as good as the Game Boy Color, didn't sell as good as the Game Boy Advance, didn't sell as good as the SP, and then the DS era was just insane.
Right, but what
the
I'm
DS
saying,
era was so insane that the Wii U did so bad.
But like, sure.
And then they were fine. They were like, it's okay that it's doing bad.
Do you remember
it's doing bad.
I can't. It's so weird. Like,
isn't the 3DS like the third most sold console of all time?
No shot. The
Isn't
3DS?
Isn't it like it's definitely top 5?
I would be surprised to hear that.
Like if worldwide sales,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think the 3DS is definitely up there.
I wouldn't be
the Nintendo
surprised.
3DS?
Yeah.
Oh, so you see the issue here is that
There's also like 4 of them.
No, so they didn't.
Dick suck. Three
So
dick
they didn't-
sucks. Is that what it stands for?
So here's the
Double screen.
irritating.
That's it.
I thought
Double
it was
screen.
3 dick sucks.
So
No.
the Nintendo
So
the Nintendo 3DS sold 75 million, and the PSP sold 80. Game Boy Advance 81. Game Boy and Game Boy Color are the same, so the 118. And Nintendo DS was 154. So like I guess it's just barely getting in the top 5. I guess.
So the dick suck was like is the most dominant.
Although Game Boy and Game Boy Color are like folded into the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
I mean, look, I imagine those things would have sold better because you know what's so funny? We always talk about Sega always being ahead of its time. Fucking the Game Gear
oh yeah.
had fucking LEDs. Dude, it had a backlight. It
did.
It's like
Some technology comes too early though. It's like Microsoft with the tablet computer in the 90s.
yes.
We're like, what? We don't even have laptops that are convenient. Like, you're gonna make a tablet computer now?
I think those kind of things are just like. I think if those things don't sell well, we would get better stuff, but they never don't sell well, like the basic shit.
It pisses me off,
and
man.
the market's too
because the
open.
Game Boy Advance sucked.
What?
And then the SP came out. SP is just a
Well,
better
because
version of it.
It's just like finally.
The SP was a better version. It just was.
I'm not saying that's not true. I'm just saying like to say the Game Boy Advance sucked. Is
It didn't
crazy.
suck, but the SP was a better
well,
idea
it's
that was
just-
right behind.
It's better because it's like, oh, here's something that, like I said, Game Gear did forever ago.
Right.
We're finally going to implement
But
this.
the rechargeable battery, that was a game changer. The rechargeable battery was insane.
Yeah, because you needed like 7. You needed like 14 9-volt batteries to use the Game Gear properly. It was ridiculous, and it only lasted like 2.5 hours.
It was 6 batteries.
The game-
It was
the
6
game-
AA's.
the Game
I had a
Gear-
Game Gear. It was a lot.
The Game Gear
You
had to be
buy a
hooked up
fucking
on an
pack of
apparatus, and you had to put it in the middle of your house to get
Look,
all the soul energy.
they had-
and you'd be like, I can play for 25 minutes.
How much- do you
This is
remember how much-
amazing. My light bill's gonna be through the roof.
Remember how much?
Remember how much the Game Gear was when it came out?
No, I was a kid, so my mom got it for me.
Do you have like a memory of it being like expensive?
So I'm assuming my mom was always like a markdown type of person. So I imagine she got it when it was already failing or something. So like, cause we got and she got a few games. I had an X-Men game, I had a Bruce Lee game.
She got it in 2003.
This Bruce Lee game, it wasn't no.
got it away
I
for
was
him.
definitely still like very young when I had it, and
yeah.
I did take it places with me. Of course, I don't know what. Again,
you'd
I
have
don't
to
have it, so I don't know what happened. Clearly, even for me, it failed because I didn't keep it around. I
Yeah.
still wish I had it just for
Oh, of course,
keepsake.
yeah. I wish I had my PSP.
Did you have to like fucking do actual surgery? Did you have to bring out like a little tool belt? We had to change the batteries. You're like, God, sorry, I'm changing my batteries to my Game Gear.
Like the thing was, the backlight was so goddamn impressive. Like it's that's I was like, a world without that shit is weird to think about. Where I'm like, I can't believe I bought
right?
an attached light to play at night.
I know.
so
that shit
stupid.
really
I
is
swear to
crazy.
God, there were times at nighttime that I was playing Pokemon on the Game Boy and I could see it. And I don't know either if I was on the edge of some sort of evolution or I was just imagining that.
You know,
But
you probably did that. I used to
know-
do.
I know I could. Like, was I putting it like against the street light or something like that?
Well-
at the perfect end because I know it was dark.
Well, Pokemon is a good game for that because it's turn based. You know, there's not really, you don't need to react really quick.
Yeah.
But like I remember like being in car rides home and playing like Pokemon Gold or something on the Game Boy Advance or the Game Boy.
Well, it's
whatever.
dark. You'd wait.
And you'd wait for like the lights
Oh,
to illuminate the screen so you could play.
Yeah.
What a wild
I still
time.
might have my attachment for the Game Boy Advance, like where.
I have my light still.
Yeah, you still have the light.
I still have the light. I have the Game Boy Advance. There was also one that was like. It was almost like a magnifying glass or something. It was like a weird like clamshell.
Oh right,
thing.
yes,
I don't know what it was. It was like a light, basically.
Yes, I do remember that.
That you'd bend over the top of the
I do remember that because
Yeah.
if you're blind, it can help you like see it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. If I remember correctly, there might have been a version of the color that had a light on it, a light built into it, like a backlight.
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I just don't remember.
Yeah,
Not the color.
I might be
because I remember the SP was like that was the big thing about it.
that was. I mean, that was a huge selling. But I feel like
I lost my shit
was
when I got
prob-
SP, man.
I'm probably
was very
misremembering something because I've always like the SP was the revolutionary.
I'm sad that
thing.
mine's like not really working.
What is it? Your SP?
I don't know where any of that shit
The
is.
battery doesn't hold a charge anymore.
That is all the
I
shit.
don't know what happened to mine. It just walked off. Of course.
All that
you
shit
move enough and then
was
things-
I
things
moved
go
them.
down.
That's the area when I moved from New York to upstate, and I lost so much. I broke shit. I lost shit. I don't know where it went. My grandmother definitely offloaded shit. She was like, "Oh, we couldn't find this." Nah, it got thrown away or it got given to the fucking church. And I'm just like,
That sucks. Some random church has your Game Boy.
Yeah, fucking pastors all fucking like going crazy.
maybe. I remember I brought. Oh my god!
Pokemon is crazy.
So this is a fucking
Wow, Pokemon's
flashback.
crazy.
This
Ow,
is a
stop with the
flashback.
teeth.
I went. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
So I went to church. This is a church called Grand Central Tabernacle, right on 167th Street in the Grand 169th Street in the Grand Concourse.
Okay,
I went to that church. I remember I brought Pokemon there one time because my grandmother was like, "You can play Pokemon." I'm like, what? That's crazy. I played it and a bunch of them were like, "You're playing that devil worship game," and that was the moment I realized I hated niggas. I was like, "Oh no, you guys are garbage."
That's so crazy.
This is a game about animals.
The Catholic school that I went to was so like barely Catholic, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like we literally
Very-
like, we would
yeah.
bring Smash Brothers. I remember a kid brought his GameCube like damn near every day, and when school would end, like an after school period would begin, we just hooked it up to the TV in the math room, and the teacher would just be in the back grading papers, just watching. Like, oh, I don't understand what's happening. He was definitely too old to play that shit.
Yeah.
Like so, it's not like he was like a younger guy who was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that's cool, man. Yeah.
I
it's-
definitely
yeah, but you were in a weirder culty type of church, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Southern Baptists were very similar in a way, not in the style, but at least in the conviction, because it was like that too. I remember Batman Forever had just come out recently, and they had the soundtrack, and the soundtrack was kind of fire. Like, Kiss by a Rose.
Yeah, of course.
Bone Thugs. Like, so I'm listening like
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
yeah, and I'm like I'm in a we were doing a church function thing, and I'm just singing some Bone Thugs, and like they were like mad at me. You can't be singing. I'm like,
Stop singing Bone Thugs
what
and
the
Harmony.
fuck up? Like I'm a little kid enjoying. What is it? 95? So I'm like 7 or some shit. And they're like, oh, you can't be singing. I'm like, wait, why am I gonna join the Bone Thugs? Is that what's gonna happen? What is that? What is me enjoying this song going to do? And
How
I'm
about
like,
I eat everybody in this room? Huh? How
You're
about
gonna
I
be
eat you?
I might kill all of you.
you're gonna be racist Bone.
I'll be racist.
Bigot Bone.
You got busy bone. You got crazy bone. You got racist bone.
He's just thrown in there. Like it's all the normal bones, and
Yeah.
then there's you,
Child
racist
you,
bone.
child
Racist
you.
Child you. He's the most racist member of the group by far, by a mile.
I love that. I love Bone Thugs, dude.
I respect Bone Thugs Harmony a lot. Never
That's
met
funny.
respect from
I
me.
just like they were. I mean,
I wouldn't listen to their music because I wasn't.
There's a huge.
I was a fucking little black kid from New York, and that's not the kind of music you listen to there because that's like about like bettering your mind. And I was like, nah, man, I want to listen to freaking listen to Big Pun talk about killing people of different ethnicities.
Indeed.
I love Big Punisher is such a.
Big
It sounds like it's like
Punisher.
a villain name to me.
I like the idea of Punisher and Big Punisher existing in the same world.
I guarantee.
Whereas, like,
There's two,
There's Punisher, and then there's a big
and then there's Big Punisher.
I guarantee you,
He's
by the
bigger
way.
Punisher.
I guarantee you, by the way. No shot anybody listening knows what the fuck we're talking about. With Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Yeah,
no, I
There's
think
no
some of them
shot.
do. I think some of them do.
I'm sure maybe like 1%.
there's a very small like. I bet Jordan knows.
Of course, Jonas.
Yeah.
Of course, he does.
He knows. He's probably.
I learned
around-
about them recently.
Really?
Like in the
really?
last like 5 weeks.
That's
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding.
How did you learn about him?
because so John Mulaney has like a late night live show on Netflix or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was supposed there was supposed to be a bit where he gets Bone Thugs-n-Harmony to come in and perform like some sad eulogy for like something.
Okay.
It was the big song that they had. Crossroads.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he opens the show with it's like, hey, we tried to do this bit, and he tells this whole story about how he was in contact with like their manager, and their manager was like, hey, it's gonna be, they're gonna need this and they're gonna need that, and by the way, it's gonna get impossible to get Busy Bone involved because Busy Bone doesn't play with the other bones, which of course he's busy.
He's busy.
And it was just this whole thing where like it just turns out that like it was just a scammer who like tried to get like $100,000 out of John Mulaney, and he just was not
He wasn't
at all connected to Bone Thugs-n-Harmony, and so he opened the phone lines the entire night to see like, hey, if you're in Bone Thugs-n-Harmony, please call. And that's the only reason I know anything about.
Did they call?
I understand.
I don't think so. I think they knew about it.
I can't think of the last time Bone Thugs have done anything. The closest thing is I remember. Who was it? I don't even remember which Bone it was in. Remember Chameleonaire?
Yeah.
Riding Dirty? Which Bone was it?
You asking me like I was sentient truly at that era. Riding Dirty came out when I was like maybe 11, and I was just I was trying to I was playing like Armageddon and shit and Deadly Alliance, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck's happening right now.
Was all over the fucking TV, man.
I feel like
Dirty was everywhere.
Go look at a picture of Chameleonaire. I don't think he's a real person.
No, he's clearly a synth.
You called this man.
Like I was like a Chameleonaire. I was like, I think he's actually a reptilian.
Yeah, he's a chameleon.
Like cosplaying.
He looks like a pit bull. He looks like a pit bull human.
Like when I look at him, like he gives me like said the uncanny valley. I was like, I don't think this is a real person.
Yeah.
And then he had. I think
He's still rich. You know that, right?
Oh, he like invested.
He invested money.
Good.
I
mean,
he went to college, so he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna invest money."
Okay, there you go. I mean, because to me, it's like when you have a hit that big, you have so much money coming in, just
especially at that
invest
time,
a little bit of it, and you'll be fine.
I feel like at that time, because I don't know, I feel like now people that are rich don't really get poor anymore, But then it happens to some people. Like,
it's hard if you just listen to no one. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna just buy all what I want, and because everybody knows to diversify your income. Like everybody knows this at this point. Like if you get a lot of money and you go broke, you're a fucking retard.
Buy property, rent out property. That's the easiest way. That is the
easiest way.
The cheapest way.
Man, I don't want to contribute to that, dude. That's my problem.
You don't have to rent out property for egregious prices. You can go under market value, but then you'll probably get killed.
You're not gonna really make money.
No, you can easily still make money.
Still make money.
You still easily make money.
I guess
you just won't make as much money as other people, but you still make money.
You said you might get killed because people are
gonna
be like, oh, here comes fucking Robin Hood here trying to make things better for the community and blow your brains out.
Let's say like if you like rented up, like you somehow bought a building in the Lower East Side and you made rent like genuinely like 40, like maybe like 75% of what it normally is, you would still make a ton of money, and then you would give people the chance to live in those apartments, but then people in the area would kill you. They would have you killed. Yeah, or they'd find child porn on your phone, and they'd be like, where'd this get here?
Check his phone. He has
CP
pictures. He has a
CP on it.
And then your guy,
Vanessa. Have you seen my butt plug? It's big and spiked. It looks similar to Bowser's shell.
He would not know Bowser.
Yeah, he would. I think he knows Bowser. Yeah, I think he knows who Bowser is. I think he looks up to Bowser. I think he looks up to Bowser. The last time he's
played a video game was when Bowser was introduced.
Brand new.
I would never waste my time with video games. I only play real games.
I play Mario Chess.
Wii Sports.
Wii Sports Resort. Wii Sports Demo Disc. He only plays Wii Sports, but he's still somehow so out of shape.
I really enjoy it. It's fun. I like fighting. Boxing particularly.
I would love to see like Wilson Fisk review video games on like a YouTube channel, like Sammy Classic Sonic fan or like AVGN or something.
This is Sonic 06.
The worst game on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox.
There's a lot of problems with this game, but graphically, there are some achievements.
Yeah. Dude.
In the right environments, this is a stunning look.
I know I should get so tired of that gimmick after like a video.
Dude, it would be one video max. It would be.
I'd watch a 48-minute video like that.
I would keep going. I should be like, oh yeah, one video should be more than enough.
It needs to be more like it's like that Dan Herschel guy. I'm not sure if that's actually his name. Like I only ever skim his name.
You knocked it. You didn't. You tried to not knock it over, and then trying to not knock it over, you knocked it over, and you had to grab it.
Caught
and
it.
There's no more accurate metaphor for my life than that.
That was like a video game level. Like there was frames missing.
That was like Heavy Rain when like you fuck up the quick time.
That shit was crazy.
For the other listeners, I like nearly knocked over like a glass.
Yeah.
Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Devil May Cry.
Thurgood Marshall.
Oh yeah,
Thurgood Marshall. I haven't heard that name in a minute.
What the fuck? Frogger. 9 out of 10.
9 Frogger's not. Yeah, he only likes games like that. Like everything else that's too complex.
Yeah. The second there's an analog stick, if there's an analog stick involved, he hates it.
I played Mega Man 3 last night. Beat the game without dying once.
Damn, he's good.
I'm really that guy.
He's really good. I was picturing him.
That's unreasonable. He can't even hold the controller to do that. His hands are so fucked.
He plays it like this, literally. Vanessa, come look. I'm on fire.
Vanessa.
Anyway, so yeah, Devil May Cry.
Did you watch the Netflix Devil May Cry? I have some thoughts. It was okay.
Yeah.
My favorite part.
The end.
Did you finish it or did you?
No, I got 3 episodes in because I got so pulled out of it in the second episode that, you know,
my probe is aching.
All right, we're moving on.
Yeah, we are moving. We're moving on. Kingpin.
Okay.
Kingpin. Later.
Stand down, Kingpin.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I started watching it because I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's out. I'm watch it during lunchtime." And first episode, really enjoyed it. Started out really good, and I have the same problem that I have with a lot of things now, where I feel like I don't run into this very often, especially back in the day. I feel like people try to avoid so much, as they call it, contrivance, where they just kind of like shoehorn stuff in just to advance the plot instead of like maybe, let me take a moment to make this feel better. And I feel like a lot of times people just aren't doing that as much anymore because it doesn't matter. It's kind of like the criticism for Nintendo where they're like, why try harder when we don't have to? Like they know people are gonna buy their shit.
I think contrivance is a part of every kind of storytelling medium, man.
I don't think so because I rewatch a lot of stuff that I love. I rewatch and I'm like, oh,
I think you probably love it. I think you probably love it in spite of the contrivance.
No, because if there's anything, I'll point it out. It's not like I'm ignoring stuff when I'm like, oh, I can't believe all this is how this. It's just things are usually just happening beat by beat in a way that just makes sense within its universe.
I don't think Devil May Cry isn't without problems and contrivances, but I it's hard for me to find a series that I love that doesn't have moments of like abject, like fucking buffoonery.
Well, think about like say
that just like in every other context, something would happen to make this not as dumb as it is, but because a plot needs to continue. And a show can't be 3 episodes long.
You see, that doesn't even need to happen. It's just like, oh, just write this slightly differently. And what I mean by that is, so like, I was thinking about, everybody talks about like Game of Thrones and like, oh man, the first 4 seasons are great. 5 and 6 is debatable. People debate on whether they like them or not. I'm fine with them. 7 and 8, everybody's like, okay, yeah, these are fucking lazy and extremely contrived. Like people understand that it's out of laziness. They checked out. And I feel like that's when I see people who can write well versus when they don't give a shit anymore.
But even Game of Thrones, I love the show. There's a lot of stupid-ass contrived fucking moments.
To me, Devil May Cry was
like a big one.
Robb Stark not marrying that woman. Ned Stark fucking choosing to fucking try to trust Lord Baelish when he knows he's a liar.
But why does that contrive?
Because all of those moments could have been avoided by just a little bit of sense being made. It'd be like, maybe, even though this is like a character I am, this is going to lead to some fuck shit going on. But like
say, in your opinion, you think that Robb isn't that naive?
Based on his actions the whole time of leading an army and being fairly intelligent, yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because what happens is that in every form of medium, there's always a smarter choice that, particularly for the viewer, we can see as like, this is a better choice to do this. But it wouldn't lead to shows. It would lead to like fucking novellas.
It would be like in Breaking Bad if he just like accepted the money.
Exactly. Like,
We're
why,
like, all right, well,
why
then-
would you not
yeah.
accept that money?
Well, see, like,
You're about to die, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, see, in certain, and I always say especially within
And usually character moments are supposed to be able to like, but this character kind of is the reason why he doesn't do this, right? But it's like, that's still fucking stupid.
To me, it's fine. See, it doesn't matter if it's stupid or not. You can still think it's stupid. It's like, does it make sense? Something can not make sense or make sense and still be stupid. Just for like, oh, this character did this thing and I didn't like it. It was stupid, but it makes sense to that character to do it. I think that is completely fine.
I think that needs to be the middle ground.
And so here's the thing with like Dante, like say when it comes to the show, Dante is almost a flawless person, the way that he operates. He's a dumbass idiot that he's like a childish and childlike, but when he maneuvers and when he works, like if he's not like he's so like say within the show they showed how perfect he is essentially, where he can dodge hundreds of bullets at a time.
Yeah.
He's so fucking incredibly fast. We understand this. They clearly show you. Then just minutes later, lady shows up, and all of a sudden he has fucking mud in his shoes. He's a fucking grappling gun that is infinitely slower than a bullet, grazes his neck when he was just dodging hundreds of bullets, and then when it's retracting, which is even slower than it projecting out, sees his necklace shooting by him, can't even grab it, and I was just like, how do you
know it's slower than a bullet?
How could it? Do you really think that a piece of metal to a fucking rope is faster than a bullet?
I think they have special
shooting
weapons
out?
that could theoretically move faster than that.
Yeah, is that you just making that up, or
I
is
think
this
why not?
logically-
Like the show,
That's
the opening, the very opening.
So
hold on.
I know what you're saying, but I'm looking at it happening. So you making that up.
What do you mean
Makes no
looking
sense
at-
to the physics of seeing
No, but
it.
what you're seeing is not how things are represented, like literally in the world. Like the world isn't moving in slow motion when slow motion happens. That's so we can see.
That's not even what I'm saying.
That's kind of what you said.
No, because when a bullet's moving in slow motion, just like when the rocket is moving a little bit slower when he stops the rocket, for example.
Sure.
Like it's still faster than that fucking. Like,
Right.
to me, look at this. What is happening right now is making it kind of like it's like shoehorning an excuse to kind of make it not bother you as much.
Well, no,
or not bother you at all.
I think the show starts off immediately telling you how dumb it's going to be. Like the very first scene of that show is stupid. And so, like, this is going to be that kind of show.
It shows you that there's going to be like a buffed and nerf power levels. That's what
No. It
demonstrates to you?
shows that nothing. Like, dude, the baby in the stroller where the toy rolls into a fucking alley,
right?
And then the woman like, let me wheel my baby into this alley to chase this fucking $3 toy.
It's going to be cheeky and snarky, but like I don't
like,
understand why. Like
that's stupid.
But why? Hold on. I just want to respond to what he's saying.
Sure.
Like I don't understand like why something being cheeky means that like writing can all of a sudden be lazy. Like people do this all the time.
The writing was immediately lazy.
Like how is that lazy?
I wouldn't even.
What the fuck? Why would you go? Why would you do that? What the fuck mother in their right mind would wheel a baby into a dark alley in the middle of a city? Like, it's insane.
Well,
that's fucking ridiculous.
You figure out later on what that whole interaction was. But what happens is, for my perception of it, is that first and foremost, these are people who hunt demons. Lady is not those mercenaries. She's a part of a group of people that literally hunt demons, not to mention they were spectating him the whole time. Right. Now, granted...
What are we talking about?
So they know, they've seen how he can move already. They've already seen his ability, like what he's capable of. Yeah. Maybe not to the fullest degree. Maybe him not going balls to the walls trying to like eliminate somebody. But they were like literally out there observing him. The whole time lady was like, tuned in, seeing what he's doing. So granted, when she's going to approach him, she probably is going to approach him in a way that other people can't.
Did she?
Based on what we see, yes. Do I think it's not the best display of it? Yeah, but like, how the fuck is anyone going to stop Dante, period, ever? That's the thing.
Look,
it's like, how do you deal with him?
Now, stay with me. As a writer, that is the question you ask. Okay. Hey, this is kind of dumb. How do we make it actually seem more believable, too? Like, this guy was just dodging hundreds of bullets. How are we going to do this? Oh, maybe a diversion. A diversion would be fucking great. So, like, to try to distract him, and then something else happens. And then you can get to a point, because Dante's been hit before. He's gotten hit by some bullets. But, like, he's dodging hundreds of bullets.
He did not get hit by a single. He didn't get touched.
He's been hit, but, like, say, like, he even, when the shotgun was pressed to him, He got shot.
Why didn't he dodge that? Why didn't he disappear from that? You know?
But that's my point. In that moment where he was close enough to where he's just like, well, I'm just going to take it. That's fine.
Well, yeah, and
Dante tried to, and let's say maybe you're not remembering the scene. He tries to dodge, somehow can't dodge. That's what I'm saying when I talk about contrivance. He tried to dodge, somehow couldn't dodge it. And then Chris introduced what if it was faster than that? And I'm like, well, now we're doing the whole thing where it's like, we're adding stuff on.
You'd have to assume.
Well, why not?
That's a safe assumption to
make. It's kind of
make.
implied by the fact that it happened that it would be faster than a bullet.
It's absolutely not implied. It's just,
that's literally how it would work.
No, that's not how it works at all because you're acting like contrivance just doesn't exist now.
I think writing is contrivance. I think it's all contrivance.
It doesn't have to be like that.
Think of it.
I can't think of anything that isn't.
Think of it like this.
I don't know how you can.
Derek.
Name me one thing that isn't contrived.
Derek, did you watch?
Do you know what contrivance is?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Are you?
No, I am. I'm absolutely sure.
Okay. So wait 1 sec. Let me just point by point. You watch Dragon Ball Z, right? Of course. You remember when Frieza Frieza fought Trunks, right?
Yeah.
A million.
Do you remember? So in the perception of that, when they show that videotape, did you see the new Dragon Ball Z movie where Gohan goes beast and everything like that?
Yeah, where are you at?
In that interaction, we see Trunks slash Frieza like 12 times, right? That interaction, you see one slash and he gets blown up afterwards. That is what we see is not a fight or a pillaging, but for them, what the video saw is like, oh, he got slashed with and blown up. That was an instant thing. And I feel like that's what happens often whenever these are characters of super speed. There's going to be what we see as the video observers opposed to like the actual time of interaction that's happening. Granted, it's filling in blanks that are not kind of presented by the medium, but it's a safe assumption to be made, you know?
I think that's
you're not gonna have a guy walk out on screen and say like, by
I think
the
when
way,
we talk about
this is faster than a bullet, you know what I mean?
Well, so I think when we talk about Occam's razor, like you guys are doing the opposite of Occam's razor, because to me it's as simple as the example that I was giving about Game of Thrones, where the writing was a lot tighter and then it was a lot looser after it got on because they stopped caring as much. I think it's as simple as that. I think like
sure.
But the problem is you're pushing back against that notion of that.
I just think you can apply Occam's razor to a lot of different things.
Things can be written a lot better.
Oh yeah, I agree.
And the thing is, that's my entire argument.
It's not perfect.
I think my argument
it's not
is
even
that
about it being
in keeping
perfect.
with the writing of what Devil May.
Well, see, like this is the
I love Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry is
people
dumb
keep
as
saying
fuck.
this. Oh, this is dumb. I'm like, no, it's not.
I wouldn't
the
say it's
physics
dumb, it's
don't
silly.
The thing the IP whatever it is can be whimsical and dumb. That doesn't mean the physics need to be dumb. That's the thing. I keep hearing this argument.
Physics.
Yes, because it's literally I'm talking about a physics issue. I don't even know why you question that. If we're talking about physics and velocity,
It's not Half-Life.
if we're talking about physics, we're literally talking about physics of the bullet and the fucking grappling.
Yeah, but
gun.
we're talking about physics of a bullet and a grappling hook in a world that's fucking absurd, where the physics doesn't seem to apply at all. He wouldn't be able to jump through the bus the way he does, and then like all sorts of. He wouldn't be able to juggle people in the air the way he does. Like it's ridiculous.
Why? Because why?
Because that's not how weight works. It's like it's not how anything would happen.
He's a fucking demon, dude.
There you okay.
No, but say that.
We're in a
there
world
you go.
like this.
So I guess you're in a world like this. But see, what it is to me, it's like your explanations. Oh, there's weird stuff. So I don't care about anything anymore. It doesn't matter. And to me, I'm like, oh, I would enjoy it better if it was just written in a more clever way. That's basically my argument.
And that's
the
fair.
thing is,
That's
I
super fair.
personally don't give a shit if you don't care. That's
okay.
fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I literally so what's happening is I'm giving you my opinion, you're pushing back, and I'm like, so I'm pushing back.
Okay.
But if you were just like, oh, okay, I see your opinion, I don't agree, I'd be like, oh, no problem. That's not what's happening. That's literally the only reason I'm pushing back.
Okay.
It's like that. So it's so I can just go back to just my original point of why of having a problem with it. But that's just how it works, Chris. I'm like, if I'm gonna you give your opinion, I'm like, no, I don't care at all.
Well, bro, dude,
I don't have a problem with that.
I remember there was a scene in episode 3 that really was like, what the? How are you surviving this?
What?
Like when the whole squad gets wiped out.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Oh, and Lady survives?
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, all right.
Well,
that's not even my problem.
Since the part already happened with how she somehow got free and captured Dante.
Yeah,
I was already like checked out. Where I'm like, oh, this is just gonna happen through. This is what happened to me with like you said, the same argument was made. Fallout. Oh, Fallout's a crazy wild world. I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but there's still, as I always say, you can still have the same destination, just make the journey make sense. And that's I always like if it were up to me, I would love to write something that was just more satisfactory to where it's like, okay, I know Dante's way faster and way stronger than Lady. So there's got to be a way that's not retarded to subdue him. Like in a way that I'm going to hold her arms and leave her legs completely free. Like all of a sudden he turns into like the dumbest person ever. And now she kicks him.
I think part of it though is
blows
that
up a fucking.
I think part of it though is that he's strong, but he doesn't have to contend with anybody. He doesn't have to normally contend with anybody that understands how to deal with something like him. He's always dealing with like fucking morons with guns or like just like knucklehead like mercenary guys. They're not really like equipped to deal with what he is.
That's kind
of in my brain. It's like, okay, well, there it is.
That's my point. Where
that's fine to me.
Like I don't think it's
not just
fine.
subduing her, like just by. Oh, let me just.
I think he feels like he doesn't have to.
The thing is, Dante doesn't take it serious, and this is where I don't.
So this is where
this is where my problem truly begins. I think Dante acts more like Nero than Dante in this entire theater thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he acts like Dante. I think Dante's kind of more like. Doesn't take things seriously, but he's kind of like withdrawn at first. Like that age of Dante. Where in Devil May Cry 5, then he's a fucking clown. He doesn't care. He's a god, essentially. He's like, I don't give a fuck. You guys can't stop me, even if... The only person that can stop me is my brother up there, and he's not down here, so everybody else down here is
How
pussy.
did the hat get on his head, by the way?
In what? In
DMC 5.
He puts it on.
No, he doesn't.
He does?
No.
Or is it just on?
No, he holds it in his hands.
And then it flips over?
And then it flies up.
Magic. There's been magic all the... What do you mean?
Okay.
I don't remember. I don't remember that.
See, that to me is like physics. To me, I'm like, all right, I don't know.
Yeah, he just...
Devil May Cry is fucking ridiculous.
Prior to that, Chris, he beat up a tri-headed dog and it turned into nunchucks.
That is true.
You know, like it's meant
it's such
to be...
an unserious... I don't know.
It's meant to be ridiculous and cool at the same time. And that's my thing I like about Devil May Cry. And even for this show, right? I think this show is not bad. I think Lady's a little mad. He's a little mad.
You know what pisses me off about
upset.
it? I will say,
she's a little annoying.
There's one thing that does bother me about it specifically.
What's that?
And it's like the 3D parts.
Yeah.
Where like some of the characters are like 3D.
Yeah, like the brothers.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
which cool.
This is distracting as fuck.
Cool reference to DMC3 though. That was cool.
Oh,
sure.
Ragnar and Agni?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's cool. Like especially when they put the swords together. I was like, oh,
the fact he doesn't keep any of the weapons bothers me to my spirit.
Yeah,
but it's fine.
I mean, at least he used it in that little motorcycle sequence. That was cool.
That's true. That makes me upset, but I get it. You know, that's how it works.
With Papa Roach playing?
Yeah, with Papa Roach, that fucking like EDM style of it, where it, like
was it?
Yeah, it didn't have the original drums.
It wasn't the original drums.
No, I don't know about the drums.
It was almost like a what do you call it?
Dubstep remix.
Dubstep.
Yeah,
that's
like,
fucking weird.
I was like, oh, okay, but it makes to me that totally makes sense to Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
But no, man, I always I like you know, like say I don't critique horror films in this way because they couldn't exist without a contrivance, right? So you don't hear me like say pick one. Even my favorite one's like a Texas Chainsaw or something. I'm like,
right, just don't go in there.
You can't do it. Yeah,
just don't go in there.
You don't go in there.
What do you mean?
I think everything that has to deal with some form of magic or supernatural thing will have contrivances. I think when there's like Dante's a paranormal like on paper, mathematically interacting with Dante doesn't make the fact that like they were shooting at him and then he was there shooting where they're
I love that scene. That
is awesome. That's an awesome
What are we
scene.
shooting at? And he's like right next to him.
But it's like this guy's like, a monster.
He's so incredible. But that's my thing. Where like they just demonstrated how godly fast.
No,
he is.
but I understand that. But I think it's just the idea that he doesn't take anything seriously,
right? But which is like,
and I think that's why
fair.
Lady can get a one up on him in the first place.
I don't think so. Here's the thing, where like to me, then it just ignores how serious he takes that fucking necklace.
He does because he doesn't.
But then he doesn't. Though.
No. I there's the thing.
He's so doesn't care that instead of immediately getting his necklace back, he's just talking to this chick that is not even fully subdued. And then all of a sudden gets a fucking grenade version of the necklace that turns into a grenade. And I'm like, this is confident of what? He's
confident because he's like, this is a girl. I'm gonna try to flirt. He's
not even flirting with her. He didn't flirt with her.
He's a clown. He's like, oh, this hot girl.
Nothing happened.
Yes,
but you're adding. Do you see how you're adding layers upon layers to make it?
But there are layers that are implied by what happens.
That's up for debate. It's not implied.
I mean,
that's fine. Like, dude, I am so. That's not everything either. You can't just you just say shit. I don't like. But it's like, okay, look at.
That's wild.
I love dude. Discussions are great.
Yeah.
And then that's what people do. That's why, like, say even like something is Hereditary. Why I even criticize that at all? Where I'm like, this is like what I would say, contrived discussion. I'm going to inject so much shit in here so where people think, oh, I'm going to have this and then it's going to make a million things. I understand what they're doing.
Sure.
Great. So when it comes to stuff like this, I don't think there's any problem with discussing what does this mean or why do you think he did this. But really what I just, from my interpretation, just from based off of seeing how people write, and that's why I use Game of Thrones as an example, that a lot of times it's not we're doing this to have people discuss this. It's more of like, I'm lazy. And because if you ask, like, say, for let's just talk about the scene that we're talking about. If
which one?
with
the necklace?
lady and Dante, like, say, if I were to ask you guys, I know you don't care, but I'm just kind of like entertain me.
Okay, sure.
You know, like since Dante is so much like, you know, there has to be something. There's going to be some exceptions to make sure that he gets subdued by lady. But it's like in the best way possible. Like, is there not? Do you think there might be like a better way to do that, to make it just more like this guy is so godly, she has to do something really clever to do it. But what ends up happening, she doesn't do anything clever. That's the only thing that bothers me. Where I'm
think that the grenade disguise is clever.
You thought it was clever?
I mean, clearly, it worked.
I think
it's like you're missing. It's like you're missing what I'm saying.
No, I'm just.
Was that to somebody who is godly fast? Was that actually clever, or did it just work because they made it work?
That's particularly unclever, like a hologram grenade that like he grabs, assuming that it's a necklace.
No, he's too fast to fall for a grenade.
He didn't think. I didn't.
I think he can still. He can still be caught off guard. Like I think he is extremely fast. But I think the problem where Dante comes from is that he has the aptitude. Like, he could have killed her when they were running. He could have zoomed at her, cut her head off.
Yeah, he didn't want to kill her.
He could, yes,
just like he didn't want to kill any of the mercenaries.
Yes,
see, that makes sense. He didn't want to kill the mercenaries.
He doesn't have the intent to like really harm,
right?
Because he's like, I'll get out of this. Like, what are they gonna do to stop? Even when he's in the back of the car when they have him bound, he's like, dude, like I don't care what's gonna happen. I'm gonna break out of this somehow. I literally can't die.
Yeah.
You put a shotgun through the middle of me, and I was like, oh man, that's crazy.
That's what,
so for me in his mind is like he doesn't take anything that's happened to him to the point he's like, I have to really be frightened of this, you know?
It's not about being frightened. It's just like I was specifically
to take any sort of concern
specifically about his necklace. Is like this is the last thing that he has from his mother. This is a very important thing.
I think he could have.
I'm not gonna fuck around. I'm just gonna get it. And the idea, like I said, I still want him to get captured because that's the part of the plot. I'm just saying there's got to be. Just from my perspective, like I said, this is me being a little bit autistic, is like there's got to be a better way to execute this than to lazily just, this stuff works, even though he's fast enough to dodge hundreds of bullets. There are multiple people with 2 guns in their hands shooting automatic weapons at him, and he's just having fun dodging
For me,
and now he can't dodge one gun, and he can't dodge a grenade.
For me personally,
I don't think he necessarily like knows it's a grenade until it explodes.
But even if like if he's fat, like I just think
why would you dodge something that isn't dangerous?
I just feel like
even Spider-Man can't do shit like that. Spider-Man can only move fast as he can move.
It's not about I mean, he
has a danger sense.
This dude is so much faster than Spider-Man. Holy shit!
He's
faster than Spider-Man.
This is the part that I feel like this is where the disconnect's happening. They showed how impossibly fast he is. If they did not do that just minutes before, this wouldn't even be a discussion for me. Because it's like, it's just such a fucking crazy contrast to me. Where like, this guy is so ungodly fast, it's like terrifying to them because it's like, oh, we're fucked. And then lady comes in and all of a sudden he's not ungodly fast anymore. And to me, that's like, well, we have to make this work to where he gets subdued. And they do it that way. And I'm just like, oh man, I feel like I would have, if I was in the writing room with the people, I'm like, bro, we can do better. We can make this to where she ends up on top still capturing him, but we can just making it a way that makes a little bit more sense than, because he's just too fast to just be caught by things he normally wouldn't be. So let's do it let's go a different route.
I guess the thing for me is that I think there's always a better way to do everything.
Yeah, I don't like.
At what point do you go like, look, this works? I feel like what are we? I
feel like there's just a standard for it, because an artist, right? There's artists who always go a lot of times go back and fix things.
Sure.
But I think there's a certain point where like I've exhausted every nook and cranny. Now I'm just being stupid. I don't think they ever got to that point with a lot of stuff.
This is not where my problems are for the series. Like this is like
it's not. This is my critique.
I think the show is fine. I think Dante doesn't really get captured the right way. I don't have a problem with it because I don't want Devil May Cry 3 again. I already fucking played that like 12 times, you know? Like, that's not my problem.
Is that the bad one? Which is the bad one?
No, the 2 is the bad one.
Two?
2 and kind of 1.
One's rough.
Two
and
one's
kinda
rough
1.
just because it's the first one.
It's just old. It's like Resident Evil or like
the 1 was supposed
Metal
to be...
Gear. Like
was
Metal Gear
supposed
Solid
to be-
1's dreadful to play. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That is a nightmare. Like
Sure.
the fact that we're getting a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake and not a 1 remake is crazy to me. Like, I
get mad every time I think about it. Every time I think about it, I get mad because
What a waste.
I want
But, like,
Metal Gear Solid remake so badly.
I mean, I'm
just-
excited for it, but like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
I think about it a lot where I'm like, this is not the character I want exactly.
Right, I get what you're
Dante is not like, he's kind of a lot of like really wisecracky opposed to Dante in the in 3 originally he's a punk. That's the best way to describe him. He's a punk that kind of like had his own moral code. He's not a bad guy, but he's kind of like trying to figure out like, oh shit, my brother's back from the fucking dead, and there's this fucking hell tower that shot out the ground.
Yeah.
Opposed to in this one, he acts more like Nero, who Nero the whole time's a good dude, but he's just kind of like doesn't take things seriously, a little pissy. He's Nero's actually still more pissy than this guy is. This guy's kind of just a clown.
Yeah, I think like it's they the when they're going over his file, like I think it was the doctor guy, I can't remember who it was. Mm-hmm. I think they captured it perfectly of this is who Dante is in this universe. In this, he abandons missions because he's bored.
Yeah.
Like he's just like this is
yeah.
fucking boring. So it's like I understand he's not gonna be. To me, it's like that he's playing around with the mercenaries. He's completely playing around. It's a fucking joke to him. Oh. Now his necklace gets the one thing that he actually cares about. Like he even says, he's like, dude, what did I say? Like, I'll take a mission as long as I don't have to care about it. And the thing is, he doesn't want to care. Just like I thought it was cool when the bunny like shot the RPG at the bus. And this is how I felt Lady should have handled it. Lady's cutthroat. I feel like I've studied this guy extensively. I've read his files. I put a dossier together. So I know he doesn't want to care about things because he does. I can use this to even leverage to do something to subdue him in a way that where it's like force him to submit and not by force, because that would really be impossible actually. Because even in the series, Lady tries to fuck with him and she can't do shit.
Yeah, she shoots him in the head.
That's the whole thing.
Literally,
it
he's like, ow, he
it
lets
annoys
go.
me that he like I tweeted. I was like, if he didn't get captured on purpose, this is fuck. To me, it was too immersion breaker. I'm like, he's too godlike to just get captured. So how about let's just do something clever to where he has to like surrender.
I think
something.
in the
Like,
beginning-
Didn't like some random lady hit him with a purse immediately?
Yeah, and the whole thing and what he wasn't looking, so he can't get hit by a purse. That's fine. He wasn't looking, so you can get caught off guard by not being looked.
But he's
the thing is,
godly fast.
the thing was,
I mean, he also has crazy
how
senses.
can you move godly fast if you don't see it coming?
But
Chris?
he knew
That's
that
godly. That's what makes it godly.
No, it doesn't. You're just saying shit.
No. But Derek, he also knew people were coming to the house before he even got anywhere near there.
Right, but no. See, the thing is that the contrived part was that he didn't just easily tail after her. You know how like she went away, my baby, and like it showed him kind of leaving that direction and got lost. And I'm like, that was a thing.
Right.
I'm okay with that. That's stupid, but it's like it's run its course. You know what I mean?
A lot of stuff makes me mad.
It's run its course, so I don't care about that. Yes, he could have jumped on top of a building and hunted her down again, but he's like, that's not important. It's not that important to me.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
like to me, it's like it's not that contrived.
It's because of the necklace.
but it's like it's whatever. It's
It bothers
over.
me so much.
It's
Bothers
over.
me because this is like in Devil May Cry, demons are bad. There's not good demons. There's one good demon. There's one good full blood demon, and that is Sparta. That is it. He is the only good full blood one. Period. All of the other ones fucking suck. Making them. Look, for me,
Now, was it pussy that made him good?
It might have been pussy that made him good. It might have been pussy that made him good. The thing is this, right? I very much so don't like the idea of just evil creatures. I think that's lazy.
It's boring.
I think just things being evil is like crazy.
Well, it's for children.
But I think what happens is that whenever there's so I'm contradicting myself while I'm thinking about it, but like because for Devil May Cry, the demons are evil, and what happened is that Dante and Virgil have their own perspective of it, but in 3, he learns that like, yo, demon kind is dangerous and they are destructive to humans, and he learns that through Lady and them interacting with each other and seeing how our dad becomes a demon, and he becomes evil, and he hurts her, and he hurts the mother and all that stuff, and he's like, I actually have, it's my duty to take a stand against demons. Like, I have to protect humans from them because they can't do it themselves.
Sure.
Opposed to like in this, it's like there's some good demons, and it's like
Yeah, they're like a stand-in for like illegal immigrants or something.
Oh yeah. The
Yeah.
where they actually help. I love the idea because that's the last thing that I saw.
Yeah.
Like she helps. They help lady. She begs,
And then
she immediately like fuck you. I was like, what a bitch. I love it. I was like, what a fucking bitch.
And I'm like, look, I think this is this plot. I'm the guy for this plot. You're aiming this at the kind of person that would like to talk about this stuff. I like nuanced conversations about creatures, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to. Who am I gonna have fun watching Dante beat the fuck out of now? Because now I feel bad for them.
There's still plenty. There's plenty for him to fuck up.
There's plenty of bad ones. Yeah,
I do fuck, but they're just trying to get a mass exodus out of a terrible place.
At a certain point,
I feel like this is broken.
At a certain point, the whole like making them all evil is lazy. Let's like do some nuance.
Yeah.
At a certain point, the nuance actually kind of becomes the lazy thing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because like, oh yeah, okay, they're illegal immigrants now.
And certain kinds
just like
of stories.
just like the orcs in like something else did that recently too, and it's just like this is predictable now. We expect this to. If it's not one, it's the other. And one is way more entertaining.
There's a lot of subtext to there's a lot of anti-American sentiment so far.
Oh, shout out to that, but also at the same time,
so it's like sharing light on stuff like this refugee
Israel,
type thing.
not Israel, Iraq
they
war.
Would, that's the thing though. Is like they'd sooner humanize demons than like just actual
actual people.
Like if you're talking about America in the first place and you're acknowledging that all this stuff is real.
Yeah.
So in this world, like Palestine's being like genocided, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
The war in Israel happened. Like
the war in Israel is happening, and so it's just like let's focus on the demons.
No,
because what happens is that people when you put
funny
when you put straight up these groups of people and it's like it's political now, and instead of being like
but they would do that anyway.
Lines,
there's people doing that with us now,
dude. Think of it like Think of it like this. Motherfuckers will say out their mouths that Spider-Man would be fucking conservative and asshole, and it's like, do you know Superman would be a right-wing guy, and it's like, have you
Batman would
I think
Bruce Wayne would, and I think Batman would undercut Bruce Wayne like actually
proxy, of like, oh, I'm gonna do my role, of course, because I feel like Batman's like one step removed from like JoJo's watching American Psycho last night.
He's Bateman.
Yeah, a little.
That's too close.
One step removed.
That's too close. Like literally, it's like one step removed to literally and like. Technically,
like the way that he goes at night and savagely beats people to where they die in the hospital. Like, come on.
He stabbed that poor homeless guy for nothing. I killed you because you were homeless.
Right. Who, Dante?
Dante.
He's killing the homeless.
I don't know, man. I think they could have done better jobs at some of the stuff. They could have restructured things better.
Sure.
I would have liked the fact that they would have not acquiesced him, but brought him in for help.
Yeah.
I think that would have been way better.
See, that's the thing but also the anti-American sentiment. That I feel like that's the same thing because that's how we would handle it. The logical way would be able to bring him in as an asset, inform him about the amulet to give a better protection from it being stolen by Rabbit Dude. I love that fancy rabbit, by the way.
Oh, his style, the fights he's in, dude. The way he uses that sword, bro.
Like I can't believe
you don't like him.
I can't believe how much I like him.
He's
because
cool.
I feel like I should hate him.
Yeah, I immediately just was like, "This is so dumb."
Dude, a fancy rabbit with a monocle and shit.
It felt like a Fortnite thing. I don't know. I felt like I was watching a Fortnite
It's the Mad Hatter, literally.
It felt like a grown-up Alice in Wonderland thing
it's the
to
Mad
me.
Hatter,
It was kind of
literally.
dope.
Yeah,
well, it's the rabbit that has the time. He's
no,
like,
that's not. Sorry, not the Mad Hatter.
I'm late to the thing.
I'm late. Oh my god.
Late.
I got a gun, and he just runs off. He has a fucking huge pistol. Yeah. He's like, which way? Which way?
I like elements of it. I just
I like where he was like, oh, I can't. Like, this is weird that this would be his hideout, and then one of the mercenaries like, what did you think was supposed to be like a giant underground fucking like burrow? And he was like, well. Kind of, yeah. I don't know. It made me laugh because I'm like,
thought it was gonna be one of them fancy rabbit huts.
Yeah, that was gonna be.
I like the references. Like the reference to Raccoon City.
That was
the idea
cool.
Of thinking that Dante was at Raccoon City and left. That means the idea of Dante being in arm's distance to talking to Leon and then just not being like, yo, this is fucking wild. I'm getting out of here.
It's a cheeky little, yeah.
That was interesting. And then the little Mega Man fucking ornament on the
Shoryuken.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's a short. There was he hit the fucking arcade machine.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was when Dante was trying to break free from the thing with the sleazy homie dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like it showed the little Mega Man on the.
I was half paying attention because like I was like Dante's captured.
He's not doing anything. Who gives a shit?
I want to see him do things. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I look at it and I'm like, this is good.
I'm okay with it.
I enjoy it.
No, I am okay with it.
I just look at it and I'm like, this is just another one, right? Where I'm just looking at
Another one.
I'm looking at it, I was like, God damn, everybody's just getting a pretty decent to fun video game adaptation.
Yeah.
Just get over it, bro. Stop crying about it. It's over. It happened.
I know. I when I see like people complain about it, I'm like, brother, I wish I could give you my brain for a minute and sit you in front of those 2 seasons of the Halo show so you could feel what I felt.
Did you watch all season 2?
I watched all of it twice to prepare for my video and write it out.
Nice.
And the script is done. It's sitting there, and I'm just like, I'm pulling teeth getting this fucking video done because I'm in misery. I hate it so like no one hates anything more than I hate that show. I think. I don't even think Israel hates Palestine more than I hate that show.
I disagree.
I don't think you
are not bombing children.
Would you be willing?
That's just because I don't know how.
Yeah. Would you be willing to drop 1,000-pound bombs on the people that made that show?
I was sitting there, dude. I was sitting there like fucking Frank Castle watching that show, man. Like just I wasn't even looking at the screen. I was looking at the left and right of my room, away from the screen. Wait.
Turning into Frank Castle, getting radicalized like that over a cartoon of a game.
It wasn't a cartoon.
Of a live action.
Would have been better as a cartoon.
Would have been better.
It should have been a cartoon.
Every single. What sucks now is that everything becomes animated now. So what happens is animation costs such a fucking metric fuck ton. We get these like short versions of television shows that I would love to be longer. Like I miss the 22 episode seasons now, man. I miss that shit.
I'm kind of
it was
like the
fun.
middle, like,
I'm in the middle.
I want
like maybe like a 12.
I like
12-hour-long
12,
episodes.
13, like, remember,
I want 12 hours of a series
The
for
Walking
season.
Dead was like usually 13 episodes a season or something. And I was
An
cool
hour
with that.
long, and I want that
cool with
back.
that, yeah.
But you are not getting that the way
22 is
animation
crazy.
costs.
Yeah.
Is we're never getting that shit again. Ever. No way.
Unfortunately, so
Never.
This is an unfortunate reality. Probably in a decade or so when AI is like really, really good.
Yeah, then maybe.
Everybody's gonna get fired and then they're gonna start actually pumping them out because they're not paying anybody.
It's fucking sad.
That is an unfortunate reality.
It's a sad reality.
Yeah.
Remember when you were told, hey, get a job in the artistic fields?
No.
Who said that?
So I remember when thinking of getting a job in the artistic field would be able to, once if I get a job, I can have a slotted position. Whereas like I create. So therefore, since I'm something that creates, I'm not gonna lose my job because I'm the only person that can do it.
The false bill of sale that has been made to every generation after Gen X and even Gen X to some extent is fucking ridiculous.
Sucks.
And you're just like, oh, look at all these established artists. You could be one of these. No, just kidding. We built a robot to do all of it. Oh, fucking buy property. No, just kidding. We have Airbnb doing all that. And
Go to
Chinese
school.
government
Never
doing it.
go to school. Never mind.
Go to school so you can be qualified for a job. Just kidding. Everybody has a degree now, and now a
And now
degree is
you have
worthless.
a fucking mortgage.
And now you have a mortgage. Now you're in debt. Sorry.
You have no house.
It's such
and you have a mortgage.
we really realistically we should by right be allowed to kill every boomer. Like I think like we've earned that actually. Like I just like they should all be like excommunicated.
The baby boomers did
They've
such
really
a
destroyed
huge
everything.
level of damage to what the American pop. Like it was obviously post World War II and us shipping jobs overseas and the corporations and no one being like stop doing that, and then the baby boomers being like no it's fine keep doing that.
Yeah,
like ruin the foundation of America.
I'm gonna go retire and you want to take my job? No, I think I'm gonna keep it actually.
And then not do it well. And then not do it well.
I'm gonna keep it there. Hey, it's me, fucking Turtle Man. What's his name? Mitch McConnell.
Turtle Man.
I forgot his name.
He's been doing destruction for decades, man.
That guy has been on a buffering screen for 10 years, I feel like.
Well, fuck Obama, you know.
Did you see that other thing? Like
fuck him, he's black.
And they won't like. And at the moment where you see someone that
just
is
push him
incapable
down
of doing their job, like
End
it's
him.
not even
End
that. It's
him.
like you're not capable of doing your job. You are not cognizant of where you're at. Yeah. You don't know where you are.
But like,
tell me right now where you are. Describe the room you're in. If he says he can't, someone with a fucking guillotine comes, throws him on it, and then jumps on the blade and slams it down on his body.
Here I go.
that's crazy. That's like a modern day Call of Duty like execution
It
animation.
is.
Black Ops.
Some of those things are ridiculous. By the way,
dude. My friend makes them, and he said there's one where you kick someone in the ass and then fling him into space.
I believe it. I've seen.
And it's like, what is this?
Great.
I've seen equally stupid things in that game.
I don't know, man. Look,
go.
dude. The kindest person I know is old, but also the greatest threats to like the civil liberties of the world are old people that just won't.
Can we compromise?
Stop.
We just shotgun blast their televisions.
So they just can't get any feedback?
Yeah, that's the first step because it's they get all their information from Fox or something.
Or like Newsmax.
What makes it
some
crazy is that
fucking
we were
bullshit.
raised by TVs too. We are the generation
But
that's raised by
I
the
did
TV.
not get my news from television because when I started becoming like
We had the internet by then,
Yeah.
and we had the version of that isn't just rage bait version of it too.
Like-
so we had a different.
Well, I
perspective of it.
remember like switching through the channels and being like, oh, both these news networks are saying different things. I remember like early on, I thought like, oh, there must not be like you kind of have to go find it.
For me, I never had that idea. I always had the idea of like read up on it yourself. But my perspectives were always like live and let live. So it never was like it was too late to indoctrinate me because I had that mentality already.
Yeah.
So it was just like I wish I got indoctrinated. That'd be crazy good.
well, I'd be happier.
I wouldn't be able to feel.
I'd be much happier. I would tell you that because the people that are.
I wish I could look at gay people suffering, being like, ha ha ha, and then just go on about my day.
Imagine if you were like a Trumpy guy.
I can't.
Imagine if you were
Only
like
a
a
little.
Trumper, right? And you're. Imagine if you probably got to be feeling so good right now.
I feel like if you can
Imagine
defending him now is insane.
Imagine you.
It is, but you probably, you know what I mean? They feel good.
Imagine in 2011 you went to a coma
Yeah. Yeah.
and you just woke up.
I wouldn't believe it even for a second.
Yeah, I'd be like,
no,
I'm clearly dead or
I'm
something.
still in the coma.
Like, this is hell.
I woke up from a coma, but I'm still in a coma. Like this is stupid.
Yeah, this is like a
Clearly,
second
the
coma.
devil came back from down south and just butt fucked the planet while I was
Especially
sleeping.
if you in 2011 when you were hearing like, we're gearing up. You're starting to hear whispers of certain candidates. You know, Obama's almost done with his. He's got 1 year left, and you're starting to hear whispers of other stuff coming up, and you're kind of hopeful that things aren't going to be too retarded. You know, you're like, oh, things are going to be all right, you know, and then you go in your coma, you wake up, and then
And you're here.
you're here,
You wake
Trump's
up, you're like,
president.
Obama won one more time. Okay.
And then you keep hearing
No,
about
you don't know anything about what happened before. It's 2011 to now, and then it's
all the information between that gap is you cannot absorb it.
You
Then you
can't
probably
do it.
think, okay, like, oh yeah, Obama will probably be president again or something. Everything's good, and then you look up and it says it's Trump, and then you hear like, oh, Trump's talking about invading Greenland. He's talking about fucking with obviously the Netherlands because of that too.
Yeah.
He's invading Canada, the Panama Canal. Actually, they're legitimately gearing up right now to possibly attack Iran. Which that is
very cool. Yeah.
That is a legitimate. They are doing exercises. They are moving parts. They're moving.
Well, they did illegally bomb Yemen.
Yeah. So like, of course, it's so
That was in a group chat that got leaked to a random.
But it does bother me
yeah.
that was like
right.
I get that it's funny that like that's how everything leaked, but like
Nothing about that's funny.
the fact that like it's funny that like it's funny that it happened in a signal chat and they invited a fucking journalist to it. That's funny because it's just like how the fuck do you make that mistake?
Right.
But like that was the story and not like hey we bombed Yemen.
Oh, well,
Why?
So
What?
I think the reason why that happened, because I did see some people mention that they're like, man, it's crazy that we're not talking about this, and I'm like, I think people are so conditioned to it that they have been doing, the executive branch has been doing so many illegal wars without the congressional approval.
Oh, right,
that
right.
it kind of just. Like,
It just is what it is.
It's another day. Like people, how much did the drone strikes were increased by 400% under Trump?
yeah.
And I'm just like, isn't that crazy that we considered Obama the drone strike guy? I was like, we can't even do that anymore because we would make jokes about it.
Yeah, we used to have jokes about his dog.
Yeah.
behind the control panel doing like.
And I'm like, wait a minute, he's not even.
That's crazy.
He's not even the drone strike king anymore. I was like, damn, he snatched Obama's crown.
he's
That's
like the
crazy.
drone strike prince.
He's the prince. That's bullshit.
He's the prince of drone strike.
That's
Fucking Bo's pissed.
Bo is fucking roaring.
Obama,
Like,
you could not have done it better.
Barack.
Barack. So,
Barack, we
so
needed to bomb more.
Bo is setting up the third term thing because he wants Obama to run again. Because Trump's like he said, I'm not joking that I'm considering doing it again, but we'll talk about it later. And then Bo's setting all that in motion, and he's like, You should do it, Trump. Run again.
People want a
then he's
third
like,
term
"This
so
is your
Obama
time,
can run
Obama.
I really just want.
You need to be the drone strike king again.
I want a robot. Fuck it. Have
I'd
a
be
robot
okay.
take the president's job. How about that? Fuck you. Fuck. What are we doing?
What is your opinion on some really prominent people like Jon Stewart or maybe even somebody like a Cal Klinsky that just aren't throwing their hat in the ring as far as having political power?
I don't know. I trust Jon Stewart quite a bit.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if I think he could have won if I just think he's too out of the zeitgeist. You know, the Daily Show isn't huge. He's huge in our circles.
Yeah.
But I just don't know if he can really maybe
You don't think he can like gain like because Obama came out of nowhere. Nobody knew who Obama was.
That's true.
As a senator.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily convinced. I would be happy to see that.
The problem is that
Because he seems like a
John's
decent
too much
person.
of a moving parts, you know?
I guess
He doesn't fit clean into the system that allows it to have a more progressive person in it while continuing the status quo. Same reason why Bernie Sanders couldn't win. Bernie is objectively the best choice we've probably had in like maybe 45 years as a president.
Probably.
But what happens is that Bernie Sanders getting put into it just makes too many
You
things
thinking about his
move.
salmon shoes?
No, I was thinking because I was thinking, best president probably since FDR. Oh, he would have been the best president since FDR, and then of course my mind was like, what does FDR stand for? And I immediately went to all slurs.
I know exactly what he's gonna do.
Yeah, you know exactly what it is. That's
Whatever. Should we move on to questions?
But it's
running
just
a little
like
long.
it's like stuff like that where it's like things wouldn't gel well with the machine, and Bernie would be like, burn it all down. We need to change everything, and there's stuff like that where like,
Bernie's
we
a
can't
little
have.
more status quo than you think.
He's more willing to play
He'll
ball
play
to
ball,
keep his
yeah.
to keep his party
But he
moving
would
correctly.
significantly make things better, obviously.
But the problem is that he's a progressive by nature.
Yeah.
So we can't have a progressive get office as a democratic source.
Demon
This is Demon Might Sob
might
Dante.
sob. Demon might sob.
You like that Dante, Andrew? Here you go.
This is
haven't done this in
Dante
a
with
while.
his little dagger.
Demon might sob. It's
That's
great.
rebellion, his little dagger.
That's like what Netflix would have did with those when they were. What was when Pacific Rim came out? They had Atlantic. Was it Atlantic?
Atlantic Rim? Oh,
Yeah.
those that movie studio that would make all the ripoffs immediately, like in a month.
That shit was funny, dude.
That's amazing. That must have been a fun job, though.
They
To
had
be
to have
honest
the
with you.
scripts. They had to have
Yes.
gotten scripts leaked early.
No,
and then
what they
pre-worked.
did. No, what they did. They did even better. What they did was that they took the trailers for those movies, and then they were like, "Let's figure out how this works together." And they would just assume based on the trailer, like what the story was.
That's
they would make their own like fucking dumb version.
Have
of
they
it.
ever like made a better version?
No,
Well, I mean,
no, of course not.
mean-
I mean, that's subjective, I guess. Because I'm sure on
if you
some
want to watch
level,
it together, I'd rather watch Atlantic Rim with my friends than Pacific Rim. You know what I
right?
mean?
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
I still love me some of that fucking the Titanic 2. That movie will always be one.
Was
of
that
my
the animated
favorite.
one?
No, that's the one where they were in like a fucking gym. It was filmed in like a gymnasium.
I don't know what that means.
I did not see that.
It was a Atlantic on Netflix. I watched it with my best friend, and we were like, well, "This isn't a gymnasium.
It's a real.
These being filmed in
action
But
It's
is
a
it
live
supposed to
action.
be like a?
It's supposed to be they're on the second Titanic, but it's all
But
filmed.
it's
in
clearly a gym.
gymnasium. It's like this is a
multi-purpose room.
It's like this is not a fucking ship. I haven't seen anything that doesn't. That's
awesome.
where people get their fucking diplomas right there. This is a gym. This is where they do graduation.
You see the steps and shit.
You can see the fucking lunch tables.
That's crazy.
Shut the fuck up.
This is an auditorium. What the fuck is going on
That's
here?
not real what you're describing.
I'm being so serious.
Whatever. Let's move on to some questions.
There's
You can-
oh, go ahead.
Remember, you can ask us questions over at patreon.com/snarktank. Go over there. I think it's the $5 tier. You can ask us questions, and we'll read them if they're good.
Oh,
And they don't make me angry.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'll walk bar.
Allahu Akbar. Boom.
All right. I forgot to read this before we got into the Last of Us stuff, but like I just wanted to. This is a demonstration of some of the stuff that people waste their opportunity on
Oh,
asking.
nice. This is why I like.
So Mr. Hot Salsa wrote it. He says, "Derek, do you remember when the actor playing Ellie in the Last of Us show starred as the little girl in Game of Thrones that got crushed by a giant? Mm-hmm. Do you remember that?
You got crushed by a giant? Yeah.
She was the Mormont. She was the Lyanna Mormont.
That was well, you don't remember? Wait, did you watch the show?
I haven't
No,
seen
of
Game
course
of Thrones.
not.
It's of course not. I just feel like it's such a cultural zeitgeist that like I gotta feel
So
like
many
you would've.
hours. It's so many hours into something that I know does not have payoff. So like it's hard for me to justify.
That's
it.
the
I think the
problem in
beginning
it.
of the series is that it's so well written.
It's enough
crazy,
to
man.
where I'm different like that, where I can watch up to a certain extent. I'm like, okay, I enjoyed I like say me when Jon Snow wakes up, I can be like, okay, I'm done watching this.
Yeah.
You know, like me, like personally knowing that how
Sure.
I can enjoy it up to that extent. But I know, I think that's kind of the outlier. I think most people would be like, I'm not going to waste my time knowing how it ends so
I think
horribly.
If it was a comedy, I would feel differently about it. You know, because
I
I've
gotta
seen
finish
comedies
it.
that have like a rough like season. Like Community is a great example. Like Community after season 3 is largely like kind of like not nearly as good as it was. Season 4 is terrible, but like it's a joke show, so like
Sure.
it's not whatever. Like I don't care necessarily if the characters develop or like if things are like honored from canon. Like I could give a fuck really.
Very true.
But like with Game of Thrones, like I feel like I would get so into it that like it would really bother me. It's part of why like I'm actually like not super happy that I got into Severance already, because it's like I would have preferred it to be done by now.
Yeah.
But I just kept seeing it and I was like, fuck, I guess I'll check it out. And now I'm like, man, I don't know if I trust anybody to finish. I don't know if I trust people to finish a show right.
It's kind of
Because I can't remember the last time it's happened.
It's kind of scary,
2013.
man.
It's like the last time I remember.
That's a good point.
I think every
I
show-
even Breaking Bad, I waited until the final season was airing. And people, like, when the first episode of the new season aired, the last season aired, and people were like, oh, it's good. And I'm like, okay, it seems like it's safe. Then I watched all of it.
I always finish shows. If I start a show, I finish it. I start a show, I finish it. But that's why I don't start some things. It's
Really?
I
Sometimes there's I've watched some slop. Like I did watch the first few seasons of Arrow and The Flash on CW because they
just
started
don't
off so they're clever. They roped in people who are DC fans by taking care of the choreography, especially on the Arrow show.
Right.
Because like I started watching, I was like, oh, there's a scene where he breaks out, like I forgot who it is, like a mayor or something. I don't remember. He goes into a prison. He like fucking glides into it, and it's like a really cool sequence. And I was like, that was really fucking awesome. And then as it went on, they're like, oh no, this is CW. So then the choreography started being complete ass, and then there was just love triangles. They're all just fucking each other, and I was like, oh, I was like, I didn't sign up for this. But people who were normally into CW shows, it was much more drama and love. Like it was for them. And I was like, okay, so hopefully some of those people that normally like they stayed, right?
Right.
They retained some of the people. They did not retain me at all. Like it just isn't for me. I'm like,
I don't give a fuck about Green Arrow or The Flash. I think the Flash is the character that has been. He is the most misused character in comic books ever because his powers solve every single problem. So I'm like, why you can't be written well? You just can't. They can't write you well ever. So sorry, I don't care. And I never got involved.
I think Flashpoint is probably one of my favorite fucking.
I think
things,
Flashpoint
dude.
is dope, and Flashpoint uses powers the right way. And what happens? Things get fucked up
love it.
immediately.
I think
Flashpoint
love
is.
Flashpoint.
I think. Sorry, I will never watch anything animated for DC stuff other than like non-animated for DC stuff other than like Superman things or Batman things.
I think that I personally I don't like any of the Superman stuff. I don't know, but that's just me.
I think Lois and Superman and Lois is a great show.
Oh, okay,
I'm looking forward.
I haven't
to
seen it, so
Really good
I'm looking
show.
forward to the movie. That
the new Superman.
Yeah, James Gunn. James Gunn. I feel like does a good job.
Did you guys see the trailer?
Wait, a while ago.
The newest one.
Oh, there's a new one.
Is there,
Yeah.
no, I don't really need to see.
Yeah,
it.
It's really
I've
funny.
seen enough. I feel like
Because he calls his dog to come like save him, but it's a dog, and his dog's an asshole dog. So it's like jumping on him and like playing around. He's like, my ribs are broken. Please stop.
Right, yeah.
And then it drags him miles, and he's just getting hurt, being
Dude, I saw people
dragged all
mad
the
about
time.
that. I saw
and
people mad.
Oh, they were mad about
They're
that?
Like, oh, fucking, why they? I don't know, man. Like they're mad that
don't
dogs
read
are acting like
comics.
dogs.
People don't
They're
read comics,
They're
man.
angry that like there's like a robot in that trailer that I guess like there's 2 robots, right?
Are they like villains or something?
No, there's just like they're helpers in like the Fortress of Solitude or something.
Oh yeah.
And they're like carrying him into the Fortress of Solitude, and one of them goes like, and I think Superman says thank you, and one of the robots says no need to thank us, we won't appreciate it, we have no, we're automatons, and then he smiles at another one, and then the other one goes like he smiled at me, they're like
Did that really happen?
how's that work? How does this one have emotions and the other one doesn't? I don't understand.
People, what is my
As if it's
my
not clearly a joke.
my love of comic books has just made me so much more bitter as I've gotten older.
Yeah.
That I'm turning into the guy at the comic book store. I was like, this guy's a fucking asshole. Fuck this dude. And I'm like, I'm becoming that because people don't read. People can't read. One, people can't read and understand.
Yes.
So they just make comments about things like we don't fucking Superman's dog's a jerk dog, and it's like, Yes, it's the strongest dog in the universe.
Yeah,
it just runs around and does whatever the fuck it does once.
My buddy's,
it's just not bad.
My buddy's lab would like, as soon as it would see me, it would challenge me because it's like finally a body big enough to fucking roughhouse with. You know what I mean? And like some dogs will be a little rough, and that dog's incredibly powerful. So it's like, I get it.
Yeah, it's a dog.
I
does
get it.
asshole dog things.
It's it's just being a buddy. It still loves him.
He's not evil. He's just like he doesn't understand. He's
yeah,
a fucking
it's
dog.
A fucking dog.
I don't know. Yeah,
They did watch Crypto the Super Dog, the animated show from like 2003, and they were like, "Oh my god, why isn't Crypto speaking Spanish?" And it's like, because it's a dog. You galactic retard. What do you mean?
It's I don't know, man.
¿Cómo estás?
Como.
Crypto.
Me llamo Crypto.
Anyway, yes, I do remember that this actress was crushed by a giant.
Yeah, that was good. She I was like, finally, she's dead.
Finally.
She's a little fucking asshole.
She was
Fine.
tough.
She was
tough.
fine though. But I ended up liking her character in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Homeless because I must play Metroid Prime 4 on Switch 2. Wrote in. Says,
Have fun.
So yeah, pay your $700. No, honestly, buy what I don't know. Video games are a luxury hobby. Just fucking
You can buy it, man.
If you can't afford it, don't buy it.
Let's see what
I do
happens.
think people like I don't know.
Make payments.
I get it because like it's expensive, but I can't remember a time in my life where like something that wasn't the Wii on launch wasn't expensive. You know what I mean? Like I remember the Xbox 360 Elite being fucking ridiculous.
It was like $5.
Yeah, it was like 500. I think it was like 500 something.
Like $5.
You know, so like I don't know. I get it. $90, $80 games is fucking crazy, but I think it's really only crazy because it makes you think of 100, and 100 still feels like a lot of money. You know, I don't think it's actually that crazy.
I buy $100 versions of games now in general to get it 3 days early.
Yeah, I don't.
That's wild.
I don't do that.
Yeah,
I did that for Dragon Ball freaking Sparking Zero, but I have all the DLC now. But like,
oh, so you kind of just prepaid for the DLC?
yeah, and I got it 3 days early, and I was like, I guess.
I think I have that version too, and I didn't even fuck with the DLC at all. Anyway, he writes in, he says, Sup guys, your discussion about Metroid made me so happy as that is my favorite game series of all time. Derek is kind of right with the Switch because of all the 2D Metroids that are available through emulators and Dread. That's fair. But Sweeney...
Is that when I made a mistake?
No, he says you're right.
What was I right about?
I think you were talking about how like most people probably play it on emulators. And instead of like, so it wouldn't be counted. I think that's what you said.
I thought, well, because like I don't know if it was. You remember when I accidentally said most people got familiarized with it? I said with Switch when I meant to say Wii.
Oh, right.
And I just hope he doesn't say I'm right about that because I totally was. I meant Wii.
Yeah,
but if he means about the emulator thing, then sure.
Yeah. But Sweeney completely forgot about Metroid Prime 2 and 3.
Yeah,
anyway, what game or movie do you love that you wish more people experienced?
Wii.
More people experience.
Ricky O, the story of Ricky.
What? The story.
I think I heard of that shit.
Is that a game?
No,
Isn't it
it's a movie.
something
It's a movie. Sorry.
Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck?
No, wait, you can't tell me you guys both haven't seen it.
Isn't
The
it something?
story of
I forgot.
Ricky?
I feel like I watched it with Joe.
Ricky O. The
I've
story
never heard of
Ricky.
this in my
Isn't
life.
that a dumb? Isn't it like a fucking stupid ass movie?
I'm sure you've seen gifs of it.
Maybe, yeah.
It takes place in a prison mostly, and like one guy gets his head clapped off, and and it's like
I
such
think I might
a
have seen that.
bad fuck. It's
You've shown me that clip.
I
before.
must have.
You've shown me that clip
There's
too.
a dude getting his jaw uppercutted off. There's a guy that gets his fucking fist blown up by getting punched.
Oh,
There's a guy
yeah.
that fucking
You've shown me.
seppukus himself essentially, well, without his head getting cut off. But he guts himself. He disembowels himself, and then wraps his guts around Ricky to try to choke him. It's so
That is
stupid.
insane.
It is. It's top 10 for me, and it's one of the dumbest things you'll ever see. But one of the most entertaining things you'll ever see. If we have to watch it when we talk. When we talk about doing that. That is 100% one of them.
Yeah. That should be the first one actually.
I would be delighted.
How long is it?
It's not that
Like
long.
feature length?
It's got dude. It's
Like
probably
normal?
like 90 minutes.
90 minutes?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, but that's a good. I ordered the headphone splitter.
Okay.
Oh,
already,
sick.
so it should be on its way. But like, you guys need your headphones.
Right.
That's the only thing you would have to bring your headphones as well.
I got plenty.
when we
I got
do it.
plenty.
But yeah, dude. Like,
Oh my god.
that sounds insane.
For me, is
I
this is
can't believe because that makes me so excited. Like that, like experiencing it with people who haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't done that since like 2006 or something.
Right.
When we all saw it together. Like we're like, oh my god.
Ridiculous.
Oh, that's great.
for me? This is us. I think everyone should really watch that show. It's such a beautiful television show. That's like one of the first few heartwarmingly mature shows I've ever watched, and I love it so much. My favorite actors in it still K. Brown, a fucking unbelievably talented guy. Really, really good story. I think you guys should watch it, but it's like a more mature kind of show. That is not our vibes at all. Like no one's saying a slur, no one's blowing up randomly. So it's a bit different, but anyway, I should watch it.
Oh, I also want to say just make sure if you watch Ricky O, Story Ricky, because it might be two different titles. That's the dub version, right? Like the original version might have a different title. Like it might be free on YouTube or some shit.
What is it? Is it like?
Well, it'll be like Japanese, you know.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, you have to watch the dubbed because that's what makes it even like 1,000 times goofier.
Okay.
It's the voices are excellent. Like in a way, it makes it so much dumber. It's great. I can't preface enough of how like a gem it is. And yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, man. What do you got, Chris?
Nothing's coming to mind. Like it's there's some stuff like I think game wise, I think mouthwashing is exceptional, and I understand that's like an indie game, and it's like it doesn't have like a crazy high ceiling. I don't think it sold like a shit ton. It probably sold enough to make them a shit ton of money because it's like maybe like 6 people or something. But it's not like a huge game. But like that's probably like the best writing I've seen in a video game period, ever. And it's a very small like $5 or something indie game. It's very, very good. But as far as like movies and stuff, like I don't know.
What is mouthwashing about?
I can't say. Like I think I literally, it's about people stranded
washing
on
their
a
mouths,
ship.
Washing their mouths out.
Yes. Yes. They're washing their mouths out.
Like, I need the seawater to wash.
It's like a
mouth.
psychological horror game. It's like more like Silent Hill than Resident Evil. But
derelict ship. Stranded and I need to wash my mouth out.
it's a spaceship, by the way. It's not like a pirate ship.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're standing in a spaceship.
It's very, very good. But that's the only thing that I can think of really, like as far as like something that I think most people hadn't experienced. Because everything that I love that I talk about pretty regularly are like you've heard about it a million times.
Yeah. Have you? Is there a game that exists where it's in space but it's pirates? Like I'm talking about sea pirates.
Planescape Torment. That's about it.
What's that?
No.
That's a D&D thing though.
Like just like you're in
I don't
a
know.
modern
No?
you're in a modern spaceship, but they're all decked out like pirates and shit. Is there
There's some, yeah, not really, not
Because-
around it. There's like some people like that in Starfield, but like,
it's such a stupid concept that I want it. You know?
yeah,
Like I want to see people like getting close to spaceships and hooking them, and then you board the ship.
that is fucking
Or
dope.
you're just running over. You're running over under like those hooking ropes.
I think
You
that's
got-
sick as hell.
You got cutlasses and the space helmet on and shit. And then,
I think I saw there was a video game. I think I
Arg.
did see that there was like I wish I could remember it. Like it popped through my feed, but there was like some kind of indie game that was marketing itself as Sea of Thieves but in space, and the idea was very similar.
I gotta look.
But like
into
it's not like literal boats. I
It's-
think
yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
like made to theme. But like
That's so.
I love
stupid.
space pirate things.
I
Like
would
it's very
love
like
that.
I remember the thing that really got me, like the moment that I realized that I actually like genuinely liked Starfield a lot was then like I was like flying and like I like jumped to some random system or whatever, and there was just some guy in a ship, and he was like singing a void shanty,
Oh, interesting.
and I was just like, oh, I love this. This is awesome, vibe wise. That game's got a lot of problems.
I
but,
still
like,
need to play that game.
just wait for it to be fucking. Nothing.
It's not going.
It will be at some point.
Although
Although actually it might take a while. Actually, now that I think about it, because it's going to come to PlayStation at some point.
Oh,
So like they're probably not going to lower the price at all.
Okay.
Until like it's out for PlayStation, and then the normal cycle will continue.
like it's technically low enough. Like I've seen it around $40, but I'm like,
Just
hey,
wait. Just
come
wait.
on,
It will go down at some point.
hurry up, go down.
There'll be some crazy Bethesda sale, at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, Doom is so close too. Wait, when does Doom come out?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. Ooh, I'm excited.
See, I'm gonna put all the Mick Gordon shit in there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna import it. I'm like, oh yeah, this new music's fine, but I gotta hear, I gotta hear all that.
It is a shame that weird fallout happened with them.
Super ashamed because I feel like that dude got a lot of people into like metal because they're like, damn, this shit goes hard. What else is like this?
Fucking crazy. I like how it makes my balls just tremble like slightly a little bit. It makes me.
Dude, so there was a PlayStation concert recently, right? And the idea was like, oh, it's like Video Games Live,
right?
But just for PlayStation, which to me is like, the fuck even is that then?
That's crazy. I would have went if I knew about that.
Well, it's yeah. I mean,
what was it? Did you go?
No, I don't know if it happened or if it's about to happen or something, but they canceled a bunch of dates because like no one's going.
Oh, that's
no one cares because like it's literally just of the lineup of things that they're going to play. It's literally just God of War that I think has any cachet musically. And even that's kind of like, you know?
Fuck my ass.
Like, you're going to have some fucking Spanish guy on a guitar go play the Last of Us theme in front. Like, I don't, like PlayStation doesn't really like, and by the way, I should specify, it's PlayStation as of today. It's not like, here's Crash Bandicoot.
Well, that kind of completely took me out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't own that anymore. And so it's just all modern. So it's like I saw, Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm like, did they even have?
I don't even know what that is. Like what's the theme?
Right? Yeah. I liked Ghost of Tsushima a great deal. I couldn't tell you what the fuck the theme song was.
Not even a little bit.
I think maybe they had Infamous there, but it was like, does Infamous have like?
I still don't know.
I don't know what that is, brother.
I don't know any of these.
That's a very interesting. Yeah, like I
cannot. All I know is from God of War. Yeah. That's it. That's the only thing I know.
They can do some older ones, right? Like da 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 dee.
Boy,
sure, but at that point, it's just gonna be a God of War.
So I guess it's just God of War.
You might as well have done just God of like because it's so funny when I think about that because it's like it's the breadth of PlayStation, right? And you barely have enough there. But then I think of like if there was like a Doom concert, dude. If there was like Mick Gordon was like doing like, hey, I'm playing the music for Doom on tour, I'd be like, are you kidding?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Boy,
joking?
Fetch 100%. Me my flush.
I'm there in the front. I'm probably like overpaying for the tickets. It's ridiculous.
That'd be great. Yeah, I would go to a God of War concert. I would go to if they play like all the because
the entire series.
Dude, number 2 has some absolute fucking bangers.
Yeah.
When he fights Perseus, it's one of my favorite like video game soundtracks.
Yeah. I forgot you fight Perseus. Borealis in that soundtrack.
Which one? What? What's that?
Sarah Bareilles or whatever.
Sarah Bareilles?
Yeah.
Who's that?
She's a pop star.
I don't know of this.
She does a lot of like retail loudspeaker music.
Really?
Yeah, like it's like say what you wanna say, let the words fall out.
She's in that.
May you be free. Yeah, she's in God of War 2.
What? Really?
No. Dude, Sarah Bareilles.
Dude, it sounds so stupid that I'm like, well, he can't be fucking with me this much.
It's like, why lie about that?
Well,
like, what's
I do know John Mayer is in the Halo 2 soundtrack.
So happened to Jalen's girlfriend did that to me at the wedding.
Rebecca, really?
Yeah, she was like, I was eating the bread or whatever, and I was like, God, this bread's fucking great. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, actually, I helped prepare it earlier. She's like, no. And then I don't know her. I literally just met her. And she's like, so I helped prepare. She's like, I came in a little bit early, and I was like, oh shit, really? She was like, no. But I was like, well, how the fuck am I? How would I not believe you? I literally just met you, and I was like, you immediately broke my trust.
Those are such useless lies because they don't help anyone. It's a lie for the wind. It's like, why?
It was funny. And maybe I was like, oh yeah, I respect you.
Cool. She's like that now too. God damn it.
I was like, oh, you're cool.
She's been
I'm just
like that.
I didn't know she would do it to someone she just met, though. That's what's funny.
I do it exclusively almost to people
you do. That is very true. You do that.
To people that I don't know, especially, look out. You're not hearing a lick of truth from me. if you're like, I'm always curious to see like if like there's like an Uber driver that I get one day that listens to the show but like pretends not to and asks like what I do, and then I say like, yeah, I'm a dentist. You know?
Yeah.
And then they're like, fucking lie. Why'd you lie? And then, I wonder if they're, like, impressed or not by, like, my ability to improv like a fake life in front of them. You know,
Probably. I imagine they're like, oh, let's see where this goes.
yeah, because they would know if they listen to the show, they would know this is what I do to fucking Uber drivers.
He's like, oh, you're a fucking doctor, and he gets a Molotov and throws it.
Because every time,
Does he have any separation?
No.
He just-
No.
dude, I fucking see. It's the
He
problem
puts
is
the child locks on and just drives.
the problem is that it's so much more rewarding to make up a story for those people than it is to tell. Because like, dude, I just Ubered to the other day I Ubered to like get lunch with a friend of ours who's in town for a little bit, and I was they pick me up, and then I get in, and the guy's talking about like he hears like an engine rev, and he's like, "Is that a BMW I hear?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know cars at all, man." That was honest. I don't know shit about cars.
Yeah.
And then he just kept talking about cars. He was just like, "Oh, man,
I'm gonna talk about cars.
oh well, yeah. I mean, it sounds like maybe like it sounds like an R8 or fucking something." And I'm like, and he asked me, "What's the Lexus R or something?" I'm like, "Brother, I just told you, I don't know anything. I don't think you understand how little I know about cars. I know that they're here and that they take me places." I don't know what the fuck, like a 4-cylinder, 8-cylinder. I don't even know which one's better. Is it better to have more cylinders? I guess.
Dude, you know what that sounds like? He's trying to. He read like a book, like how to make friends for dummies or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's like men like cars. So like here's the opener, and then he even after you derailed it by being like I don't know shit about cars, he went to the next beat still.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
He's still stuck with it. He's like I'm still gonna try it again.
It was so strange, man. So weird.
Why would you keep going after? Hey, you know about this very specific niche thing about cars, even though you just told me you don't know things about cars.
Yeah,
People try to be my friend all the time, and I deny him on purpose. Yeah. I'm like, don't talk to me.
Anyway,
child locked. We're gonna talk about cars.
And then I throw
that's crazy.
Molotov up at him.
He slams on the brake in the middle of traffic. He leans over back
on a highway.
It's like that scene in what is it? Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man with Tom Holland, where he like leans over in the back of the car.
Like,
oh right,
where it's like where Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
it was like that. It's like we're gonna talk about cars.
We're gonna talk about cars, man.
Did you know that Lexus is the luxury Toyota brand? I'm like, I do now, I guess. Like,
I do. That's very cool, man.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's cool.
I'm glad you're inside.
I did not know that before, and I had no reason to.
So we're going to go to the dealership. We're going to go look at cars now.
He hijacked.
All night.
You're not going to
All
your
night.
lunch. You're coming with me to the dealership. I want to teach you about cars.
Let me see your phone. I want to make sure
You know
you
what
don't
made it
call
worse?
cops. I'll make sure it'll be your phone. I'll get your get your phone back after the dealership.
He grabs your phone and puts one finger through it, like fucking a guy did the Mark in season 2. He pushed him down. A black guy just
up. Why do these keep? First a Molotov, and then now he's just superhuman.
You know, he's not that strong. It's hurting him. You can see he's fucking crying.
You want to know what made this worse?
Yeah.
I want you to guess what he was driving.
Oh, a bucket?
Tesla?
Oh, he was definitely
Tesla?
driving a Tesla, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
Everybody and mama got this over here.
The GPS on his Tesla wasn't working. So he was making incorrect turns constantly.
Amazing.
Which to me would have been like no big deal. I mean, it's a little annoying, but like delay me 1 minute.
Right.
But for a car guy specifically, to make a point to say like I'm a car guy and I know a lot about cars. In fact, I know what an engine. I know the car by the engine sound on rip. To then make every turn wrong. I agree.
I caught myself.
I agree with what your thought was. To make every turn wrong, the GPS isn't working. You're clearly driving a car that sucks.
Shit.
That made me so mad. And then he wouldn't shut up.
The idea of identifying cars by the engine rev is the gayest thing. I swear to God, that's so lame to me.
That's better. That's gayer than knowing a person by the sniff of the cock.
That is
It's like it's just.
Is that a hint? Is that a hint of cumin?
That's Brad Pitt.
No, that's Brad Pitt. Wow.
One solid.
He has those like air fresheners. It's like Javier Bardem's penis.
Yeah.
Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill.
Patrice O'Neill.
Right.
Interesting.
Patrice.
Conan O'Brien.
Like a milk dad.
Like like as him dead or
No, he's alive.
pre-
Come on.
Obviously alive.
Okay, just
Yeah,
I mean,
Not his dead.
Patrice
Jake.
O'Neal's been dead for a minute.
Yeah, but he
so-
went to the air freshener company, gave them an imprint. It's like making a mold of your cock, but it's like a mold of your scent, I guess.
He dips his balls in unscented material, and then he leaves it germinate a little bit.
If they had a company like that, the way that what's her name?
Oh, the vaginal candles. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow, the Goop chick.
Yeah.
Would you do something like that? Would you make a ball scented air freshener?
I think I probably would out of just sheer curiosity.
just to see if it actually works.
Yeah, just see if it actually works.
Like fucking long hard day, test it. Oh wow!
Wow, it's
This
really
smells
fucking
more
cool.
like
Pretty close.
This smells more like
a
my
little
balls
off.
than my balls do.
It's a little off, but like not more than I expect it to be.
Fucking Uber.
This is definitely
Uber
my
pieces
balls.
of shit are hanging that in their car. Your car smells like balls. Oh man. So you like cars, huh?
Yeah, man. Takes a deep whiff of the balls.
He's over here, and the thing's over there, and it's aimed towards him. That's how hard he's inhaling.
Yeah, he's sniffing, and it's like pulling towards him. That's how.
You can hear the metal thing on the fucking car denting in because of how hard he's whiffing those balls.
At that point, do you like roll out of the car?
Yeah, you do,
You're
I think,
definitely chop
I think you
block.
do your best. You do your best to wait for it to go slower.
You're definitely
yeah,
child
okay.
locked, so you gotta wait till it gets slow enough, and you gotta kick the door out with one kick.
Do you-
You gotta one kick the door off the hinge.
What?
So you gotta just wait and just really dig. Just like
It's actually kind of a good idea to carry one of those glass shatter things if you
or a
frequent.
gun.
Dude, you know
guess
what I really want to do?
Yeah,
I really
I
want
guess
to.
that gun
gun.
would be better.
I have this vision of, and I don't know if it's a sketch so much as it's just like something that I just think would be really great to see in live action.
Yeah.
Where like I want to film something like that where like there's like an Uber driver and somebody gets in the car, and then there's just some really innocuous thing, like maybe it's an air freshener that's the scent of balls or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, or like an awkward conversation. It's like, oh, that's pretty great. I just want the person in the back. I want it to be a front shot of the driver and the guy in the back the whole time. And at a certain point, he just winds up a kick, kicks the door off, and then rolls out with like
one
all the
kick.
sound design that would be accompanied.
I like
by
the idea of
I
one.
want that
kicking
to
it.
exist so bad.
Like once.
Like, and I think you should leave sketch or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think?
I would film it if I wasn't
Do you
afraid
think
of
you
dying.
know anyone? Do you know anyone that can one kick a door off a hinge?
No.
Like a car door off a hinge?
Maybe like a jalopy.
Yeah. What
Any
know?
person
a
you
body
know.
like maybe like Phil Heath or maybe Ronnie Coleman in his heyday.
What's the name of that black guy that's
Gary
like doing a
Coleman's not strong enough to
bodybuilding?
do that.
Who? Did you say Gary Coleman?
Yeah, you say Gary Coleman?
yeah. I said Gary Coleman.
That's what I heard.
No! Dude, I just for some reason you said Gary Coleman. I thought of like throwing Gary Coleman away of a car and getting ran over. That's what I was thinking of.
That's
all of a
I
sudden.
mean, that's your problem.
That is pretty funny. I said that is pretty funny.
What's the name of the guy? Derek Hall, whatever that guy's name is. The black dude that's all over on TikTok, on internet.
I don't know.
That like does the ice. He puts the ice. He's like he has the timer of him waking up in the beginning of the day, and then he dips his face in the water. Then he like goes to work out with a fucking watch on. Derek Hall, or something like that. He's a black guy that like does like that's doing like fitness stuff now.
I think I've seen that, but I don't know him. Like I don't know. I think I've seen that thing of the.
And he's like, and then him when he throws the controller at the TV, he's like, "Damn!" And he throws the controller at the TV.
I never seen that.
You haven't seen
I haven't
that yet?
seen that,
Oh my
no.
god, look him up.
I don't. What is his
Oh.
name?
Look up the morning routine.
Let's get to another question.
Okay.
We're spending a long time.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
On bullshit. 9-inch males.
9-inch. That's
pretty good.
That's pretty good. That is great. That's
the fuck is-
fantastic.
Is the heat on?
It
I'm
feels-
sweating.
warm, right?
I'm sweating.
It's been hot for a while,
My
but I'm like, I
balls
guess I'm
are
just.
drenched.
I was just like, I'm gonna deal with this. This
I kind
whatever.
of was. I was like, I'm like suffering. I'm like sweating, and I'm like,
Like, oh, it's gonna be over eventually, and I'll have to deal with that.
yeah,
He was on in the summer temperatures.
I thought I put the air on.
yeah. That makes perfect sense because I was like, I don't know why I didn't say anything. It was like you just silently.
I didn't want to. This is not my house. I can't be disrespectful about it. I'm like, I was gonna be respectful.
Absolutely tell me.
It literally didn't
Because
come
I
to my-
zone out. Like I just assume like I'm in like I don't know. I thought I was just sick.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, oh well, here's another fever coming.
Yeah, it was just subconscious for me because it didn't. For some reason, yeah.
No, he just hit me. Anyway, 9-inch males, nanu bruvs. Did you just fucking Mork and
nanu.
Mindy us?
Nanu.
Nanu.
That's crazy.
Nunanu.
Anyway, he says to Derek, as the singer of Alien Ant Farm, Dryden Mitchell, apparently spends time calling Republicans gay on Twitter, I think it's a good idea to make a Gaylian Ant Farm cover. Drink, piss, love you, bye.
To give him, like, for an homage, huh?
I don't know I don't know Alien Ant Farm music outside of the cover that they did of the Michael Jackson song. So, like, I
know 3 songs. So, yeah, that one, Smooth Criminal. I know movies. I want you to be free. Don't worry about me. You don't remember that one?
Oh,
and
kind
just
of.
Like
Yeah.
the movie. And then, like, the music video is cool because it's like they're in a theater and then, like, they're like he jumps into the screen and then it's just a bunch of like,
and then he's in the Minecraft movie with Jack Black.
Yeah,
in that movie.
essentially.
Chicken jockey
Essentially.
and a real chicken shows up and they fucking
people are like, yeah,
and they tear down a movie theater.
yeah, they
you
fucking
see it.
go to the ceiling.
One guy digs into the floor and he's getting some give. Like it's not like ripping it open like a superhero or something like that, but there's
give.
He gets a little bit. He gets like an inch.
Did you see the news
like
about the? Did you see
Goatse's
the news
asshole.
about the I think it's like Colorado, the Minecraft theater.
when I got leveled pretty much.
No, so like there's in Colorado there was obviously like there's the Minecraft movie's crazy and like the theater reactions are insane, and there's video of like it's chicken jockey and then like they're throwing popcorn and fucking sodas and shit, and then the camera turns and a little girl is ripping herself in half.
She ripped herself in half, and a small Jack Black was there.
Oh my god!
And it was like, ka-chow!
Oh my
Literally,
God.
like from the seams.
The seams that she doesn't have
and
is a
no
human.
cell, dude. She doesn't even react.
No, it's so quick too.
She is good. Fuck, man. Minecraft.
It's the same way that what is it?
Powerful.
Captain America does the
wood.
wood. in what is it? Which one?
It was Age of Ultron.
Was it?
Yes.
Damn. I thought
That was a long time ago.
It was fucking more recent.
Was it 2015 or something?
Age of Ultron.
14, I think.
14?
14.
Yeah, 14
I was
sounds
still in
right.
New York.
Oh yeah. Because okay, yeah.
So long ago.
Yeah, I don't know
man.
any. I
Civil
don't
War
know.
was 2015, and then Infinity War was 2016.
No.
I don't fucking.
Infinity
know.
War was
I don't remember
2018.
anything anymore,
18.
dude.
18.
Whatever.
Oh, Endgame was 19.
19, yeah, and then the world died.
Yeah, then the world died. That's
It really is kind of insane.
That is
I look
weird
back on
how that
COVID.
worked
I look
out.
back at COVID and I think of like how insane everything was, and I'm like, oh no, that makes sense. Everyone's fucking stupid.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Great.
absolutely.
Like Vanessa Hudgens being like, it sounds fake, and I'm like, Vanessa Hudgens, shut your stupid ass up. Go
Yeah,
sing a musical about high school, you dumb
Whoa.
jerk.
All right.
Would it make sense to do? I've always wondered about this. Real quick, about the Alien Ant Farm thing, because it's like a cover of a cover. You know, like, you know what I mean?
Their version of Smooth Criminal. you know?
Yeah, so I'm
It
doing
is their most
that.
popular song, as far as I know.
Yeah, and it's like, I guess since it is their version, you're. But it's like, how do you clear that? You know what I mean? Like, does it have to go through 2 channels? Like, say, because if you're gonna cover something, usually there might be like a royalty split or something.
Right.
And so I'm like, dude, does Michael Jackson and Alien Ant Farm get a piece of that?
Michael
like, if you were
Jackson's
to,
dead.
that is true. Yeah, you can take.
You
his
can just
music.
take people's music when
That's
they
true.
die.
Don't think any more about it. That's
I
just
think
true.
that's totally valid, by the way. Like, fucking, like genuinely, like fucking, the artist is gone. Like, what do you mean? Just take it.
Yeah, there's no such thing as the estate.
No, I think there shouldn't be. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, fuck the estate, man.
Fuck the estate, man.
Like, you didn't do nothing.
You didn't do shit. You fucking loser.
Oh,
Congratulations, you're Michael Jackson's son.
yeah.
Who the fuck even is that?
What's their kid's name?
Blanket.
Paris and Blanket.
Is Blanket alive
It's
even still?
Prince.
I haven't seen any of them.
It's Prince. And
There's a
then
Prince?
Prince Michael Jackson.
Did you say Prince Michael?
Yeah, Prince Michael Jackson.
So he just named himself after somebody else and then himself.
And then the artist formerly known as Prince Michael Jackson.
That's insane.
Michael Jackson kids.
Well, I
Michael
sat
Jackson's kids.
upon a dildo. What's the sound of?
A big dildo.
Another dildo. Yeah.
Deal with my butthole.
Nigga,
Deal with my
I'm so
butthole.
gay.
Deal with my
Nigga,
butthole.
I'm Nigga. Oh wow, Prince looks like.
You've been struck by my smooth booty hole.
Why is it just some white guy?
I don't like that they're just white. It
What the
bothers
fuck
me.
is that?
That doesn't.
Wait,
that's not how DNA
That
works.
doesn't make
son.
sense. No, that's not real.
Let me see.
That's not how So he probably
that's Prince Michael Jackson's lawyer or
He used-
accountant.
he used somebody else's
is he
DNA, dude.
He looks.
He looks like
What does he look like?
He was like Dread First or something. You know what I mean?
Dread First.
I don't like
Dread
that.
First.
I don't like that they're just white.
You wouldn't.
That's my biggest fear.
White?
Yeah.
No, but like this doesn't like on a genetic level.
No, I understand. It makes no sense to me.
This makes absolute. This is Paris Jackson.
She looks like the mom though.
There's no.
That's how the mom looks. Like actually,
But like
fucking
she's
freaky.
clearly she was that is not Michael Jackson.
Well, to be fair, Michael
Michael
Jackson
castrato. He doesn't have fucking sperm.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
right.
that's the theory, but that really leads
Maybe
credence
it's
to that.
mega mangled, man. Maybe he had some swimmers there, but they were like just didn't know what the fuck to do.
I feel like they would have ended up being like special if that were the case.
Well, in fairness to Michael Jackson, his black DNA was so iffy that he just became white.
yeah, is that what happened?
So, like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe his kids are just, you know.
Is that what happened?
It's really unfortunate
He
because
had
he was
centrist DNA.
he was such a. I think he was such a good-looking young man.
Of course he
And
was.
it's like, dang, it's so
With
unfortunate.
Billie Jean and shit,
Yeah,
man.
and then he became fucking
Well, no,
Nosferatu.
before
Oh, even
that,
before
like
that.
before that, when he was a young, just a black guy.
Oh, you're talking
It's
about like when he was still like not known as the shit?
this
Or
is
you mean like Rock
I'm,
With You?
I'm like off
Like
the
Rock
walls,
With You?
rock with you
Okay,
era,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
But this is a fine looking young dude. My grandma's like, yeah, he was a really handsome guy, and then he got
Started
his condition, and it's
doing-
like unfortunate.
Well, he got his condition in. To me, that's a complete excuse. He had it only in his fucking hand.
He had his condition, right? And it was just the idea of that, like, it's going to get worse as you get older. Being the shit also, he was the shit. So it's going to lead.
Look,
Like,
that's
I'm not saying I would have went about it this way.
Well, look, let's
but
also
I can
be clear.
see his
Let's
path of
let's-
logic.
Well,
No,
let's,
I
well,
don't
hold on.
see the path of
Let's also
logic
be
at
clear.
all.
Let's also be
Crazy.
clear.
You're gonna change your nose?
Well, hold on. Let's be clear.
That's not.
This
okay, go
kid,
on. I
this
wanna hear
kid was fucking abused to shit
The
forever.
fuck?
Yeah, the Jermaine
So, like, he's not-
elbowed him every day, even when he did good.
Yeah, fucking.
Dad, I want another Grammy.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye's dad. Marvin Gaye's dad jumped in the party too. With his own fucking combos.
It's
So,
just,
like,
it's-
yeah,
not
I
to
mean,
mention he had
his
stuff-
logic doesn't. It
doesn't
doesn't
have to pan
need to
out,
track
yeah.
because there's no. How could it
But
really?
he got addicted to the work, getting work done in general. Probably
It's
it was
a great excuse, but it's also it just doesn't track because he just
It
did
really
to make
does.
himself look more Western. No,
It
because
really does, though.
you can just look. If you wanted to get ahead of your skin being white, you can make yourself white like an albino. But to change the structure of your face
Derek,
to fit a
Derek,
Western
Derek,
white
he's
man.
crazy.
Derek, what happens is
No, but him justifying it is kind of by
no,
saying
no. It clearly,
that's not
starts with him doing that to be able to deal with the fact his skin is going to be changing, right? And then it's obviously after going under the knife, understand you can dictate how your body looks. It becomes a slope of him constantly altering himself over and
I
over
don't even think
again.
it's that.
So he changed his nose before he started changing. Before he was wearing a glove to hide his vitiligo, he wanted to be white. It's just like
I thought his
go
nose-
back to Paper Trail, start from the beginning, where he clearly liked more Western features, and the vitiligo was a perfect excuse to just go full balls out.
I mean, the two things can be true. I don't
I would
think one
say
disproves
it's
the
more
other.
true with when he started. If there wasn't evidence to the contrary of what you're saying,
Because I feel like I don't know of him. I can't tell by eye of him getting work done prior to Off the Wall.
well, it's like you can see his nose is white as shit when he still has black skin. So I'm like, oh well, he's already this is something that he's
He was
wanted.
just under the knife. He got addicted going under the knife.
He
and it's
wanted
just
to
like,
look more Western. He wanted a more Western European look, and then the vitiligo that he claims to have, with the glare and everything.
I think obviously him being a white man helped him become as
Actually,
white skin as popular as he became. Even aside from his talent.
I actually don't know about that.
I feel like that was the
100%.
beginning of the end, dude.
I feel like that was not true
because
at
he
all.
looked like
I feel like his
I feel like when he became white, everybody was
fairer skin because he was already
I feel
fairer
like
by
Billie
the time.
Jean was the perfect. You couldn't.
Billie Jean-
Him going past that was where he fucked
Billie
up.
Jean and Thriller of that time, he was already way fairer than he was because he was like
Right.
He,
He was a
like
regular black
Derek's
kid.
skin
He was a
color.
regular black kid.
And then he was just like, by the time Thriller came out, he was
Past point no return.
he was
after that.
lighter than Lily.
Well, as a licensed therapist,
Yeah.
I think
If you're a licensed
Go on.
therapist, we're cooked. If you're a therapist, we're cooked.
Go on, Mister
Bro, therapists
Doctor.
are mega.
Go on,
They
Doctor.
have to be fucked.
Doctor Maldonado. Go on. I want to hear.
Yeah, so I think he actually wanted to change his skin because he wanted to look less like the people, his family who abused him.
And that might have been a thing
I
too.
actually that could be a very. There's no evidence of that, but that is actually a plausible line of like I would believe that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would believe that because it's like, fuck these niggas. they did me dirty.
Every time I look in the mirror, I see my dad, and I don't want to see my dad anymore. I'd rather see Nosferatu.
I
love you, son.
Because I don't even know, like,
I love you,
when they would bring that shit up to him, right? When
I love you, Michael Jackson.
I'm also Kingston's dad. Hammer.
Why you? So
What makes it weird?
Why you little?
How do you do that? Like, how do you when he had his skin like lightened?
So stupid.
Michael Jackson. This is not even what Bart says.
He doesn't say that at all.
I love the idea of him, like Michael Jackson, as a dad like that, though.
Yeah.
Why you little?
Why you
Little? Come here. I'm gonna choke you.
Okay, you need to do better.
You're ignorant.
More money.
The woman he chose to have his kid with is like, this is such a fucking white lady.
I know, Rosie
It's a
O'Donnell.
standard white lady.
Oh, that's crazy. Isn't she like
Because I know he wanted to marry.
I mean, I guess she can still have a kid with lesbians.
Yeah,
So fair
yeah.
enough.
She didn't know what was going on.
Excuse my ignorance. Goddamn, you know.
I've gotten many lesbians pregnant. Many lesbians pregnant. All three of my kids. All three of my kids are with lesbian women. In fact,
that'd be so crazy. I'd be like, "Are you going out of your way? Was that a coincidence?"
Both. Those two cannot exist. Those two things cannot. I chose a particular archetype of woman, and it happened to be.
No, here.
I didn't know.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one.
I just like how they look.
I'm out here.
Drew Carey. I didn't know.
Out here knocking down Drew Carey-esque women left and right, dude.
I'm out here eating a bowl of sugar cubes like popcorn. Wrote in. It says, hello, first time patron. 3 years ago, I spent the entire day fishing and setting traps in the bayous outside New Orleans. During sundown, when I caught my last fish for the day, an alligator easily 14 feet long, I don't believe that, launched itself, they're not that long, launched itself onto my boat.
That's so insane.
For 5 minutes straight, it launched itself onto my boat. I struggled with the fucker until it finally ran off at the cost of one of my fish. With that said, have you ever had a tense or hostile encounter with an animal? Cheers.
I believe his story, except for the 14-foot.
Yeah, there's no, maybe 14
that thing would have
meters,
manhandled you. Now, to be fair,
14
I've
foot.
seen.
It might not
I
have said
saw
to
a
kill him.
guy, maybe like a 10-footer,
Yeah.
who ward one off with the frying pan. Do you see that video?
Oh, yeah,
doing.
yeah.
That guy just like
Doing.
boink, and that motherfucker's like,
And he
oh
goes,
shit.
"Ah!"
And then he just leaves. I'm like, that's fucking boss, dude.
That is sick.
I don't know. It's impossible.
Stainless steel. What?
Yeah.
That 14-footer is like.
It's not 14 feet. They're 14 meters, maybe.
I think you are. A 14-meter alligator is a nightmare. That's a plesiosaur, damn near.
I don't know, like,
Because the crazy big
maybe
ones are
it
like
was really
20.
skinny, but just very long tail.
Yeah.
Because the
Like
20-foot
And
ones.
also, if he had to wrestle with an alligator, he didn't have time to measure it. So.
Right.
That's also
He
true.
was
Like,
he probably eyeballed it.
Brought out his tape.
Oh! He's like Dante, but only with measuring things.
Yeah.
Could you imagine someone holding down an alligator and it's trying to get away and you're measuring it and it's crying, it's wheeling, you're just like.
Just hold it down easily.
It was a really tall, thin. It was an alligator. It was an alligator with Marfan syndrome.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Like,
it's like
Lincoln.
The Lincoln
It had
disease.
the hat too.
So Slenderman, but an alligator, so
And
it's
the
Slender
Lincoln hat.
Gator.
Slender Gator. I'd play that. Slender Gator. I'd play that.
You said like Slenderman, but an alligator. Slender Gator.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like you said something.
I think.
I did.
I was trying to think of what the thumbnail was going to be for this episode.
Just emaciate an alligator real quick.
You got to make sure you extend the arms though. Extend the limbs though.
Slender Gator. It's just going to be Slender Man with an alligator head.
That's not even.
But I'm also going to erase its features.
Well, this should be Devil May Cry. Is the thumbnail?
It definitely should be. I was.
But that would be. You could throw a thin alligator.
Just throw an alligator in there.
Yeah.
Slender Gator is
I
funny.
love Demon Might Sob. I think that's.
Demon might suck.
Oh my god. All right. Let's do one more thing, I guess. And then we'll get the fuck out of here. Captain Joke America, he says, hey boys, why does Netflix spit in my face and fuck my ass and ruin the things I love? DMC anime sucks, and I don't like how they treated my wife, Lady. Not just a question, not a question, just something to leave you with. All right.
My wife,
They
Lady.
do fuck her. She is definitely different from what she is in the fucking Epidemic
Well,
3.
I just,
she's
it's
like-
unfortunate that I feel like she's gonna soften.
He has to.
Right? She's gonna soften, but yeah, it is coming in that hot is
She's
hard.
really
it's
fucking
hard
mad.
to like, but that's kind of the point in it.
It's really.
I imagine that's the point. You're not supposed
really
to like
hard
like
for
her
people to create women that are strong without just making them pissed.
I just want her to just be stoic. Like would have been dope. Like she's just like, oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. Let's get this done. But she's like kind of like a kind of an
Angry.
asshole. And I'm like, you don't. I feel like this far into your career, you would probably be over that. You'd be like, you'd not. Oh, it's all vendetta shit. You're like, you're just doing a job now. Whatever. I see what they're trying to do, and I don't mind it because, sure, there's, if you ever driven on the freeway with people and somebody cuts somebody off and somebody takes a shot at somebody, there are angry people in the world.
Yeah.
There's unreasonably angry people. So I'm like, I can accept this, but if I'm not also a massive fan of Lady, I didn't give a shit about her. Well,
Right.
I'm gonna be fair. Let me be totally honest. I barely give a shit about the Devil May Cry universe.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
being honest, like I
me
enjoy
neither.
it, but as far as like,
love
I
me
know
some
you
Devil
do.
May Cry.
Like when
I
you were
love
talking
that
about
shit.
like when you were going deep into some of the lore and stuff, I'm just like, okay,
whatever.
I was like, all right.
I love Lady too. She's a bad, especially Lady in 5. She's a bad bitch.
I mean, she's cool.
She's a
Like
bad bitch.
I don't mind Lady. I don't mind her. I just as far as the way that they're portraying her, I'm like, yeah, okay. Some people, I understand why they might be mad because they're not getting the Lady. It was like
She's very not herself from the game.
Did you watch?
Like very not. That's
Did
not
you watch
Lady.
the Scooby Doo Max version? The HBO.
Oh yeah.
of it, the,
Shaggy
Roma.
had not became Shaggy. Had not. It was pre. He hadn't even gotten into drugs.
He's a
yet.
shaglet, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's a shaglet. Yeah.
He's a. I'm not gonna say. I'm not
He's
gonna
a
say.
shagget.
I was gonna say with a hard R.
Shagger.
Almost. But
All right.
like,
Whatever.
Shaggetler?
Just it was. It was. I'm not gonna do it.
I get it,
anyway. Yeah. Yeah, but in a way like that, where there's gonna be a little bit of a journey to get to like, oh, I recognize this person now.
Sure.
I imagine that's what's happening to Lady. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe she's like gonna maintain being an asshole. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I promise you, I am checked out. Not in a way that I'm gonna finish it, but
Sure, yeah.
since I understand now how things are gonna work, and so same thing what I did with Fallout, where I started out where I was like, oh, why are they doing these little things? Just these little things that were annoying me. I got to a certain point. I'm like, that's it. That's the way it is. That's the way it's gonna be written. Shut the brain off. I can enjoy it for what it is, and so that's basically where I'm
Just
at.
embark on a journey.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it too. I don't really care about it. Like I like Devil May Cry reasonably enough. I just don't really care about it. It's very schlocky to me. So
I like it enough
It
to
is
where
what it is.
I want to play because they got obviously they got sales on Devil May Cry right now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I already have all of them. But I
5 is great.
I felt the need to. It's been almost 3 years.
It's been a while since I played it.
It's almost been 3 years for me.
I had the collection too. Like, and I never really like never played the
Love those
originals.
games.
I love 3.
I watched the shit out of the cutscenes of the originals.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
I played
go,
3 a lot.
I can't go back before 3.
I played 3.
3 is one of my
a lot.
favorites.
4 was the first one I played.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I played the demo on 360 was
Yes.
I
played the demo.
free. And I remember like you were in that like weird. It was like kind of like bright white courtyard.
Yeah, you fight
Fighting
the first boss.
Yeah.
I remember that because that was all I played of Devil May Cry 4, and I
Yeah.
never beat it.
Yeah, same. I liked it. I just didn't have money.
Yeah, I was fine.
So,
I
like,
liked it, but I was like, oh, a new character. I don't care. I was just like, I wasn't.
They do a really good job
wasn't invested.
redeeming Nero in 5. I think Nero's actually really, really cool in 5.
I just like I don't. I remember we talked about this years ago because I'm like, you think like Nero's cool?
Yeah.
I feel like he's anime nerd cool.
He's
you
just
know?
cool. He's not as cool as like Dante or Virgil are, but Dante and Virgil are like
I
they're
think
like
they're
cool
all
and cringe in like the
nerds.
other in the opposite way. Because Virgil's like very stoic and like badass, but that's also like over serious. Like, calm
But that's
down,
what I
my
mean.
nigga.
That's
and
what I
then
mean.
Dante's like, whatever, laid back.
Like
It's
it's not
like, bro,
actually
like,
cool. It's like
find
Matrix
some-
cool to me. You know what I mean?
I think they're both cool characters
you
in
mean,
different directions, but also their coolness is lame
Yeah.
at the same time.
So,
and I
yeah,
think Nero's a
yes.
middle ground of like, he's just kind of a chill dude.
I guess. I just think he dresses like a fucking anime.
He's like a fucking punk asshole.
I'm like, who do you think you are, dude?
Nero's the kind of guy to walk past the camera and flip it off and then walk away.
Yeah.
I love that guy. I think
I don't
Nero's
know,
a
man.
badass.
I look at all the things that DMC does wrong, and like what Fallout does wrong, and what like I don't know, fucking what was the other one? There was another video game show that was like like Castlevania, like the little things. Just like I would kill for these little things.
Right.
I
totally understand.
You know, the Arbiter is a lesbian woman. Dude, I can't even begin. I can't even.
Hold on.
I can't even.
Wait, no, hold on. What do you? So it's not like Keith David played Arbiter.
Right.
So you're saying it's voiced by a...
No. So here's what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
The Arbiter, or the role of the Arbiter, is fulfilled...
He killed him.
...by a blonde woman. Because they didn't want to animate... No. They didn't want to spend the time and CG and money to animate a speaking role for an alien for that long. So they replaced that role... with a blonde woman, and in season 2 they realized like, oh, that's a bad idea. So in season 2 they do bring the Arbiter in, but he never speaks English. He's completely different. He has completely motivations, and he dies the second he gets on the ring. He has one little fight with Chief, and then he's dead. I'm not kidding.
I am shocked that I have not heard of this because that sounds so egregious.
You wouldn't want to hear about it. Nobody who saw it wanted to even tell anybody about it.
I guess that's what happened.
It
was like seeing like a massacre, and you're like, this is too fucked up to even speak of.
Yeah. So like when I see so when I see people being like, man, the Fallout armor helmet doesn't open the right way, I'm like, you piece of shit.
It comes from a place of privilege.
Ooh, I want to say things.
Look.
I want to say
me
things.
bitching about contrivance. It comes from a place of privilege. 100%.
No, I understand.
I 100% admit that. I'm complaining about something that
I do agree with you. I do agree with you too. To be fair,
has the potential to be.
It could be better,
but it's good enough. Like I said, I'm going to finish the series. Like I've watched Fallout, and I was like, oh, I'll watch it again.
The most annoying thing about it to me is like the weird, like some characters being 3D and the other ones aren't not being.
It's jarring.
Just because it feels like that scene in Invincible with the steps. To me, where I'm just like, I don't know.
I completely missed the steps. It was crazy. But when I saw it, I was like, that's funny as shit.
Well, I just happened to. I probably would have missed it too, because like I don't know. Sometimes you're eating or whatever, and I just happened to look up with like a full thing of food. I was like, yo, my eyes hurt from the stairs in Invincible season 3 episode 1.
That was wild.
It was ridiculous. Funny. But yeah, so man, you know what? I recommend watching the Halo. Go do it, because you will not believe.
I can't, like, what you're telling me sounds in this day and age, really. If this was mid 2000s,
it feels like 2005. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like a mistake that you would like Fantastic Four movie,
right?
But way worse, like way worse.
What I watched 2005 Fantastic Four a couple of years ago, and it was okay.
Those are at least fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It's like if Ben Grimm's power, instead of being a rock, was being a fucking
just shit.
Yeah,
he's just hardened shit.
Read the names. I'm out. Yeah. that has logged me out.
Did you not know that?
Wow, Ben, you really smell.
Did you not know that?
No,
dude.
You think me?
There's a reason why I haven't uploaded in years.
How have I not?
It's because that really like destroyed my soul. I've been rebuilding my soul,
Chris. As much as I like the Arbiter.
So the Arbiter's a blonde woman?
The role of the Arbiter is fulfilled by a blonde woman in the first season.
They didn't even make it a nigga. They didn't even make it a black. The one thing we wanted is make it voiced by a black person.
Well, it was just some guy going ooga googa giga, you know, and then he dies immediately.
Wait a minute. So that's because
he dies after 1 minute of combat.
I know I didn't watch all of season 1, and I watched like I caught a little bit of season 2 because I just saw like a large action sequence where he didn't have his armor on.
Yeah,
and I was like, well, what is this? What is this, Punisher?
Yeah,
like,
this is just Jack Reacher. Or something.
That's. I was like, why? I was like, wait, what is the? I stopped watching when I saw that scene. I was like, what? Why?
Yeah, if you take a Spartan out of it, I'm just watching a Marvel show. I'm just watching Captain America. Basically,
yeah. I was like, I
could give a fuck about this.
It is that confusing. It really is that.
I saw the part where the girl was bench press, like leg pressing the thing, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'd ping that.
Yeah.
One of the Spartans.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not to say that there aren't like brief shots of things that make sense or are cool.
Was there any other nudity other than seeing his ass? Was there like any other like stuff like that?
I saw his whole shaft, but no head. You saw all shaft, no head, and it was a lot of shaft. It's like this much shaft.
That's so stupid.
This much shaft.
I honestly don't remember. I think
Spartans probably do have big dicks.
There was some government guy who
even the girls.
there was some government guy character in the show who is not real at all. They just made him up.
They made him up.
And he's sitting in like a giant jacuzzi, and he's like evil, and you see his ass. So
That's great. This show
isn't the
you, man.
first Spartan
I feel for
or
you.
what you call it? What's the name of the guy that's a part of the shadow organization? That's a Spartan. What's his
Oni?
name? Yeah, Oni.
I don't remember the name.
But isn't he a Spartan though?
I don't know. I'm not even exaggerating when I say like I don't care about it anymore.
Like
Look,
Halo?
brother.
Like it really ruined everything for me.
I feel you because
crazy.
I feel you because I guess look, I love the original Mortal Kombat for how retarded it is. It's just like I just love it. It's just
Sure, yeah.
pure nostalgia. Choreography is actually pretty good, I will say.
Yeah.
Only redeeming quality.
But that's the thing, man. It's at least fun.
They're
They're at least campy and fun. Like I would have loved a campy, like nonsense show.
Right.
Even. But like fuck.
There was a but the 2021 I think Mortal Kombat they did one.
Yeah.
That was the equivalent of the Halo series.
Yeah.
Where it was so.
Yeah.
I to this day I don't. They said they're gonna do it better. They're making
The
another
sequel,
one.
the sequel's coming out really
I feel like
soon.
I'm gonna. I feel like I want to kill myself because I just feel like they're not gonna. They added a Mortal Kombat's roster is so insanely huge. You're like, let's make a new character for the audience to connect with, and I'm like,
Dude, they always do this shit. I don't know why you do that. Like I get in Fallout where the premise is like it's more about the world or whatever and the
Yeah.
setting. Like that's fine. Yeah, make your own character.
Sure.
But like in the Halo show, they just invent some Asian child, and you're like, who is this?
I did check out when I saw.
Oh, and by the way, she's the Flood.
No, that fucking dumb chick that you were protecting.
Like how so she the flood?
We're gonna read the names.
Like how is she the flood though?
We're gonna read the name. I don't know, man.
Like how?
I don't know. She can see.
I
them.
feel like we need an extra.
She can see them or communicate
I
with them.
feel like we need
don't
an
know.
extra ammo for you to just tell us about this show.
No.
Because-
For you to just speak it out.
That's what I mean.
I
Like,
think you need
get it out of your system.
because I don't
like
want to hear
therapy.
it, but you need to like speak it out. You need to like speak out what
Oh,
hurts
you don't. You said you don't want to hear.
I don't
it?
want to hear that shit.
I want to see if my jaw. I want my jaw.
The Arbiter is like maybe my second favorite
They didn't
video
even get
game
Keith David-
character.
They didn't even get Keith David to do the fake language for him either. It was just some rant.
and you know he was available.
Let's
too.
read the names.
You know he would have done it.
He would have absolutely.
He'd be like, absolutely, I love this
1
character.
Trillion% would have done it.
I think he probably was offered, and then he probably was like, "No,
Oh.
what the fuck is this?"
Actually, well, that's,
I wouldn't be surprised if that's true.
that would be nice. But he loves. The
He's
work,
an
so
actor,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if he'd say no to a job.
That's true.
Well, no, he also loves that character.
So maybe he would. Maybe he would be disgusted. I don't know.
I think that's his character. I think if like that's his character. I think
No, there's like a bunch. He has way more iconic
he has so
characters than
many.
that.
But like
really
I think Gargoyles is the big one.
Gargoyle-
Goliath.
well, gaps. There's a lot of people that don't know about gargoyles.
That's true. I think for a lot of video game people,
Halo.
he might
That
be,
is an interesting question. What is his most popular? It might be Arbiter.
Anders. Well,
Anders.
well, not Anders. Anderson.
Anderson.
yeah.
Anderson's my personal favorite, but that's just because I like Mass Effect more than Halo.
Well, he also has like a shit more to say. You know, like it's an
He
RPG.
does.
You get to talk to him.
you can talk
at
to him a
length.
lot more.
Arbiters is like a very limited script,
That's true.
but
I think that was my thing. I didn't feel like I spent a lot of time with Arbiter,
yeah, his voice did a lot of heavy lifting.
but he's cool for
sure.
Fucking, I'm gay.
We're
I
gonna
don't like you niggas anymore. Y'all niggas are stupid. Your religion's gay.
Religion's gay, and I'm a fucking worm dinosaur.
Religion's gay. My knees are backwards or some shit.
Want to see me kick a car over?
That's his introduction. He's like, "Hello, my knees are backwards or some shit."
or some shit.
Greetings, I'm Thal Vadam.
All right,
I'm gonna kick you in your head so hard it's gonna fly off like a
let's read.
soccer ball.
Let's read the names. I'm getting depressed thinking about this show. You have no idea.
I kind of want to know.
That's not even really the worst parts of it.
That's
which
why
is
I
crazy.
kind of like. I feel like we should do an extra ammo with you,
Maybe
dude.
I'll pull out my notes.
You keep
My notes
saying
are
stuff.
hilarious. My notes are like I have 35 pages of notes. Oh god! All right, we're gonna read the names
Oh, it's delicious.
for our $25 and up patrons now.
April Fool's Day.
April Fools on me my entire life.
That's crazy.
We're gonna read our $25 and up patrons now. Remember, you can go over to
Greatest joke of all
patreon.com/the
time, my birth.
Snark Tank.
Don't.
And ad free. You can ask questions. You can get your name right at the end of the show, which is what I'm about to do.
Hell yeah.
So count me down.
3, 2, 1.
Bernadette ner Bernadette banana.
Silence.
C gay Y. Kolshedra Edras. Sween laying on his back while in a white room and coming for 5,000 days. I forgot about that guy. The Pisser of
It was
Oz.
like the Pisser of Oz.
Yeah. Was that the name of the last episode?
Yes.
I guess what else would it have been?
What was the image?
I haven't. So I woke up. I never oversleep my alarm.
Yeah.
Today I did. I woke up and it was like 11:40 something. I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" And so I didn't have time to even do the thumbnail.
no, the
I usually
Pisser
wake
of-
up and do the thumbnail and release the shit and then go to work.
Yeah.
I woke my
That's funny.
my alarm clock was just, I don't know, it just didn't do it or something.
The Pisser of Oz. I gotta wake up for the Pisser of Oz.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Pisser. Who's pissing?
I was thinking of like, I was like, how can I find somebody like blur out pissing in?
It's a really hard thumbnail to
Yeah.
even think. I would even say just maybe rename it. That's what I used to do sometimes when we would name an episode, and then I'd be like, I don't know how to portray this.
Yeah, it's just
So I
like,
just
I'll do
changed it to
something
something else. That was easier.
Yeah.
I love your haircut, racist Hokage. The bassist of Weezer be like, what's with these police shooting my girl? That's what happened.
Oh,
Forgot about that.
yeah.
Police shot at Weezer's wife.
Yeah, the Weezer's wife. Not the basis of Weezer.
No, Weezer.
Weezer's-
They're all Weezer.
They're all Weezer. So Weezer's wife apparently was interfering with a chase or something.
That's crazy.
And she, allegedly, this is what I heard, she shot at the cops, so the cops shot her. And I'm like,
Did they kill her?
So much. No, she's
No,
not.
she's alive
Yeah.
somehow, which is rare.
Which is really weird, because I think it was LAPD, too.
yeah, it's
Oh,
crazy.
no.
They were like, "Fuck, that's Weezer's wife.
That's Weezer's wife, man.
We can't kill her. We gotta
kill Weezer's
We can
wife.
maim and cripple her and put her in critical condition, but we can't. We can't kill her.
Yeah.
That's Batman's rules.
And that, well, they did good. She'll
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bend your I'm gonna bend your legs
nuggets.
forward. And I'm gonna make you look at the arbiter for a little bit, and then I'm gonna shove your feet down your own throat, and I'm gonna ball you up until you're gone, and then you're gonna talk.
and then you're gonna
I have the funniest torture. I'm gonna pull your balls real low and wide. Then I'm gonna put them in the little crevices of your fucking the back of your knees, and I'll make you fucking bow down back on your own fucking balls till they pop.
and they pop.
Now
Once
talk.
They pop. Yeah, they talk.
Talk.
I want to get like a fake like a Party City skeleton or something, and just to demonstrate what Batman does and how absurd it is.
Yeah.
That he even expects any words to leave these people after he's done with them. It's fucking insane.
So good, dude.
I'm going to go present with a mortar. Harry Potter casting Ben Shapiro whenever he needs to sit on something. Ben Shapiro, Berserker Barrage, meow. In fact,
Meow. In fact, meow.
meow. In fact, it's Emma. 2 rats in a trench coat. For episode 400, I'm going to jump Sweeney's tooth gap in a rocket-powered iron lung while Derek twerks to the Hereditary OST.
Let's go.
That's fucking insane.
That's a wild thing.
Twerking to a fucking horror movie instrumental soundtrack is fucking outrageous.
That's crazy work.
That's
And also, where do you even get an iron lung nowadays?
I know. Do they even make
Also,
those?
my gap is not that big.
it is
I
absurd.
genuinely
how-
wouldn't have noticed. Had people, and even still to this day, I look at you sometimes and I don't notice it.
I don't think about it until they bring it up.
Yeah.
There's not like, oh,
Then
you're
it's clear
talking
as day.
and I'm staring at your gap. Like I don't even think about it.
Yeah,
But
I've also met people with crazy gaps.
oh yeah.
So that's kind of thing. It's
And
like
they
I
have
think-
like the whistling kind of like when they talk. There's
Yeah.
like a thing through it. And I'm like, hey, can you stop that, please?
Hey, can
Yeah.
you shut the fuck up? Can you put a piece of gum in between your gaps like you're fucking listening? Fucking dumb bitch.
That's great. You
Put some plaster in between your fucking gap.
you just go
crazy
I love that.
drywall.
Yeah. I love
I have
that.
a little bit of sheetrock in between my gap.
You don't need veneers, bitch. I got you. And just fucking put the plaster in them.
Hey, look up Trypophobia Scalp, you guntlickers. Obama's
No.
weird ice-themed brother, Snowbama. The good Sween is in the Black Lodge.
Oh, I was like, what the hell is that?
Oh, my kitchen window's open.
Okay.
They must be chainsawing the dogs out there. We got a dog problem here.
Yeah, too many dogs.
Too many dogs. And they're like mutated too. Like they look
Oh.
really, yeah. Like they all have like these growths around their neck that have like they look like metal almost.
Almost like chains, but they're not.
Yeah, I mean I haven't touched them or anything. I can't verify it, but like they look. So we've just been killing them. Every dog with like a growth around their neck like it looks like that. We've just been chainsawing to pieces.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You don't want a mutant dog running around polluting everything, peeing on the grass, making radioactive grass.
Oh, you guys are just the devils. Nice. Okay. Cool.
You don't know what they're gonna turn into after. So you got to take them down quick.
Yeah. Today it's a little growth on the neck that says their name and address, and then tomorrow it's they're 5 times the size, and then they're eating your mom.
Right. Like that's not cool. Like it's the mutant Fido. It's a mutant fucking Baxter. You got to kill him.
Yeah.
Like you can identify their class of mutation by the metal growth on them.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's really convenient.
Yeah,
Crazy.
He just doesn't understand the concept
Baxter.
of ownership.
That's the Baxter mutant.
Yeah, kill him. He's clearly homeless. I can't take Vincent's performance seriously in Daredevil because he always sounds like he's constipated. Berserker Broly's big bouncy backside. The Sloker 2, why so derpy? The Abominable Snowman. That's pretty good. Let me be snow.
Let me be snow.
Now let me be snow. I'm melting.
I'm melting.
I'm melting.
It's the summer.
It's the summertime.
It's getting a little hot.
It's getting a little hot.
I'm only about 1/4 still here.
I'm stone's throw away from 9. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're all gonna go to the polls, vote the sun out of the sky, so that I may live forever.
Vote the sun out of the sky. March enemy, Antarctica. The 24-hour sun hurts.
Hurts me a great deal. Remember, yes, we can get the sun out of the sky. That was the full slogan.
They cut
you all
me off.
forgot. You cut me off for something. It couldn't fit on the poster. He was a snowman this whole time. Even when he was just Obama as president, he was the whole time he was a snowman.
He was a snowman.
Just off camera, there were ACs blasting at him. That's why he wore the tan suit that one time because tan doesn't attract as much heat.
Yeah.
And everybody got mad. Everybody got mad at me, but I was just trying to survive. Now you tell me. Let me be clear.
Do you go back and listen and people are actually saying Snowbama? You just didn't notice.
Oh my God, it's like Tolkien.
Yeah.
In South Park, where it's like the whole time they were saying Barack Snowbama.
Snowbama.
That's so stupid. Oh my God.
I didn't even notice.
I didn't even know my president was made out of snow. We didn't even know it.
You go back and listen to that song. That's what he's saying too.
Oh my God.
Barack
Obama's made out of snow. We don't even know it.
I've been taking advantage of women when they don't know it.
You wear a tan suit to avoid from melting. We didn't even notice.
Such a stupid idea. So dumb. Oh my God. Fat guts. Gay for the chode. Bad at the bone. The first openly gay Star Wars character. Slurpy Faggy and his husband, Dr. Butto. Uncle
Stupid.
Butto. Uncle Tom
Funny.
Clancy's Lyncher Cell.
Really
Penis
funny.
envy. Not a joke. I'm too big. Norman Osborn, after finding out his closeted homosexuality was revealed, be like, out, am I? Damo Nation, Vaughn of the Dead. Peanut butter and jizz.
Damn.
Instant downgrade, man. Fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry. I thought you said peanut butter and jizz. So that's what I gave you.
That's crazy.
You thought I said peanut butter and jelly, and you thought I said jizz?
Well, yeah.
Yes, of course. They're quite close.
Yeah, it's
Phonetically end in spelling.
phonetically ended spelling.
They both got J's in them. And then sounds after the J. It's a mistake that anybody could have made.
Simple.
Welcome to Earl of Sandwich.
You stupid?
He's just so fucking stupid.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
You're a sandwich.
Easy mistake. What are
Gooner,
you
it's an
stupid?
easy mistake. What are you, dumb? You're going to chastise me just for, like,
Being
putting
dumb.
jizz in your sandwich?
Well, dude, I didn't know you didn't want jizz. Want me to get that out there for you?
Some
It's
people order jizz. It's not my fucking like. I'm sorry. Like I've had a long day. It's like 7 a.m. and I've been here
times
It's
since
7 a.m.
7 a.m. I've been here since March. You know, like
What's that mean?
I've been at this. I've been at working. I haven't slept since March. I've been here since March.
You know how many nuts I've had to buff today alone?
I've had to jerk off 45 times on camera for some reason. Like it's in the handbook. We have to do it on camera. I don't.
Who is this monster?
This is the people who work at Earl of Sandwich who make the peanut butter and jizz sandwich. You know?
Oh man, how much money to eat a peanut butter and jizz sandwich?
You know, they don't. I don't know. I don't think.
They don't have enough. See, the catch is you have to actually complete it.
Right.
Yeah. Because the problem
I
is
can't imagine having jizz in my stomach. I feel like that would just make me feel so like that would just make me feel so disgusting. I'd have to end my own
Or
life.
genocide.
genocide.
Gooner from the N-word Lagoon, round-eyed Asian sending zoomed-in dick pics
I
to
don't
all
think I could.
numbers
I would try, but I don't think I
on
could.
the local plane.
I think I would throw.
I don't think I could do it. I think
I
I would just give up the second I got a whiff.
Yeah, that would send me over.
That would send me spiraling.
But like, damn, I just have to be like.
You'd never hear from me. I'd be like Silk Song. You'd never hear from me again.
I just like try to channel gayness. Like, just think like a gay. Think like a gay.
Think
It's
like
like,
a gay.
like I'll do.
I don't think a gay person would eat a sandwich.
Yeah,
of jizz,
exactly.
to be
It's like
honest
most
with you.
people would be like, "This is disgusting."
Like I wouldn't
Well,
eat.
there's a
Like
lot-
I wouldn't
yeah,
eat a
sure.
sandwich full of like squirt. You know.
Yeah, but
I have
but
drank-
to be
I
fair,
have drank full
to be fair,
pails.
that upsets me less. It upsets me less thinking about it.
I've made
it's still
lemonade with
gross
squirt.
where I'm
It does? I know what you're
dunk
saying.
your sandwich in some
Squirt.
squirt.
I've
That's gross.
made lemonade out of squirt before. What are you talking about?
I mean, you're
We're gonna
probably
read more.
You're probably not. You're probably telling the truth, and I'm ashamed of you.
Full pitchers of lemonade.
I'm ashamed of you
Why? Why are you saying me? Because I'm fucking.
because it's basically piss.
Yep, yum.
Oh, so you're okay. Fair enough. Look, man, if you're into piss, look, to each their own.
I
don't-
drink
don't-
what I need
I
to
don't
drink to
care.
Are you
survive.
serious?
Did it do a weird thing?
Google Chrome is updating.
It just without your consent.
All right. So I hey guys, so we're just waiting.
That's cool. Oh, when I was doing the solo episode, it was the Patreon one just kept shooting to the top.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, it's very fun.
I'm reading it.
It is a very tedious thing to work with live on the show.
Yeah, I was
All right,
like,
are we done?
I was like, you guys are loving this show. You're really enjoying.
No,
this
of course.
episode.
Why would you save my place?
Yeah,
Why in God's name would you do that?
Of course not.
Okay, penis envy, not a joke. Blah blah blah. Blah. Domination, Vaughn of the Dead. PB&J. Derek, not Chauvin is innocent. Free him. I read these already. Oh, here at the Snark Tank Podcast, our favorite lollies include Marie Rose and Pan. Send in your favorite lollies to at Tom Sweeney Inc. Podcast stands for pee on the couch and sit there.
Oh wow.
Crazy. That's insane, actually.
Pee on
The couch,
the couch
and sit there.
Sit there.
All right.
I
mean,
I accept that.
I accept it. Listen to our pee on the couch and sit there show. No, I said kitty as in cat porn. Queen of Fap Hazard, aka Kingston's mother.
Whoa.
I love Kingston's dad.
Kingston's dad's a great character.
Yeah, he's a good
I
character.
don't love my dad, so you guys don't.
You don't like the fictitious version of him?
I don't like any version of Kingston Jackson.
You
So no, I
You don't think I'm better? You don't like the way I am versus the way I am to you?
I don't like Kingston.
You don't
Jackson.
think the way that I sound is anything like the way that your dad sounds?
It's not even the same voice he usually has.
What do you feel? My little Batiman baby boy.
My little
What is
Butty
wrong,
baby.
little gay boy?
My little baby Butty boy.
My little black bullshit cherub. What's wrong? Are you scrolling on your phone during work again? I thought I taught you.
So this weird thing happened for me where my PC is that for some reason I can't even load Marvel Rivals. Like when it starts compiling the shaders, it just says, "Oh, your video memory's out," and I'm like, "That's impossible."
have you downloaded the
I have
right NVIDIA
60
drivers?
I do. I have. Yeah, I do. I have all the right ones.
Did you? Did you recently update it?
Yeah. I went to upload it and it was like, "Oh, there's no updates needed."
And
Have you tried uninstalling
say-
it and
say-
reinstalling
I
it
have.
again?
was there at any point? Did you do anything differently and then it started acting different?
No. The one thing that happened is weird is that all of a sudden, there'd be a few games like whenever I play Hades, some things it would crash and have to verify the integrity of the files. And then I had to do that for Rivals a few times, but neither of it works. And things crash. And I'm like, is there something wrong with my Steam or is it my computer? I don't think it's my computer.
Yeah,
I don't think it's my computer because I've ran Dynamic.
Can't be Steam. Otherwise, it would be happening to other people.
So I'm trying to remember why that was
crash
happening.
is kind of common. Crash is kind of common for people.
Sure, yeah, crashing happens.
Was there
crash exactly?
Was there an update on Marvel Rivals? That and then
maybe a season ago that like.
Oh no, but not recently.
No, the thing is that the game is really badly optimized.
Yeah, but
like,
it's just weird for it to
so.
like starting to act up now and not like close to like. Dude, I updated on my Amazon Fire TV, my Disney Plus. Ruined Disney Plus. It's fucking crazy. It does not work right now. Sometimes it won't even play anything.
We'll see.
And so I'm like,
it's an amazing future we're in.
yeah.
What a fucking lame path
I have a fucking
we've chosen.
4090 and it's not working. And I'm like, why is this not working?
Yeah, it's got to be weird because I remember I had that.
Have you cleaned
problem
out your
with
PC
us.
lately?
Yeah, I have.
Like dusted it out with the compressed air and stuff?
Yeah, literally.
I had that problem with.
I gotta do that
Wukong.
now. I gotta do that soon.
Black Myth Wukong. I had that.
My
problem.
RAM got fucked up, so I had to take my RAM out
How'd your RAM get fucked up?
because one of the cards just stopped working.
Oh,
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You run into strange computer issues
One of my
all the
cards
time,
just
and I
stopped
don't even
working,
understand
so
how.
what I did is I had to take it out. I cleaned everything. I did everything, and I had to check and see which one worked or not. And now my RAM is like perfectly fine. But I'm like, all right,
Weird.
what's going on?
Have you
I gotta get
updated your
compressed
No,
BIOS?
I haven't.
Try
No
that.
BIOS.
Yeah, just try that.
That's the last thing. Now, hopefully, it's easy. What kind of motherboard do you have?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Have you
Well, like whatever it is? Hopefully, it has an app that makes it easy because, like, say some or like, oh, go download this thing and put it on a stick and then restart it and then hit F12 and then so you go to the boot menu and now you can extract it. It's fucking stupid for some of them. But then there's ones like Gigabyte, which usually has like an app, and then it's like, okay, just update the BIOS through the app. It depends on what you have.
Yeah, I have a modern one. I have a modern one right now.
I had
so-
like an Asus one that had to do like all these retarded steps, where it's like,
So
go
obnoxious.
to the.
I have like a Prime thing that I think has like a, it has its own like.
Let me check my
It has its own like
motherboard right
hub
now.
where you can just
Yeah,
do
you
things
could
easily.
Yeah, you could go with the BIOS and you can choose like to overclock it or whatever the fuck you
Okay.
want to do.
Great.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in that BIOS most of the time,
Okay.
but you know.
Yeah, I have one that it's I just have this Asus one that just
Let's
sucks.
see if I can find the exact one I have.
You'll never find it.
You probably find it.
I'll be able to find it. Give me a
I mean,
second.
just look it up when you get home.
I'm about to Stephen
But yeah,
Flow.
that might fix it.
Sweeney would make a terrifyingly hot trans woman. I'm about to Stephen Flow. Smelling ants for big ounces. Scientific curiosity. My ass is full of piss. Help. Thugzilla versus Mecha Wigger. It's insane. Losing all my friends in the custody battle. Kurt Cobain POV. Fuck that universal sound. I want that sounding kit.
Sounding kit.
Death. Jack W. FM message from Bryle. He finished his guitar building course and is now working at Ibanez in Japan. That's crazy. I'm glad to hear back from Bryle. Like, he's so hard to get a hold of. So, like, I'm glad to hear that he's doing well.
Hey yo.
He never gets signal on his fucking flip phone. He refuses to upgrade.
I feel like Bryle is just the worst thing ever. But he doesn't
No, he's a
mean to
great
be.
dude. He's just impossible to get a hold of. When you're spending time with him, he's like the best. He's like one of the kindest people ever. But like,
That's good.
good luck ever meeting with him. You have to hope you run into him when he's off looking for a signal that he still hasn't found. Kingston molested me in the Disneyland restroom. This is true. I did see this. I chose to say nothing because I'm an ally.
Because you Verily.
That's how loyal I am
Good
to my
job,
friends.
son.
That's how loyal I am to my friends. If I saw Kingston molesting somebody in a Disneyland bathroom, not only would I not say that I saw anything, I would in fact say that I saw the exact opposite.
Son, I thought I taught you better.
I thought I taught you better than to molest people in broad daylight, son.
In broad daylight.
I thought I taught you that lesson when I left immediately. I left a handbook of, like, important lessons for your mother, but, like, I left it all in Phoenician, and she was too lazy to decode it. Like,
decode
so,
it.
like, of course, what a bitch.
Lazy bitch.
A lazy bitch, of course. It couldn't have been more straightforward. It was in hex code and Phoenician. All you had to do was understand deep computer science and Phoenician history. I love you, Kingston.
My baby butty boy.
My little bouncing baby Negro, my little boy.
Bouncing baby Negro. I love this.
Please end this.
love this,
Read
dude.
those answers. Read these names so I can leave.
Okay, son.
Okay, son.
Okay, son. So much. I know you get impatient sometimes. Big meaty stinks. Chris, how did you get over your anxiety? JK, never happened. Big meaty stinks. I read that already. I read that already. Crazy. My eyes must be failing me. Wouldn't wish testicular torsion on my worst enemy. Big meaty stinks.
I'm gonna leave.
Your friendly neighborhood, Tanky Hassan Piker.
Is he a tanky?
I don't know. I don't think
Is
so.
he a tanky now?
I would be
I
surprised.
don't think so, but like I don't know. Fucking
Yeah.
whatever.
If he
I
watches
don't even know what that
podcast-
means really.
I feel like I probably.
I think I knew at one point and then I forgot.
I think it's like that where I think I know what it means and then
it's like remembering the birthday of a Pokemon. Like I don't know what
To me, that's how I feel like. Oh, I know what a leftist is, but then I'm like, okay, like there's
Maybe I
liberal
don't.
and there's left, and I'm like, I don't know what you guys are using.
I don't know what
I
you're
thought I
saying.
knew what bread tube was, but apparently I don't. I'm like, I'm done. I don't care. I don't care.
I love FD Signifier. I love the way he speaks blackly.
You could learn something from him, my
Could
son.
learn something before. I wish my son was that guy.
I love how he speaks blackly is insane.
Blackly
I love how
is a
blackly
crazy
he
thing to
speaks.
say.
It's like, what?
Jimmy Rings and his POW girlfriend. That's right. He does.
You ever had someone ask you like why you don't speak black?
Of course.
I've had people ask me that too.
I love that.
Why you don't speak
Andy
black?
What do you what's your answer?
I'm not.
That's I'm not. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. And he walks off. He walks off real quick. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
He walks into traffic.
Jimmy Rings, Andy the Man who's handing on back to S tier. and
People,
Forever Dandy.
Arnold.
I've never had. Oh, dude, the thumbnail for this guy's awesome, or like the image for him.
What's he got?
I've never had Jamaican food, but it sucks. It's just like
I love that.
it's just like a smirking like
Skinner, Principal
like,
Skinner.
Principal Skinner, but it barely looks like him. He's like mogging almost, or like doing like some weird like millennial, like he's doing like a gym face at the camera almost.
That's a great look.
That is a great look. I wish I looked like that.
I'm terrified of everything around me. Watch me go run around in the dark.
Lost it all at the Cortez. Y'all got some change. Gids, Obi Wagwan.
Obi Wagwan. That's
Pretty wild.
kind of cool.
That's kind of good. Kratos singing Even Flow.
Kratos.
Even flow.
Look up Scallop Eyes and have a great day.
Oh, we did.
Bati Boy Radio. Yeah, we did that in the last episode. Where do I email my Kingston's dad shirt? Where do I email my Kingston's dad art?
Oh, no way.
What's our email?
Snark Tank Team
Yeah, start a team at
Start a
Gmail.
team.
at
Yeah, sure.
Gmail. snarktankteam@gmail.com.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see this.
I hate this shit.
Oh man, he better be in that
Not
fucking
literally
Jumanji
your
drip,
dad.
dude.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, I just like that. Like we have a lot of merch that is surrounding him.
I'm so
Like-
centric. It
Like,
bothers me.
Where's merch that is even remotely that spun off from something that's related to you or I?
Yeah.
It's Kingston.
It's
been
a
a minute.
podcast, and
Well,
then
Brile,
it's me.
I drew early on.
That's
But I don't
true.
know. Like
That
there
is
was
true.
I don't
let's
remember
say-
our early merch. We
Like-
had like a run in the beginning that was like all of us.
Yeah, but I guess
I'm just such a character. I hate that. It's just I'm just a character.
It just
So-
keeps, like I said at the wedding, I was like, do you or I have a police sketch that looks like us?
That's the thing.
It's just like
Every sketch looks like me.
That's-
So it's
that's
not
the point.
interesting.
It's not interesting because people
Yeah.
always throw you in the it looks like Chris.
Yeah,
This is
look
the guy
like
with
Chris.
glasses.
Yeah.
I think I look fairly unique, and then it's like, but like the stars align that there's a
That
feral version
doesn't
of me.
make any sense. Like the haircut, like the shape, like it's like, come on,
It's nuts.
come on.
It really is crazy. Because
Like,
it does look like evil you.
It does.
It is literally
looks like
somebody,
Pharaoh me.
one of our listeners was like, I'm going to draw an evil version of Kingston. That's what it looks like. And it's like, how does this exist, dude?
It's my. I think I'm the Messiah. What
There's something about you that is, you are very marketable for some reason.
I'm very much so the main character of something.
Our police sketch guy was like, just tapped into something and drew you essentially. And the fucking chick that got like assaulted or whatever was like, that doesn't look like him at all.
What I
That
think is
doesn't-
what I
I
think
didn't-
is
that's not what I
really
described.
what I think is really rude to it is
Yeah.
that we're allowed with him to riff off of each other and actually go somewhere. But every time something happens with either of us, Kingston goes, no.
I
So
guess
nothing ever happens.
I guess.
No, stop. Stop it now.
No, it's actually this.
No, you're finished.
No, that's crazy.
He just- stop talking.
He just
He's
rip-
like, stop.
he
stop.
just- he just rips your mic and eats it. And spits it out, and it's like a perfect cube.
Yeah, I'm loving it though.
I just tap your mic and it blows up like a bomb.
It's a gun. It becomes a gun and shoots me in the head.
I love this though because I don't like being like a center of attention for anything. I love being like a supporting thing.
I hate it.
And the fact that he's like the people keep making jokes about him. The merch is popping off. He's got 3 Sweet Moon. We've got this demon version of him, and I'm like, I want to keep running with this. Like where he becomes almost like a brand that's recognizable, like Metallica. It's just him becomes like, look at the scumbag. I think that's like our highest.
You're gonna
selling
become
thing.
like Betty Boop.
Yeah. I
But
wanted
for
to be
this
something like that.
fucked up podcast,
You got the scumbag like Supreme thing that sold ridiculously amounts. Like, it sold a lot.
I hate
Really?
how
Yeah, it sold. It was their second best thing, other than the Shot Uncle Ben.
Oh,
Uncle Ben
Shout Uncle
clearly
Ben.
was the.
Shout Uncle Ben is a good one.
I hate how
I still don't know if we're allowed to do that, but like,
I
whatever.
don't.
I mean, was that who do that? Is he still alive? The actor?
No, Cliff Roberts. No,
Yeah.
He's,
So-
he's definitely on the floor.
He can't say nothing about it. So,
yeah. I mean,
and we don't give a fuck about no state. So,
that's true. Yeah, fuck it.
sorry, buddy.
Sorry, buddy. Love you, but like, sorry.
I hate how I don't look human in the scumbag picture. It looks like an AI rendering, like transforming into me, but that's just my face.
That's your face. And it people like it. People are like wearing it, and then people come up to them like, "What the fuck is
The
this?"
scumbag one.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about the scumbag one is that like, I fucked with your eye a little bit, so like it just there's like it looks like your eye has like a pimple.
I gotta look.
Because they put like a little bubble on your eye, basically
I
on
gotta
your
close
iris.
Oh yeah.
So we
Oh yeah.
just
Thanks
look
to
a little
everybody
fucking-
that bought up merch while there was you guys missed the sale. It went up till the end of March. There was a little off, and
Oh, cool.
on the merch. But yeah, thanks everybody that bought some stuff. Whenever you receive your shit, man, if you wouldn't mind, post it somewhere. I just want to see that and make sure it looks good. It should be. There should be
tag
no
us on
problems.
tag the Instagram. That's a pretty easy way to get us to see shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Snark take IG or I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Men, put pictures of your toes in there too.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, do that.
Some toes.
Sugar Gay, I just want a guy to
Let's see
put,
some
put
toesy
your dick inside me,
losies.
baby. Where do I
Appreciate
email my? Okay, I read
Male
that.
toes.
Kevin Durant's feet call him my girl's pussy the Gaza Strip. Something so brutally pummeled, no child could hope to crawl out of it alive. Luke, that no be the truth. Janomi Yafada. Nice. Dr. Manlove, or how I learned to stop worrying and love the cock. Fuck you, I ain't paying my TV license, bitch. Mr. Pants forcing Chris on 10,000 milligrams of estrogen and then putting him on Brazzers. Cardboard Pie. Aragorn cutting out Netanyahu's colon while Legolas and Gimli compete over who can dome the most IDF soldiers.
Damn.
Fucking crazy. At the afterbirth of Pussy and Tim's. I forgot about Pussy and Tim's.
Yeah, we that's an IP that I don't think we can get away with, but I would love to have that on a shirt.
Yeah. I guess we could just find
Make it a
cat
different
and
kind
put
of cat.
Yeah, put
Make it
it-
a different kind of
I
cat.
guess it was like the orange one or whatever.
Just fill it-
You're not a
I mean,
tabby,
it
you
could
make
just
it
be
like a
just
fucking-
a fucking standard ass cat.
Yeah.
And just put it in fucking Tim's.
But
Just say
it's
Pussy and Tim's.
Pussy and Tim's. Really?
Yeah. Give him like a fucking like a brand safe sword. And
Yeah,
like a brand safe hat. You know?
I like that. Hey, get to work, people.
Get to work.
Get to work. Whoever was gonna sing Kingston's dad, you know your next assignment. I hate this.
New Mass Effect rumored to have vibes-based life forms. The fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
What are you saying? Like ambient life? Okay.
Something.
Fucking Halo 2 had birds. 1 Celsius, 2 Broly boost, and I'm dogging out Emma Frost till my dick is broken. Goatman, Scarecrow's in the dungeon. Black Klansman, FAGGOTO, who's gonna fill my sloppy hole? Captain Joke America, PP, kind of fat, but somebody got to do it. A foot up in my ass because somebody got to do it.
Gotta
Jerk
do it.
this PP off. Jerk this PP off. Starting a little gay starting a little gay beetle cabal and hollowing out Kingston so we can pilot him like Oogie Boogie. It's fucking crazy. Sonic fans found a way to recompile Xbox 360 games. Baki manga threatening to rape Elon and Trump.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's right. That did happen.
Yujiro.
That's right. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So did I, and that was wonderful.
He threatened to rape them both.
That is so wild.
like,
That's a real thing.
That is absolutely real. That is great.
Kingston, my son, I bequeath you.
I need that $1 Australian.
Smitchy the Kid, bam, takes a scalpel to his testes and eats the soft insides. Black Dick Son, won't you come deep inside my bum? Ichiban Kasuga says, play Monster Hunter. Post Clarity, nut! From Hell's Heart, I come at thee. Star Coffee, give to Keith Hernandez Foundation. I might serve Ben that corner. Whoa. Yush. Yo, tell your sister my penis is so gargantuan that when I'm not fucking, it sinks ships off the coast of Japan.
That ain't no error, my friend.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
KTLA's technical error.
What was the technical error? No. Okay, so for the audio listeners, Kingston is once again showing me something on his phone.
So KTLA has a technical error of some sort, and apparently they just tweeted out the N-word raw.
The hard R.
Raw. Myron got control of it?
Like,
KTLA?
I'm sorry, that's not an error. That's just somebody fucked around when they shouldn't have been.
Naggers, more
That
like
is
it.
crazy. You got a cock, I've got an ass. Can I make it? It's an Avril Lavigne kick in the.
You got a cock.
I've got an ass. Can I make it any more obvious? I'm full of cum, 'cause I am gay. What more can I say?
So
Dumb. There's a vocal thing that she does in like that. There's like a really poppy song. It's just called "What the Hell." There's like a vocal like riff in there that I'm like, it like tickles my brain, and it really bothers me because it's like it's really satisfying.
That's cool.
But it's impossible to do.
That's really cool.
That's amazing. You're gay.
That's crazy.
Craig the Canadian.
That's crazy.
Damn, I touched the instant death juice. It's your boy Shawnee D, and Emma Frost looks like prime Sarah J. Cum titty.
I tweeted today that RFK sounds like Elmer Fudd on a ketamine drip.
That's really cool.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's really great.
On
Yeah,
ketamine. Stupid.
Ketamine drip is crazy. Snark Tank fans are now homeless and deported. Cerberus
I'm proud of
8267.
Can we get a ketamine drip?
Nug
You
Yarser.
can use it. I'll watch you use it.
Genuz Mat and Namkib Kred.
I'll watch you use it here, not at my house, anywhere near my
On
house.
the show.
Made a thumbnail for Sweeney's laugh comp that could be used as a t-shirt. Check email.
Yeah. I'll check it when I get home.
Y'all gotta watch the song Squashed N-Word by Chris Lilly, who's a white Australian. He wore blackface for the character. You know that Dan Herschel guy? That guy who like he does the videos of him screaming in his car?
Yes.
Did you see the thing where he's like putting one stripe of black paint on my face
Yeah.
until it's not okay? Or
It's
something?
yeah.
He's actually doing it.
It's like the Hitler mustaches, essentially. what
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
like a little strip of black.
It looks like a little strip of black.
He's out of his
And
mind.
he's
that guy's like the closest I've seen to like a modern Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the bit is, but there's a bit, and I can't predict.
There's
what the next
videos of
one's
him
going
that
to
are
be.
like allegedly him coming on his phone.
Yeah, that's how I got introduced to him.
Because
Via
of me.
you. You showed me that, and he's like, oh. And then the screen goes a little,
No,
a
then
little
something hits the
film.
screen.
It hits the screen, but it's a little film of like a clear liquid. You're like, I was like, I hope that's not real.
I hope it is.
It probably
do hope
knowing
it is.
him, since he like shows a lot of stuff on screen, since that's off screen, I'm like, it might actually be real. So, like he's like, oh, I can get away with this.
He has this
You're
thing
not
that-
seeing my cock actually do it.
Yeah. He has this thing lately where he's like he took his baby doll head and put it on like the end of a baguette.
Oh
Have you
yeah,
seen those?
I forgot what he calls
It's
it.
sunloaf.
Sunloaf. That's it. Sunloaf. Yeah, you can if you want to get cameos with the Sunloaf, you can. Because I was wondering,
That's
I
awesome.
was like, is this guy? How's this guy making money? Is he just wasting his time? But he's probably making a killing on Cameo. Because I even considered it like
I thought about it too. Yeah, I was like, we could.
I don't
We
want-
should have that for the show, the intro.
dude. I'll see how much it costs.
He's always the way he moves his fucking face is crazy.
Like it hurts my jaw doing that.
I love the idea that I love him coming home to like his. Oh, it's Christmas. Dan's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's just like normal. and everybody has to just understand, like, not pretend like that's not
Right.
this fucking crazy person.
So it makes me, to you bringing that up, makes me think of how I'm like, oh, I wonder what my family thinks about all this gay cover shit that I'm doing. Like, it's so goofy. And then I'm like, I'm good, dude. When you compare yourself to that dude, or I'm like, what I'm doing is fucking nothing. Like that, I can't imagine like that scenario you pictured.
And he's painting himself red in his car and screaming. You know, like it's it's crazy.
Like,
Y'all gotta watch. Okay, I read that. Uncle Ruckus voice. Drag them knuckles to Papa. Stealing Sween's pelt in his sleep and moving in with his grandma to make her happy in her final years. Slurping, stroking, smoking, joking. Drip MH, Lord of all drip. Ben Shapiro. If he was a magician, he could only create public works projects. This is Ben Shapiro. Obi-Wan Triblomi. Waiting for the Sween hunting tier. I want his pelt. Elon Musk jumping while his prolapse flops around. Kremlin to Gremlin. Horny Beetle craving Harry Squirrel Girl Muff. Have YMS on and talk about the Hereditary take. Dave Grohl singing. One of my kids is not like the other. One of my kids has a different mother. Snark Tank keeps me from killing myself. Magneto wears the helmet because Charles keeps trying to make him gay. Wage Slave 583. Ben Shapiro vertically bisecting himself to eliminate the left from his body. The Papini brothers present Gordon Ramsay cleaning Asmongold's room ASMR. Donk Donkerson. The colon swinging slasher. Look, all I'm saying is I've sucked enough dick to know absolutely when I see one, buddy. And right now, I'm looking in a mirror. PP, you know the routine. Check email for nonsense for Sween. What brand is that? That's Sanyo. No, I mean who manufactured that? Sanyo. All-time bit. I was dying. The Sanyo Republic. I really don't even remember what episode that was from. Limp Biscuits and Gravy. Sadman.gov. John Strickland. Mercs 1889.
this time I'm gonna suck his dick.
Doinkzilla and the Catnip Rollers. The first Church of Keith David, the fourth sign of the apocalypse. A day passes where Sweeney doesn't utter the N-word. Arthur Morgan ripping Bugs. Arthur Morgan ripping Bugs Bunny's skin off. Pre-Roz. Blake 896. Here we go. All right.
Sour Bugs.
Sorry, he knows him. He knows his name. Yeah. Ask Creed, enter Anus. What is better, to be born gay or to overcome your straight nature through great effort? Uncle Chip turning into chunky salsa in his sleeping bag. That's Goopy. Asmongold is Jesus for roaches. I forgot about my Jared Fogle name, Time Machine name, and wrote a question into a book club. They read my name. They read my question about the name. Young Sheldon kicking a baby. Now Mrs. Ziggy, divorce coming soon. Smokey's pyromaniac sibling. I'm Chris Reagan, and I'm putting a hit out on Elon Musk. 1 million Sween bucks for his hair-plugged scalp. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Badly brave. Dog the baby hunter. Aetherian needs help lowering his weapon in Halo 3. Penis, Navram, Melphis 1, and rounding out our list.
Hey!
The king of haphazard. Whoa. That's crazy.
King. Whoop.
Bye, Father.
Oh,
Goodbye.
son, you acknowledged me.
Goodbye, son.
I love you so much.
Do you want to meet the devil, son?
All right, bye, guys.
I know the devil personally, son.
He's afraid of me.
He's afraid of me.
He owes me money. I want to get it from him one way or another. I need you to help me get in the building.
The devil made a deal with Kingston's dad.
And the devil doesn't want to pay up.
The devil's fucking running scared.
Like, I'm just trying to avoid that dude, man.